Alright, how's it going, everyone? Hope everyone's doing groovy. I'm pretty cool. I was working on my model kit, hanging out with my waifu, and we were watching that clip of the Ugandan dude doing the interview with the gay rights activist, and he asks, "Why are you gay?" It's kind of an interesting interview. It's an interesting video because he doesn't seem to be malicious in asking these questions about why are you gay? Are you gay? Who's gay? It seems he's more genuinely confused. He was told there was going to be a gay person in the room and he can't find him. I guess the viewer. It was you. all right. We got to get to the bottom of this. I was informed that there was a gay person here. Who? Someone show your hand. Which one of you? But yeah, it's a fun clip. It's a fun clip. But I hope you all are doing great. We're here for DSP. He playing? He's playing Avowed today. I didn't think he even liked that game. I thought most people weren't excited for it. I hadn't even heard anything really about it because it's just, what is it? A fantasy role-playing game? That's probably why I didn't really hear too much about it. But you are Arthur. Okay, thank you, dude. You don't realize how stressed that guy was. He felt like he was being gaslit. Okay, so DSP, let's see what he's up to. He's DSP, maximum projection and zero self-awareness from Snort Burdell. Check it out.
What the heck? A pig with a party hat. Hello, Mr. Piggy. Ziggy Piggy.
Ziggy Piggy. Hey, that's what's up, Poppy. Big ups. You should not expose me to children, though, in terms of my content.
All I want is, you know, the new Spawn.
Expose only my sick-ass combos and Guilty Gear.
Kill. I want the new Overkill figure, but that's the rarer figure. You can't really find it. It's like the chase figure in the box. Good luck. I hope you're ready to fight a bunch of nerds. Just because you're
I think you can fight nerds, man. Nerds are easy to defeat. Just grab their lightsaber and slap them. Not Avowed today? Something worse? What's he doing instead?
Genji says, "Do you have a local card shop near you?" I think there is one.
Is there? Like, you want to meet up? Let's play Magic.
In my town, but of course, I haven't gotten into this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't been into this, so
he hates McDonald's. Well, yeah, everyone's on his shit list.
Quite frankly, if you really want to know the truth, I think the people who have midlife crises, people who have a very traditional formulaic life, okay, people who have a job that they absolutely hate, but they're stuck in it. And you know what I mean? That's kind of what causes a midlife crisis, and that's when you hear, oh, the guy runs out, and he frivolously spends crazy amounts of money to buy a fucking sports car for himself in the middle of his life for no freaking.
So DSP, when he talks about midlife crises, again, everything that this dude gets, every bit of information he has on the world comes from movies and TV shows. He only perceptually identifies a midlife crisis as something where you have to buy a sports car or a younger wife. He doesn't realize that there's many things that you could do during a midlife crisis. And not even midlife crises are inherently wrong. He also kind of views it in a negative schema because that's how most TV shows view it. A midlife crisis can be as simple as, like, going back to school. It has nothing really to do with anything extremely stupid. So DSP insisting that he doesn't have a midlife crisis, I'm sure from his perspective he doesn't, because he's not one of those characters from the TV show.
Reason. Because the funny part is you can actually.
I heard about this Spurs fans. Free hype.
The rare cards. I don't want to. That takes the fun out of it. I want.
Oh my goodness,
to buy the box and open and see if we got the cards.
Oh shit! DSP's stealing my box opening stuff. It's not my stuff. Beat a kid in a competition is a valuable learning experience for them to get good and don't get gout.
I just bought it.
I got some there.
$50. I got the rare card. Well, good for you. Was that really fun, right?
When he spends a lot of money, he feels good.
Anyway,
DSP kind of has the opposite mindset of what you're supposed to have. If you're, well, I guess he's not taking this seriously. If you're taking this seriously, that is how you would do it. But I suppose from a content perspective, yeah, you would want to open up the packs. Because I forget which booster box I opened on stream. I forget which one. It was the most recent one that I did. I didn't get one of the cards I was really hoping to get. You know, it's a bummer. So I just ordered it afterwards.
Maybe I'll get one of these boxes. $30. It says it ships within 3
Yes, Bear. He recently watched Jingle All the Way.
I'm gonna leave this open, and I might buy one of these later. It's $30. It's not that big of a deal.
Hell yeah, dude. Let's get some booster boxes.
Hopefully this would show up in time for our next show in 2 weeks and see what it's
oh,
like.
Man, DSP doing pack opening is going to be annoying. I need to watch that.
I'm going to be a collector. This is just like a one-off thing.
There's a way to do it, and I promise you he's not going to do it right.
Sure.
The best way to do pack opening is first person.
Absolutely, let's hit the goal.
So put the camera like that. He's not going to do it.
I want to do the DSP tries it today if possible at the
Yeah, Morgana, I need to play it.
Okay.
Wonder how Phil's going to celebrate 220 tomorrow.
Let's hit some goals on this.
Maybe being crazy?
Okay. But I need your help. I am appealing.
He's going to act like a detractor. Yeah, he's going to restream us.
I absolutely need your help at this point. This is the make or break point. If I don't raise a significant amount, I'm done.
All right, gets us up to 31 in climate. You see? So there's this thing.
No, Fear Monarch, it's gonna suck.
Okay? Because some people are like, well, don't you think that you ask too much? No.
No.
I'm
not begging enough.
Because I don't hit the goal every stream, right? I should be asking more. In more creative ways. That's how you make a living. Not by sitting around expecting that everyone's just going to give you everything. You have to work for it.
I have to work through begging.
Vigilant, and you have to be determined. You have to.
I have to be determined to beg.
You can't just be fucking strong.
No, DSP. Let's go back here a little bit. All those descriptors say afterwards to beg.
And in more creative ways, because that's how you make a living. Not by sitting around expecting that everyone's just going to give you everything. You have to work for it. You have to earn it.
Earn to beg.
Vigilant.
Vigilant to beg. Determined to beg.
Actually bust your balls.
Bust your balls to beg.
You can't just be a fucking schlub. Which a lot of people want to be. I don't understand. All these big streamers, they just sit around like schlubs and people shower them in money. Yeah, it's because people are stupid.
No, DSP, it's because they're entertaining. And people have already thought, hey, this guy's entertaining. Maybe I should give him money. DSP, and that's why I say we need to have some sort of heist to take this dude's brain. How does he come to that conclusion? He comes to the conclusion that he's hardworking for begging for money. Because he has to put in work. He's not like these Charlies and Morse Criticals and Asmongold's. Charlie and Morse Critical are the same dude. He's not like these other content creators who don't work for a living. I work by asking you to give me money. Man, if DSP, if that's the case, if working is begging for money, I don't really see a problem with DSP's future prospects. Because whenever he applies for a job, if he ever has to, I don't think he ever will. I think that DSP will die unemployed. If DSP has to get a job, that's badass. He's going to get it because his resume is going to say that he, from 2008 to 2030, he begged. And that's hard work, and they need to appreciate that.
Shout out to Only Iced Coffee, right? My viewers aren't stupid. I got to ask. But you like
the Human Centipede, I'm kind of on the fence about it. It's money, really. I just don't know if it's really worth spending money on.
Right?
No, I'm not talking about, when I say big streamers, I'm not talking about Kino Casino.
Morgana, it's going to be 6 Erican, and Cardinals is going to be on to tell us about it.
Listen, we're working people, all right? We're not some fucking e-celeb where we turn on the stream, and people are sucking our dick already, and immediately showering us.
Maybe they get their dick sucked because they're fun and interesting people, DSP. That typically is the case.
But it's all good. I'm okay with earning
both literal and figurative.
I'm okay with putting out content for you every day and enjoying what I do, and then people reciprocating. That's all good.
Reciprocating by begging.
That are the jealous motherfuckers. Seriously. People who like, wait, I can't do that, so I'm angry that they're doing it and they're successful. They can't take it. Wait, I'm working a schlub-ass job in real life. I couldn't do what they do. That's bullshit. I'm so upset. So now I'm going to fucking sit there and crap on
Wait, hold on a minute. DSP, this doesn't make any sense. You already contradicted yourself. Okay, so what DSP does is hard work. He is not a schlub like Asmongold who shows up and gets money for doing nothing. So all these people in chat are schlubs who have jobs. DSP doesn't add up. What's a schlub? Is a schlub a person who doesn't have a job who gets money that's undue? Or is a schlub a person who's employed but does not have the privilege to beg for a living? Which one is a schlub? I guess it's both.
It's called heinous jealousy. It's what I used to have for Keemstar. Admittedly, 100%.
Damn, Lil Shad, I'm sorry to hear that, man.
I was upset that he was making a good living, doing what he was doing, and I was busting my ass and not barely getting by, and I became a hater. And that's a horrible way to go through fucking life. It really is. Instead of being a hater, get some initiative, get off your fucking ass,
and beg.
Work, and get better.
And beg. Compared to what DSP does?
I became a hater. And that's a horrible way to go through fucking life. It really is. Instead of being a hater, get some initiative, get off your fucking ass, work, and get better.
Okay, so hold on a minute. DSP is telling me that I need to get off my ass and stop being such a bum and panhandle on the internet. DSP should write a book. I would love to see DSP write a book. I almost want to compile all of his rantings and make a book and do it in character, kind of like Real Ultimate Power. That's hard work. That's what you need to inspire these kids for. Poppy, if your kid's there next to you, tell them to be a truly hardworking, contributing member to society, you need to get on the internet and beg for money. That's the noble pursuit. And furthermore, wait a minute. If I did what DSP said to do right now, or if I quit my job because that's for schlubs, and instead got a job begging for money on the internet, wouldn't he shit on me? Wouldn't he say, oh, so one of my detractors is now e-begging like me? He asks for money every single stream 50 different times. And then people give him money because they're idiots or whatever, because he begged, you know. But I don't see why he would be able to criticize me. I'm doing exactly what he told me to do. He told me to pursue the lifestyle of Phil, which is be essentially unemployed and demand money. I would think that'd be a victory.
I had no actual self-awareness.
We're at 52, guys.
That's true, Little Shadow.
I mean, let's hit the goal.
That's where his
let's
college
hit
transcript is
right
written
now.
on.
It's
a menu from
If
IHOP.
we hit a goal by the end of the podcast, if someone just says, all right, I'm just going to do the $100 contribution, 20
exactly,
subs,
Banana Jones.
$100 tip or whatever, okay? We'll hit 19. Then we only have 1 to go. And when the home stretch is there in sight, all right, people will tend to say, let's just do it. And I think that over the course of the Lost Record stream, we're going to hit it. And
you know what, DSP, if you're so proud of what you do, Arthroku has a good idea. Tell your parents. Tell your parents what you do. Tell your parents that you work professionally begging for money. Not only tell your parents friends. Say, hey, Kathy, you're friends with my mom, right? Well, she must talk about me a lot. I have a very, very stressful job. I work hard. I make a lot of money. Oh, what do? I beg for money online.
DSP tries it on this stream of the Shamrock Shake and the food, and I would love to do that. Like I said, I'm actually craving a McDonald's burger.
Yeah, exactly,
right
PNF.
So I would love to do that on this very stream. So let's get it. Let's get one big bomb,
exactly,
whether it's subs, whether it's memberships, whether it's a super chat.
Man, I'm jealous of this right here. Being deep fried anyway.
19, and that'll leave us with only the one to focus on during Lost Records so that we can do DSP Tries It on this stream. I would like nothing more. And then we can work on the next one, which might be Panda Express. It might be, excuse me, Wendy's.
Remember when he said he was never going to eat Panda Express?
And we can work on the next one then, okay? But let's get this going. Let's do it now. Who's going to do it? Let's get someone to do it right now.
Never asked for money and gets at least 300.
And we can have a nice celebration to end the podcast. Okay.
I told you guys that when I had the puppet goal, sometimes I got reminded that I had it by people contributing and saying, "This is for the puppet goal." Oh yeah, that thing I was doing.
In the fucking room right now. You have spent money on junk. That
DSP would have reminded you 50 times before gameplay started.
Good. Not for one moment was it good. It was always bad.
We talk about DSP gaming.
We're Amazon and we're also doing it.
Yeah, there you go.
Like
right, that makes sense.
And we're doing it better. This motherfucker
Beth Bear, please.
was the VP in charge of gaming, and he didn't know that in order to get sales, he was going to have to offer value to a customer.
What?
I want you to think about that.
What do you do,
These
DSP?
are rich people.
What do you do?
Ivy League trained.
What is your value?
Decades in management. They should know what they're doing. He didn't understand that you need to add value to get customers.
Whoa.
I mean, talk about not having
what exactly is the value that DSP provides? And I'm being completely honest here. I'm not memeing on him. I'm not shitting on him. What exactly is the value that DSP can truly try and convince himself that he gives? I guess he says that he's an internet content creator. He says that a lot. But does it mean like, you know, I'm basically a TV personality and I enrich people's lives? Is that the benefit he gives you? He doesn't even do anything for people. He doesn't talk to people. People ask him, hey, Phil, what's your favorite kind of whatever? And the answer is always some meandering journey to nowhere. And then ask for money right after. So you can't even say you get good conversations out of Phil. I've never seen DSP have a good conversation with anyone, quite frankly. And let's see. The things that we get out of it, he hates. So he doesn't want that to be part of the advertisement. For example, I get a lot of satisfaction out of watching him because then I think, no matter how shitty I'm doing, this guy's doing way worse. No matter how stupid I was today, this dude was doing laps around me. But what benefit is there? Is it kind of like he represents something to people? He represents the success of a stupid person, and if he's successful, you all can be too. Maybe. I really struggle, even when I'm being at my most charitable, to figure out what exactly DSP thinks he adds to the world. That's not a meme answer.
We needed to build something dramatically better.
Maybe
That's
human
what I just
centipede.
said, add value. But we failed to do so. And we needed to validate our assumptions about our customers before starting to
I want to
build.
imagine the human centipede
really
that he was always
either.
telling people to pay until he wasn't
They just
Asian.
assumed that since you like Amazon, you'll come over to Amazon for gaming, even though we add no value. Just because you're big enough to build something doesn't mean people will use it.
That's true, Casper.
Reflecting on these mistakes, I realize how crucial it is to deeply understand customers before making big moves. A VP of $1 billion company just learned.
Also, hold on a second. This whole letter that I'm understanding from DSP is essentially what he always demands of people. He always demands that these game developers or whoever, or these producers, manufacturers, everybody in charge, need to grovel at his feet and beg for forgiveness and acknowledge that they did something wrong. And that's what's happening in this letter. This guy is apparently remorseful that he made mistakes. DSP's response, the response for the person who always demands this of people, his response is to shit on him. He tells people to be a man and fess up to your mistakes. Guy fesses up to his mistakes. What a fucking idiot. All right.
That he needs to understand his customers
How's it going, Liquid Carl?
before he tries to make a business move.
Yeah, I guess so, Jessica Spears.
You understand
he is an entertainer.
The level person at any business out there, okay, actually knows better than the multi-fucking millionaires that are running our major companies and corporations.
That's crazy, DSP. What do you plan to do about it? A
normal person who flips burgers knows that. But the fucking VP of Amazon doesn't.
McDonald's has now accepted my job application.
It's from Amazon. It's really not important. It's just some dude's offering his business apology. It's the same little PR letter bullshit. You know, we made mistakes. We did something wrong. I guess unless the VP commits seppuku on screen, DSP doesn't care. And even then, he'll probably shit on them for doing it wrong.
And I just ordered the box from there.
Yeah, I think so, Demon Centipede. I think he carried around a sign.
Within a week or two. It should definitely be here in time for Smart.
Maybe he had her wear a t-shirt that says, "I'm not Asian."
So there you go. Will PPP buy one too? I can ask if he wants to get it, and we could open our boxes together.
I don't really know. Maybe I was too responsive like that. Maybe it was too nasty. If, but do you guys know what context it was?
The other person gets like nothing at all, right? But I'm going to say this.
No, I didn't see that Twitch like
out there. If you're
his wife's fat, come on.
To contributing to anyone, me or any other content creator, please seek help and stop.
Bye, boss.
Guys, please support the stream. Right now, as you can see, $71 in support. We want to hit the goal today. We want to do DSP tries it. Do we not? Like, really want to do it. We're right there at the end.
Oh, you
we
too.
got to hit our goals. Let's get some super chats, some tips, some memberships, some subs. Let's get some momentum going. Let's hit the goal today, please. All right? Thank you, guys. I'll be right back.
Oops.
What's we doing?
Sorry.
Ooh, sorry. We already have it.
Oh, hell yeah, Phil.
Come on.
This is stuff too hot for Jade. Oh, come on, Phil. It's just some squirrels getting it on, man. They do it, you know? They do. They actually have to make more squirrels, believe it or not. These are the squirrels that are going to beat up Jasper, by the way. That might be one of my favorite iceberg moments about DSP, is that DSP is afraid that gangs of squirrels are going to beat up Jasper. I just imagine a bunch of squirrels in leather coats, leather jackets, I mean. One of them's got a pompadour. The other one's got a switchblade that he keeps snapping.
Oh, yes.
That's true, the one who waits. I heard about that. There was a song made about it.
Oh, yeah.
Who loves Chicken Foot? The band?
Wow.
Silent Weapons,
I
please.
just received,
What's that?
ladies and gentlemen,
Hell yeah, hard work, man.
a $100 tip from someone who apparently is anonymous. Hi Phil, I love your stream.
I can see why they want to be anonymous.
Story-based game. I'm curious to see
what cards did he buy? He wants to buy some wrestling cards. It's not even a wrestling TCG, is there? There should be. Oh man, is that how we get DSP to play a TCG?
$120 from Lisa Lou. By the way, thank you, Only Iced Coffee. Is it a whale?
Yeah,
it is a
we
whale.
got paid up, Phil. Big ups.
Like teeth that filter things. It looks like cones. He's got a big old.
That's
eyeball.
good, Human Centipede. I like that. That's our next
like
couples idea for
but
Halloween.
Some of this is just so bad, so it's kind of a mix for me. Let's see what happens moving forward. But thank you guys. Thank you for the support.
Phil will definitely not put the cards in protection sleeves. I can guarantee that will happen. It'll take me. He'll spill shit on him.
For Lost Records, Bloom and Rage. Remember, if you're enjoying this playthrough, please like the video, leave comments.
He's gonna dig in his ear and wipe it on the card.
First few parts, and I'll see you next time.
Will the head scroll wear a gold clue?
So let's get the hell out of this game because I'm hungry and my food just arrived. Go, 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 go.
Do you guys hear Phil has gout? That's why I don't respect him. He has great takes on gaming and everything else. I just can't respect someone who has gout.
And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always.
Pokepal, I think he should buy first edition Alpha MTG booster boxes.
I love it. Is a mobile game addict.
Fear Monarch, that's actually kind of cool, though. It's cool. It's like I sound like I'm on a motorcycle.
For money.
All right, that was good stuff. Excuse me. So this is PPP Grills DSP Races Kirk 220 security cameras, helicopter company Detractors. All right, I'm excited to hear PPP's nuanced takes.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Wait, Phil has gout. What? I know I can't respect this man. Can't respect him.
Snort, snort. I got the drip. Hard to watch everything.
Steve Cobain goes, is PPP Canadian Kirk? Captain Kirk is Canadian, you ignoramus. He's from Montreal. What are you talking about?
Oh, he knows the Star Trek lore. Very nice.
Oh my God. They're talking. I think they're talking about someone specific. They're talking about someone specific. Canadian Kirk in my kick chat. It's a stupid.
Canadian Kirk.
Yes, there was a guy, Canadian Kirk, who he was been in my chat for many years. He started saying dumb racist shit. He got banned from my YouTube chat a zillion times. Then he comes back. He goes on Kick and he says it, and people are mad because he keeps coming back under different accounts and shit.
Awesome and based. Let's go.
There you go. See,
let's go racism.
Protection for awesome and based.
Say that. I knew.
Yeah, you knew I was gonna say that. Oh no!
Yeah,
oh,
you
no,
should.
He did a heckin' racism. He was politically incorrect in a YouTube chat. Let's crucify Phil. Somebody in his chat hurt a libtard's feelings, triggered some snowflake, and now the whole world is ending.
CDSP, everything you do is justified.
Kirk or whoever the fuck this is. I didn't even know. Like, I didn't even know.
I know.
What a king. What a legend. I'm like, no, Captain Kirk is Canadian, you fucking a-hole. Well, speaking of which, it's now time for grill.
Okay, Meth Bear is saying Captain Kirk was from Iowa. All right, let's just double check. We have the internet. We have technology. Captain Kirk, where is he from? He's from Iowa. So, oh my goodness, believe it or not, PPP is wrong and stupid.
Oh boy.
So,
to end the
Phil,
show.
I've received a bunch of DMs. Apparently, you're complaining about Panda Express. You're saying it's not gourmet, authentic.
I don't need gourmet shit, Phil. I need food.
Panda, and you were disappointed, or what happened?
Absolutely.
Dude, Casper, I would love it.
Absolutely. So
I want DSP to play the Legacy Collection
first of all,
on Steam.
First off, the honey walnut shrimp is fucking delicious, Phil.
Is it? Because I've actually never had that there.
It is? Well, I actually just formulate my opinions without ever actually experiencing things.
And Panda Express
is that awesome and based?
Food court, and I would eat like the orange chicken.
It's awesome and based, Phil.
When they released teriyaki chicken at Panda Express, if you can believe it.
There.
I was that old. I'm that fucking old. Okay?
Hell yeah, DSP's been there for it, man.
The thing was, like,
and we gotta get you in the
racism is funny, but don't make fun of gout. That's worse than racism.
The funny part about it was back then.
You guys don't know about Martin Luther King's other speech, where he dreamed of a world where people wouldn't judge people with gout.
For like 5 years, right? And then he was in his 20s.
It was one of the few times that Martin Luther King was laughed off stage. Because it was silly.
What we do is in the morning, everything's actually fresh. We take
45-minute long speech about accepting people with gout. Not never.
It goes into the heat. He goes, if you eat right in the morning, it's good. But if you eat at any point during the day,
I'm sure this person didn't say this.
Tray, you're basically eating 4+ hour old ass food that's sitting out there that's overcooked because that heat lamp is just continuously cooking the food all day, which is why you can get.
Yes, but we got to move on. I'm kind of hungry.
Delicious, and the next day it'll come. It'll be like
I had dinner, but I intentionally ate less than I wanted.
Shoe leather.
Because I've got going green here in a couple days.
You know, if I'm going to eat there, maybe I'll keep my eyes.
Rosa porks.
And I'll try to get the fresh stuff. So People have recommended to me for DSP tries it, maybe in the next couple of episodes, that I try Panda Express. And I was like, it might be interesting.
I will try this food if you guys give me enough money. That's a brave take, Phil.
Right here where I live. But my wife, about 5
yeah,
years
Lucky
ago,
Bracky,
right,
MLK's up there
job,
picking in his ear and
she
kind of
met with
looking
a
at
coworker,
it,
and they went to
and then
lunch
rubs
at
it on
Panda
his
Express,
pants.
and she got the
Then he
orange
starts
chicken.
T-posing
She
and
said she
rocking
got
back
it,
and
she went
forth.
to eat it, and it literally was like chewing on like tough meat. Like you could tell it was like way messed up.
My question is, why did she continue eating it?
She didn't. She ate 2 pieces. So the first piece was kind of like, not so good. And the second piece was like gross, right?
Yeah, okay.
She only ate the
That's
2
research,
pieces. She
man.
tried eating the rice. She said the rice was flavorless. It was supposed to be fried
But Fear
rice.
Monarch,
It was so bland. So
he
basically,
is.
She didn't really eat.
Broside Phil is on this Friday.
Like sickness. Like she got food poisoning from this. For like a day, she was.
I've got guests. Let's see. Who else do I got? I've got more lined up for the next couple weeks.
Between that and typical Chinese food, because it's all pretty much the same.
In April,
shit,
on my
right?
birthday, I'm probably gonna fly solo and watch
one. Americanized Chinese food, you're actually right. Like Americanized Chinese food is not real. It's fake shit. That's not the authentic stuff.
What exactly does that mean? It's fake shit. It's still food. DSP, I think this guy frustrates me because one of the things I like to do when I was a kid, one of my favorite things to do, is pretend to be sick, play hooky, and then spend all day watching the History Channel. It was one of my favorite ways to spend a day. And one of the things that they had on the History Channel back in the day is they had these specials on the manufacturing and origin and I guess manufacturing and origin is enough history of food items. And so they would talk about McDonald's from when it first started and what they did and, the founder dude and what all he did. But they would also talk about general things such as Chinese food in America. And they would describe how the process of Chinese food immigrating over to America, they didn't have the same ingredients. So they replicated it as best they could and added their own little flares and elements to it. All of this line of history reaches this point where we're in contemporary times. And DSP says this is fake. Fake what? It's not fake anything. It's real food. It's the food that they've developed over these years. Now, is it more manufactured and processed and kind of streamlined? Well, yeah, but that's just modernization for you. So this notion that Chinese food in America is not authentic, therefore should be disregarded, well, it kind of insults the Chinese people who've existed in the United States up until now who've made it a thing. I don't know. I see it that way. Same thing with Mexican food. Same thing with Italian food. It disrespects the people who made it the way it is now. Of course, DSP doesn't give a shit about any of that. He's a very binary individual. If you are not speaking Cantonese when giving your order, it's not authentic. It's not real. It's not real food. It's just like that steak that what's his name was eating in the Matrix, Cypher. It's like that. It's not real.
China.
If you want to eat what they eat in China, you have to get what's called Szechuan Chinese.
Yeah, because only Szechuan is acceptable in China.
That shit is very good, and you're going to notice that a lot of their dishes are very spicy.
But how high are you trying to get? I'm going to try and get a little high. I'm going to get a little high. No, I'm going to get high.
Chinese food is a thing of the past. Chinese food has been outclassed by Japanese food for at least a decade.
Exactly,
Once the Japanese food came in, why the fuck would you order Chinese food?
I still like Chinese food.
The Japanese food is way fresher, way tastier.
No, I don't know about all that.
Healthier for you.
Yeah, healthier.
It's not any healthier. It's still Americanized.
So it's been a long time since I get Chinese food. But my whole thing is this.
Funny thing is, Han Chinese is the main ethnic group in China.
It's probably
well, do they know what they say in China?
Huh.
Do Hans and Cantonese say different things?
Panda Express has a higher level of sanitation standards as a chain than the average Chinese restaurant.
Oh, wow, Phil. Holy shit. We got to go there now. We got to hit the goal now. Yeah, definitely silent weapons.
If they're feeding you shit that fell on the fucking floor, they don't give a fuck. So, like, I don't know. For me, it's like...
Yeah, and all through, I don't understand that obsession with authenticity. I've never really understood it outside of a couple things. But it's this notion that if you have some sort of regionalized thing, you don't have the real thing. Therefore, the thing that you had was bad. That's not true. For example, authentic Italian pizza. I've seen pictures of it. I don't want it. It doesn't look good to me. But DSP would say, oh, you want the greasy, disgusting shit, you eat it here? No, actually, I don't. I'll tell you who has the best pizza, and it's very weird for me to say this. Russia has the best pizza. When I was in Russia, I got pizza. I got Pizza Hut, I believe. And I was blown away that it tasted awesome. I thought, how the hell when did this happen? We won the space race, but then we forgot that we lost the pizza race? This seems unacceptable. But it's true. It's the notion that just because something is authentic, it's inherently better. Well, that's one of DSP's presuppositions again. He just assumes that's true. He assumes that the food that he gets down the street at the Chinese food place has to be worse than the Chinese food that they have in Szechuan. I don't really understand that concept. Now, obviously, you should try and have the authentic food so that you know what to compare from, and also just to have something tasty. But it's DSP presuppositions. The authentic thing must be better.
I don't know why you would say Panda Express is worse.
Look, I'm telling you, Chicago kicks ass, but
Well,
you didn't have this Russian pizza. It ruled.
You may have a point, because a few years ago, there was a place in downtown, the town that I live, and it was a brand new Chinese restaurant. And my wife and I said, "Let's."
You know, the Chinese were the ones who created pizza. I know the Chinese created a bunch of food that Europe more or less
like what they said it was. You know what I mean? Like, it says, "Oh, it's gonna be chicken." You're eating like, this doesn't taste like chicken. Like, what could this possibly fucking be? And it was also like this liquidy, dark ass sauce that's not normal. Like, it's
what
not
the
like
hell are you talking?
sauce
We talking about gout, Phil?
I ate it and I fucking shat my brains out for like a day. It was so bad. It was like,
I remember
really
that Torchlight.
bad.
He always had
I
to
think
be
you're
ahead of
right.
everyone.
You're
I
not
read the
going to the
books.
chain, you're
Okay,
taking
tell
a
me two
chance.
characters.
But
No.
I basically live in Asian Central, where I live.
Asian
in Washington
Central.
State. Like, everyone who flies into the United States. No, I'm serious.
The Chinese food, Mr. Bonnell.
Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese.
Look, you can't do racism like
Filipino,
DSP can.
Hawaiian, like all the Asian cultures. When they come to the United States, they go to this airport because this is the one where they fly.
Yeah,
in,
it's
and then
only
they go from that,
Chinese
they
allowed
branch
here.
off to other flights
It's a
to go to the rest
Chinese
of the country.
import
Well, a lot of them just stayed here.
Airport.
So
That sounds
there's
really
a ton
horrible.
of that Asian culture here. We do.
Yeah,
have
Crafty Core fan. I went there.
I actually recently
Going to
did
Russia kicked
on
ass.
stream.
It was awesome.
Get Chinese food from a local place that was super fucking good. It's like
I liked it more than I
better
liked
what you
going
get
to
at Panda
Ireland.
Express.
In Ireland,
But you got
it
to find
rules.
the good ones. You know, you got to test. You got to order from these fucking places to find the good places.
Here's the thing. So, what's with this 220 number? So they keep posting it.
Here we go.
I thought at first it was my title.
Yeah, catcher.
Oh, no.
221 out of 370.
It's a dumb detractor
maybe
thing.
It was your weight.
I mean,
Like,
Kapathic, he is
you had
correct, but it's
lost
always
weight
DSP has a
before
weird way of
220 or
framing
something
things.
like this.
It's just another dumb detractor meme. I actually don't know the full explanation. It has something to do with Broside Phil, and I just don't give a shit. So I'm sure someone could figure out the full
He's
story and
completely
explain it.
oblivious to that.
I really
Well, it's
don't know
over in
the
that
full
Asia
story.
area, right?
Maybe
No.
It's a police code.
It probably is.
Excuse me,
It's
goodness
a
gracious.
police code for mental illness or something like this, Phil.
From the purely 100% trustworthy, sure, I believe that he used to be a cop, Broside Phil, giving us this insight into the police code.
I like DSP's strategy. I kind of do. What I like about DSP's strategy is that if you took away DSP's strategy from DSP and put it in a TV show, it would be comedy gold. But because we're around Darkside Phil, it's not as funny. It's more often annoying. But imagine you're watching some new sitcom or whatever. It's the sequel to Parks and Rec. You got new characters, but it's kind of tangentially related. Well, the guy, he's in court, and he's being charged of having gout. And so the prosecutor is grilling him on his gout. And the guy says, well, I don't even really know if you're the prosecutor. Does anyone here know if you're the prosecutor? The judge says, yes, that's the prosecutor. But I mean, can you really know? How do we know that's not some other dude trying to be the prosecutor? We don't know. It would be funny, right? But when DSP does it, it's inherently toxified because he really is of that kind of mindset where he thinks that he can just dismiss anyone's credibility. Oh, you're saying something I'm uncomfortable with. You're no longer this thing. I don't believe you.
And stuff. I mean, that's definitely the source that I go to for that shit.
Yeah, I love 220. 220 kicks ass.
To ask is, do you have these security cameras on your house like this female cop is saying, or
security cameras on my house like a female cop is saying?
You have like 40 or 50 security cameras on your house?
There some people have the Ring doorbells. What, you know, the ones that go right into the internet.
I would imagine that DSP's cameras were all hanging from wires.
They're
They're not even bolted on properly. They're just swinging about in the wind.
I believe one pointing at our mailbox because our mailbox was vandalized a few years ago and someone destroyed it and stole all the mail. So now we have cameras all along there.
Oh,
but
man.
outside of that, no,
There went all of DSP's gout mail.
Security camera, a few.
People started to doubt this story because there's not any sort of installation or work that is done that you don't tell everybody about.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like whenever, like,
yeah, you do know what he means.
By, you tell everybody. So I doubt it.
Yeah, he knows the one who waits. DSP, I don't want to say it's a smart move, even though it technically is, but it's kind of a move he has to take. Where there are certain situations where no matter how stupid he is, he knows he has to do something a certain way. And one of those ways that he does is deterrence. And that's why he's always talking about how, if you come on the street, you're instantly arrested. He kind of has to say that because he doesn't really have a whole lot of other options. He has to scare you into compliance. And then the same thing with the security cameras. He's not going to tell you that there's cameras all over the place because then that kind of ruins the deterrence. That's for if you do, in fact, get on the road and then you see that his house is covered in security cameras, which I need to update his house on The Sims, by the way. I need to put 50 security cameras all over the house. That'll deter you. So he's not going to tell you.
Cameras,
yeah, a few might as well be 50.
On stream that you got them installed as like a warning to the trolls.
Probably. The truth
Remember,
is, our
it's
neighborhood
dumb
is
as
very
hell.
safe because we have a good neighborhood watch. Everyone keeps an eye on everything. If you're gone and someone to see someone near your house, they call the cops. This is a private road I live on.
Yeah.
So if you're here and we don't know who you are, the cops will show right up and trespass you right off the property.
The police airdrop in like ODST and take your ass out.
Some of these fucking nut jobs out there. You know what I mean? So, but I don't know. I never installed like a massive security system. There's basic stuff,
Yeah, exactly, cartoon.
But no, nothing crazy. I don't know who said that. I didn't even hear that.
Japanese immigrants came in 1800
for Vietnamese
or war refugees. Many modern immigrants came to Seattle specifically for tech jobs. I know that a shit ton of Asians came during the gold rush or around that time too, didn't they? Yeah, that's 1800s.
Guy I know. Phil shows up and does streams 6 days a week. Phil,
crazy people can have routines.
I don't know. I wouldn't know, and I wouldn't care.
Kind of typical.
Again, first of all, I don't even know if he spoke with the real person I spoke with because I didn't give him the name.
I guess if I ever make a stealth map around DSP's house, I have to include 50 security
cameras.
If
you actually think that anything he does is reputable, like how could you ever verify that what he said is real?
Of course.
Even if he recorded a conversation, it doesn't mean it's the person he says it is. Could have been somebody coached into a conversation.
Yeah, we should just doubt everything. Can I doubt you, Phil?
Actress, to be honest. Like the idea that years later,
I feel like DSP should have a bandolier of hatchets on him at all times.
Maybe you really are that.
Because what if the person takes your hatchet? Then you've got a spare hatchet.
Right.
I think DSP should have 50 heat hawks on his body.
A month, a year. And then it's like, why are you taking your time to answer this random guy for a half hour on the phone? Calling him at 2:20.
Doesn't make sense. And the conversation that I had with that person was short. It was maybe 10, 15 minutes. It was mostly about the death threat that I had gotten and then them filing the police report.
DSP is constantly at war with his own public image. And it's hilarious because he made the public image. He's always confronted with the reality of why it is that you try and be honest. DSP never quite understood these things that we were all told growing up. And one of them was that you should always be honest. And I guess I never really asked about it when I was a kid, why it is that we should do these things. Because I figured, okay, this adult dude seems like he knows what he's talking about. I should probably be honest. But these things exist for this exact reason. DSP has spent his whole life being as dishonest as possible. He's lied about everything. And I truly mean everything. This guy lies about the weather. Lies about the weather. How pointless is that? So this guy who's been a liar his entire life and been exposed infinite number of times for being a liar, exposed to his face for being a liar, exposed by his friends for being a liar. A guy who's known, I guess if you had a top 10 list of things that you would know DSP, liar would have to be 3 or 4 after begging and masturbating on stream. So if you've cultivated this reputation, and he admits that he lies a lot, and he admits that, I say untruths for various reasons. Now, sometimes it does make sense. Like, you do want to lie to protect your loved ones, obviously, or you can lie about something like, oh yeah, grandma, I really like that gift you gave me. It kicks ass. That's okay. You can lie about that. But so this guy spent 16, 17 years lying his ass off. And then when it comes time for someone to take his word or accept his stance on things, he somehow expects people to look past that lifetime of lying. You guys need to be the bigger person here and just accept that this time I'm telling the truth. Well, that's why you don't lie all the time, is because no one who's reasonable is going to believe you.
And all of that. And then just as the aside was me talking about, hey, I get thousands of dollars of chargebacks via PayPal.
Weapons. They're all crazy.
Would you ever look into that and help me with that? That was it. And the answer was no, we don't do that, you know?
Bagel Goose is saying 220 is half a PPP. Maybe that's what they're getting at. Now, Papagino says if you didn't know about it, then why is
there is no topic here? Say whatever you want.
Chat? Because everyone spammed it for 2 straight days, and that's against the spam policies. I don't want everyone spamming the fucking number. You know, the thing is, I've been through this a zillion times. Some dumbass
I love it, Bob.
comes up with a new meme.
That's how I know it was Phil. Is that he begged or bragged about his money.
New accounts start spamming it. I'm like, what is this? So I ask, and then no one will answer, and so they just keep spamming like brainless mouth droolers. And I say, okay, bye. Ban. And then the thing is, I didn't even do it. My mom put in.
And whenever that's an excuse, it's never done correctly. Because, you can lie about things to try and avoid conflicts. But I have usually, more often than not, that's not the only reason.
Sell a 220 Dark Side Phil t-shirt.
Well, see, that's the problem, is none of these idiots would ever spend $1 to actually help. They're just there to fucking derail
that would
business,
be idiocy, DSP.
If that were the case,
help what, DSP?
Embrace the detractor memes and have fun with it instead of seething.
If I were to roll with the meme, and they actually would be like, ha, that's funny. Okay, then we'll actually throw Phil a bone. Then I would. Like, I've done that before. Many years ago, there was a meme, a frog, like a cartoon frog, that they were all posting, and I'm
gonna pause him right there. Did you guys notice how he framed that? Let's hear it again. I like this.
Okay, then we'll actually throw Phil the meme.
Detractor memes and have fun with it instead
of going ass bag.
If I were to roll with the meme,
listen,
and they actually would be like, ha, that's funny. Okay, then we'll actually throw Phil a bone. Then I would.
So notice how he frames that. I would own the meme, and then they would say, ha, that's funny, and then they would throw you money. We don't even need the throw you money part. The chain has been broken in the sequence of events already. DSP says a meme, and it's on us. It's our responsibility to find it funny. No, Phil, it's your responsibility to be funny. We've seen DSP joke with the memes. We've seen it so many times, and it's never funny. Ever. Ever. Not a single time. He ruins comedy. And that's why it is that the meme dies. It's not so much that, oh, well, now I've started saying it, so they have to move on. It's that he doesn't know how to be funny with these things, because he's not funny. Remember Panay? Panay was a toxified meme. It's an extinct meme. It used to be said all the time during his streams, and he would get so pissed, and he would ban people. Well, then he started owning the meme, and he created the Panay points. And he was obnoxious about it. It wasn't funny. Same thing with Why Am I Toxic? He made an emote that's impossible to read. And then that's it. Same thing with the WWE Champions. DSP is where a meme goes to die. And it's weird that he doesn't utilize that power. You would think that if DSP recognized that when he says the meme dies, he would be saying these memes all the time. But he doesn't, because he doesn't want the narrative to be that he's not entertaining. That hurts his feelings.
Like, I've done that before. Many years ago, there was a meme, a frog, like a cartoon frog.
It's on us. We're the problem here. We need to start finding Phil funny.
So I said, you know what? That's funny. Let's start using it. And I actually had them make a meme, like my face as the frog and shit. And guess what happened? When I owned the meme, they all just stopped using it, and it just went away.
Also, owning the meme every time with Phil has been a more or less obligation to participate in some way. You want the Why Am I Toxic emote? You better, I'm rubbing my fingers together. You better pay up. You guys want the frog emote? Fingers rubbing, better pay up. You guys want Panay points? Well, you better participate. All these owning of the meme has some sort of paywall behind it. So not only is it not funny, but it's furthermore paywalled. And then this guy wants to cry and say, it's these idiots. They don't like the thing. Now, it's true that it's not going to ever change things in the sense that we're not going to fork over cash. But that's just because, well, we know better. And second, we don't like you. His reasoning is just incorrect.
What I'm saying?
Well, then that's the solution.
Yeah, the frog image sucked. It's terrible. I didn't even know what it was at first. I thought he was just sick or something.
You see what I'm saying?
No, I see what you're saying. I totally get that, but what's the point? It's already done. Like, they're trying.
Because then you stay positive and you're having fun and you're winning instead of
I was
being
a security guard for 14 years. We use the same codes. That's cool.
But I get it. But who's perceiving me like that? Not
no
my
one.
viewers. My viewers are annoyed that they see it. My viewers are like, what the fuck is this spam?
How do they? How do you know this, DSP? They don't answer your questions about it.
Run rampant with it. You know, and that's the problem.
Now, what's his name here? What's his name?
This is some good Mountain Dew.
Is saying that's why the detractor streams are getting more viewers, because they let people say whatever they want. So you can't compete with them when you're banning. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But at the same time, you can't let people say whatever they want because these people are unhinged. You see what they do.
I'm not saying you allow them to post people's real names.
Exactly.
But hold on, DSP. Each of these memes that you owned, you banned people at first. And at no point was it insane. No one was going to come kicking down your door because you had a frog emote. This notion that he has to moderate people's speech because they're going to just say whatever they want. It's the slippery slope he always has. If I don't ban people for saying 220, people will start doxing each other. It's just a logical chain of conclusion. If I don't ban people from saying Panay, people are going to start saying the N-word in chat. Obviously.
There has to be some limit, and even over there, I think they have to do those.
I've not seen a single dent say they hurt.
I've
mostly just seen confusion.
Violation of TOS. But what I'm saying is, maybe it's time to let them go wild. Maybe it's time to let them have fun. Phil doesn't like this idea.
No, absolutely not.
With you, Phil.
Because he doesn't have control.
Here's the thing: I've done this before. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've tried all of this back in the day.
You've tried it all. Huh?
With YouTube, before I was a full-time streamer on YouTube, I told everyone's complaining that I'm moderating my comments too much, so I'm not going to moderate any video comments. So I stopped moderating entirely. I didn't even look at them, right? Within about 6 months of that, I had my longest...
Mboat has a way with wisdom. DSP sucks. He is a sort of black hole. He is a sort of void force that drains away from the environment around him. It's happened a lot of times where DSP was placed in a situation where any reasonable person, any average person, would be fairly entertaining in that position. DSP always finds a way to be lame. He always finds a way to be a loser. He always finds a way to not be funny or entertaining. That's why okay, I don't know, gotta be careful with my words here. I'm getting a little drunk. It's why it is that I don't like Ryan Reynolds. I don't like Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds kind of reminds me of Darkside Phil in that he is aggressively unfunny. And so DSP has that same kind of power. He's anti-joy. If joy is in the room, it becomes negated by his ability.
Term supporters coming to me and they're like, Phil, you got to actually do us a solid. We actually want you to turn off your video comments. I'm like, why? Like,
hell yeah, Trevin. But don't say 220.
Stuff, addresses are being posted. Like the most violent stuff. You spend it on burgers.
He's a Dementor.
He is. He really is. Because he does that with any of us. He drains the life out of any of us. And that is why people get tired of this dude, is that he never lets up on being sucky and shitty. He's a fun assassin. Which is kind of wild. You would think the DARPA would try and weaponize DSP if they could. I mean, yeah, okay, so you make an anti-fun bomb. And why that's useful, because you would think, well, what's an anti-fun bomb going to do for you? You do use it in warfare, because if the opposing side is camping or, they're in position and they're about to do their attack, usually they're drinking or partying it up a little bit beforehand, right? They want to renew their spirits. So you hit them with an anti-fun bomb. And now everyone's miserable, everyone has gout, everyone's kind of pissed off. They're not going to do so well tomorrow when it's time to start their offensive. So yeah, DARPA should weaponize Darkside Phil.
I was okay with the first two, and then it got a little bit crazy after that.
So I actually had to turn.
Thank you very much, NWO News. I appreciate it.
Instituted an auto system to catch the bad shit, so now I don't have to sit there moderating it.
Well, it doesn't explode, but it makes everyone's day worse.
Comments on again because YouTube has that system. So that's what I mean. These people.
So you kind of wouldn't even notice it went off.
Miles because you gave them the inch. They're not rational fucking people. I wish I could roll with it, but then the whole chat would just be 220 all day, and no normal viewer would be able to say anything.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying.
Not really.
I just feel like it's not a zero-sum game.
It is for
Like, I
Phil.
feel
It's
like
always
you could
everything
win
or nothing.
and the detractors
It's
could win.
black and white, buddy.
And everybody could win and like create content together in the
Did you guys hear that
ecosystem, you know what I'm
Shakira was
saying?
brought up on charges?
But like, it doesn't seem like
Her hips
from what
committed
you're saying
slander.
that that's possible. But maybe it is if we change our mindsets a little bit.
I don't believe so,
If they would
Game
work
Master.
with me on shit, like realistically, I would be open-minded to doing
Wait,
stuff.
what?
Mindsets saying that that's possible, but maybe it is if we change our mindsets a little bit.
If they would work with me on shit, like realistically, I would be open-minded to doing stuff. But the problem is they don't. That's really the problem. Is the problem is they want to monetize as much as possible. Now, how do you monetize as much as possible? You go as extreme as you can because that's what gets you the views. Instead of it being let's razz Phil today about something, right? It's let's actually make something up that didn't happen and pass it as a fact. And that's where I draw.
That's slander, DSP. That is slander. Also, he again just assumes we're all some sort of hive mind. Are there people in the Detractorverse that are a little bit energetic in their extreme responses to Phil? Yes, absolutely. And are they popular? Yes, absolutely. And there's nothing negative about that. It's all about your different approaches to things. But then there's also just as many, if not more, detractors who are very calm and articulate in pointing out DSP shortcomings. You know, we've got people who do rather, I don't want to say this in a negative sense, but I want to say it from DSP's perspective. DSP would say that they're boring, that they do basically DSP data. Now, I don't find it boring because it's fascinating stuff about DSP no matter how much you slice it. But DSP just equates everyone on this extreme end. Everyone's crazy. Everyone's saying slurs all the time. Everyone is making up slander about Phil all the time. It's kind of that zero-sum game that he brought up earlier. It's DSP is a binary thinking individual. You're either a supporter of his or you're a raving lunatic. There's really no in between. There can't be an in between because otherwise, why would you criticize me? You have to be crazy. And there's the whole thing with slander is frustrating because for DSP, if you say things that he said, that's not true. You made it up. If you show a clip of him saying something, that's not true. You made it up. There's no context. So with DSP saying that we slander him, just take a minute to think about that. We don't slander this dude. I'll go ahead and out myself. I think if anyone really slanders this dude, it's me. I slander this guy all the time, but it's very clear I'm not serious. It's very clear I don't mean what I'm saying about Phil. But because I know I slander Phil all the time, I know that you guys don't. Most people don't slander Phil. They don't need to. There's no need to slander Phil. He does that perfectly fine on his own.
The line. There's a difference between Phil's dumb. He played a game shitty. He did this wrong. He did that wrong.
People do that. People do that. You still call them shitheads.
If it really happened, why would it matter? If they made it up, why would it matter? Because it's not true.
It's vile stuff. Some of the stuff they say. You know, like Duty said that Duty actually literally said this in a video. Phil said that he thinks that executives should be thrown into the street and publicly shot. And here's the video. He did it with the timestamp.
I think that's cool.
But
there you go. See, DSP, you should say it.
To action his viewers to report me for it. And that's the problem, is if people are taking these erroneous actions.
But DSP, you've been doing this for 16 years. If you've been doing this for 16 years and you keep getting taken out of context and you keep having your words misconstrued and you keep having things altered to fit agendas, after a while that does reflect on you. That reflects on your inability to articulate yourself well. I saw the video that he's talking about with Duty. I do kind of think that Duty was being incorrect for making it a statement, saying that DSP did this. What he should have done was frame it as, it sure sounds like DSP said this. Because yeah, it does sound like DSP is advocating for them to be shot. However, again, I'm coming to DSP's side. Does that make me a crazy detractor now, DSP? Am I on your side? Yeah, DSP didn't say shoot them. But the way that he framed it, you could understand why people came to that conclusion. It wasn't an insane conclusion. And that alone is feedback in a way. DSP doesn't see how that's feedback. He just sees it as slander. The feedback is do better on how you say things. Do better with how you articulate your thoughts. Do better with how you yell at people and wish ill will upon people. Do better. This guy is complaining all the time about how no one wants to see DSP improve. Well, the way I see it, that was a call for improvement, DSP. Maybe improve not being a stupid asshole all the time.
What if I get hurt by it?
You
know what I'm saying?
Asking? See, that's what I think is bizarre, is the guys who...
Yeah, and the titles are sensationalized because that's the algorithm.
Then the gravy train is over for them.
Big ups, Doomer Ziggy.
There is no detractor content, hence there is no money. You know what I mean? So it's just baffling to me that they would suggest such a thing as that.
There's been many times where DSP didn't say something, but I would think that the average person would be easily led to that conclusion.
In the
and DSP
day,
can
like
call them
the
brainless for it, but it's DSP just makes
Look
it
at this
easy to
fucking
come to
show
those
that we do
conclusions.
every week where I get made fun of constantly. I think
what you need to do is cut a behind the scenes deal with the detractors for a certain cut of the revenue.
Oh hell yeah, Phil.
Sure
dude, come on, man. I'll cut you in, man.
Maybe they will.
I'll cut you. You can get visitation time with the puppet.
Phil merchandise or something like that, Phil.
All right, detractors, everyone, contact me. And we'll talk about sending.
You can't. I'm blocked, idiot.
This is the thing. Is it's actually the case? Is it's the secret?
And that's a good point as well. When it comes to duty, DSP again just assumes we're all a hive mind. We're all like duty. Everyone is duty, except where's everyone else's videos saying the things that duty says? And there's a great portion of the Detractorverse who doesn't like duty, who can't stand him. I would say the majority opinion is negative towards duty. And DSP doesn't see that as the clear indication that this is not a hive mind. Instead, he just more or less kind of ignores it. It's weird that he does this. He doesn't even try and use the approach of, well, get him under control. Because, well, what could we do? Well, okay, let's sanction duty, everyone. That's it. We're all sanctioning duty. Stop his ships from entering harbors. There's nothing we can do. And if we don't like him, we just don't watch him. It's that simple. I guess what we need to do is, as a Detractorverse, I guess we just need to, I don't know, do the whole bar of soap and a towel thing from Full Metal Jacket. We just need to do that to duty. Because otherwise, DSP won't be happy. I mean, we'll be happy.
Already sending Phil money. And they just don't know that by supporting their favorite.
Wait, is this the guy that masturbated on the live stream? No, that's the dude who showed his asshole.
Phil, okay, one final one here on Grill, Phil. So I was watching earlier today, you talked about a story about like some developers that got laid off.
Yeah.
And you were talking about how you got laid off at a helicopter company one time. And
oh yeah, please tell us about this.
A day in the life of Phil at the helicopter company. Like, what did you do there?
Oh,
Ashton, I can help you with that. There's a video on my channel where you can see DSP working at the helicopter place. You should check it out.
It's interesting. I started off as a customer service rep, where I worked for the repairs part.
Yeah, exactly.
What would happen is, let's say you're a company who owns a helicopter, and your helicopter has a breakdown, right? Oh shit!
It has emotional, mental breakdown. So you get therapy for the helicopter.
Getting your part in. And then getting it to our repair shop, because we had an in-home repair shop or in-house repair shop. Or if we couldn't do it, I would find a place in the world.
There's a place in Sri Lanka. Can you make it? You got a helicopter, right?
Pay us, and then we'd send it back to you. Or in some cases, we had loaner parts.
Definitely Liquid Curl. I like that he's a failed Nepo baby. That's infinitely funnier. Nepo babies are kind of toxified, but a failed Nepo baby is hilarious.
They wanted me to do what's called continuous improvement work, where you have to do all this. You have to do all this training on how to basically analyze a process.
Yes, he does, Imbode.
So you trained people?
Wait, no, he doesn't.
No, they trained me, and then
it looks like it says Jaka Mania. I don't know.
I trained people on continuous improvement.
My eyes are
bad. Ran giant projects. I actually
can't you just give the helicopter a ability? See, that's the negative memes you can't say in DSP's chat. Now everyone's going to be saying helicopter memes.
The application of continuous improvement, and then you do that during your pre-stream where you tell everybody, well, what did I do wrong? Why didn't we hit the goal, guys? What can we do to improve? I'm starting to see. So they actually must have had a lot of faith in you then to make you the head trainer.
Well, I wasn't the head trainer. Oh, no. I was.
No, that would have
in
been
my
really
department,
stupid.
I was the guy responsible for continuous improvement. So I actually ran a huge event where everyone involved with this process got together, and we were in boardrooms constantly. We were doing these, mapping it out. Where's
Dude,
the
I would
bottleneck?
pay
What's
so
not
much
working?
money to
What's
see
working?
that.
And we redesigned the entire process from the ground up. We had the IT department redesign the whole coding of the process to put in the part information and shit.
I would give anything to see these meetings. Because we've seen DSP's exaggerations. We've seen DSP's grasp of reality. We've seen DSP exaggerate the extent of how much something was important. Remember, that panel that he did at that convention, it was standing room only. It was a fire hazard. DSP is so popular. The fire marshal had to come in and say, Darkside Phil, I know you're the coolest dude ever, but we can't have all these people in one room like this. And then he banned him because, DSP takes no shit from no one. So DSP looks back at that event and says it's standing room only. So these tales of his immense worker penis that he had at these boardroom meetings, everyone was there. The entire company was there in the boardroom listening to Phil. None of this shit happened, or at the very least, it didn't happen as much as DSP said it was happening. It happened maybe twice, and you had maybe his boss, you had maybe one dude from IT, and you had the janitor in the back emptying the trash can. That was it. Maybe, if even those two dudes showed up. And DSP gave a shitty report about how the IT department needs to work on the website. I don't like it. It's very buggy. The inputs drop. You need to fix it. The IT guy's writing down on his memo pad 220. Okay, Mr. Brunell, thank you very much for the feedback. We'll make sure to completely reconfigure the internet mainframe matrix, whatever it was. We'll make sure that's working correctly, DSP. All right, thank you very much. Meeting adjourned. It was probably nothing. But DSP, of course, he has to make things so much more dramatic than they are. And that is your indication that he's lying.
Was doing that.
I do not have the puppy yet. I ordered him, though.
They basically didn't know what to do with me because they didn't need me in customer
I've been
support
checking
anymore,
all the time to see if there's any updates.
So I did all that work, and then they fucking cut the cord and laid my ass off.
But from what I understood, wasn't your father the head honcho of this company?
No, not at all. He was in the company, but he wasn't head honcho. He was a very small potatoes.
Wasn't he?
What the hell, Game Master?
Though?
No, not at all. He was.
What they say is that he got you hired, that it was a nepo hire.
No, he had no clout in that whatsoever. When I was hired, he wasn't even working with the same people or in the same building.
That's not necessarily how this works, though, because DSP and I have mirrored lives. My dad helped me get a job at the place that he worked at, and my dad, I would say, was not really big on the totem pole. But what my dad did have is he had a gift with communication. He had a way of talking to the right people in the right ways and saying, hey, my kid's hiring. Could you just double check his scores whenever you think he might be pretty close? Something like that. Just something small. Now, when I zoom out and look at it, yeah, that is a form of nepotism. It's a person using their influence or abilities or whatever or placement to help someone that they're related to. Because nepotism does exist on a continuum. You can be the CEO who hires your son, or you can be the dude who puts in a good word with the hiring guys. It's all of that level. So DSP is trying to weasel his way out of there by effectively saying that his dad was a nobody, which is really harsh. It's harsh to say that about your own dad. Yeah, my dad was a complete loser at his job. No one liked this guy. They always pantsed him and slapped him around and stuff, call him a 220, whatever that meant. So he needs to kind of shit on his dad to make himself feel better about how he got hired. That's not the right way to do it, and you are still hired because of nepotism. Because he put a good word in.
Completely different department and everything. Some people knew him in the company, but that's definitely not why I got hired. I got interviewed by 3 separate managers for
Dapper Dragon. It's only a negative if it's on that higher end of the continuum.
Question for everyone about my mic.
What, Phil? What? What about your damn mic?
Cutting off slightly recently.
Oh.
Like when I'm
when people really brought it up, you banned them, DSP,
cutting off,
and told them that they were wrong.
I want to know if that's fixed tonight, because tonight I went and messed with.
It's gonna be the first clone.
Filter.
Why are you entertaining
noise gate. I made it a little bit more lax. I believe.
Probably Embode, because that's also part of it. It could very well be that Papa Burnell was more accomplished in this, but DSP needs to shit on him right now.
My microphone still sounds like it's dropping off when I'm talking very low. It's not often, But like, for example, I was actually making a highlight from the podcast earlier today, and during the stuff I was clipping, it distinctly dropped off twice. It's not that you couldn't tell what I was saying, but it was
of course
that
not
it
a human
did drop off to begin with. So please give me that feedback.
Thanks for the snort. The microphone is catching the snort, DSP. That's technically feedback. Come on, you can't ban me.
And I want to make sure that I did it right. Okay. I'm just
16-year streamer help with my shit. DSP Ant owned a car dealership. His dad's side, he talked about it in an update. That's cool.
Earlier today.
Wait, the ant with gout?
We hit the goals. Not only did we hit one goal, we
Dimmer
hit 2
Ziggy,
goals.
I caught your last stream. It was hype. I enjoyed it.
Goals total, and we did DSP Tries It, Shamrock Shake, and the Angel Reese.
I love DSP archaeology. I'm fascinated with that. Whoever manages to get that tape of his graduation speech, man.
It just went live like an hour
I guess it's kind of like
in my opinion,
you know, you have different ways of winning
to test it out and see exactly
the top medals of the Detractors. You know, some people win lifetime achievement awards, stuff like that.
You guys would
archaeological awards. There should be one.
And let me know what you think. Okay, hopefully you'll enjoy it.
Not Gaudian.
So now we're working towards 30. And as we've already talked about,
his Gaudian was where he was getting his money from.
One of two things. We could either do DSP Tries It Panda Express, which I have literally never done before. Ever.
Oh, big ups, man.
Panda Express,
Novelty gets results, DSP.
Or
you've never had haggis. You should eat haggis.
Wendy's shake.
I love
Apparently
haggis.
they're doing a thin mince shake.
What?
To tie in with the Girl Scouts of America.
Thin mint shake? That's just a shamrock shake, DSP.
Supposed to start,
the shamrock is mint.
So perfect timing for when we're gonna hit 30 goals.
I guess it could have pieces of chocolate in it too. Never mind. You're fine,
about
Phil.
What you want, and you know, we'll go from there. All right. One of those two, I would say, would be the next options that would make sense.
Oh, goodness.
Ooh, excuse me. So
I'm good, Holly. How are you?
Very much.
I'm a little buzzed. I'm all right though. I'm all right to stream. Officer, I can stream perfectly fine. All right. Just because I'm on the sidewalk a little bit.
And it's weird.
What's weird, Phil?
Basically, it's life is strange, but there's no supernatural powers. But instead, using a camcorder to record, almost like the game Pokemon Snap.
Oh, hell yeah, man!
It feels like that.
That's a blast from the past. DSP, we should play that. Turn this shit off.
Tallies of how many you've recorded and stuff like that, just like Pokemon Snap.
Dude, what the fuck? I threw that pester ball perfectly.
So
what?
It's kind of interesting in that regard.
How do I catch Mew?
At the same time, there's some cringy writing, and already we got to a point in the story where it's like, ugh.
Yeah, probably, Liquid Girl. Do you know how fast you were streaming back there, buddy? Look, I was going as fast as everyone else, all right?
So, anyway, how does it sound? Did it sound better?
It sounds phenomenal, Phil. It's inspired me to donate.
If I do this, now you can hear me, but I have to be like right in front of the mic.
Oh, that's going to be hilarious because you're going to be flying all over the place and you can't hear this dude.
Yes, you can, right? It picks it up over.
How do I catch cat? You need a heavy ball.
It doesn't pick it up back here at all. Pops off, right? Yeah.
I like Pokemon Snap. I used to use the kiosk at Blockbuster to print out my dudes. I took a bunch of pictures of Mew and had those printed out. Had them on my one of my binders at school.
I think as long as it's not dropping out when it's pointing at me, I'm happy. You know what I mean? My problem was.
Oh, I'm glad you're happy, Phil. Let's see how long that lasts.
While I was just talking normally, and I was here.
That's cool, Doomer Ziggy. That's cool. I'm gonna talk. Doomer Ziggy helped me. Well, he helped me out as best he could. He helped me with the this how you don't play.
Guys, tell me how it sounds.
I was praying there.
Right now, I'm actually
that Doomer Ziggy.
And if talking a lot lower,
snap, find that video part.
The other thing,
but it was taken down by WWE, those miserable bastards. But thank you, Doomer Ziggy, for your help on that. I wanted to thank you. I appreciate that.
And I need to adjust it again. So let's tonight see how it looks. Okay.
Oh man, DSP, let's get to content. Let's go, gameplay, idiot. Or T. What are we doing here? Did the chicks just flock to you in your Mew? Yeah, usually women did flock to me in school, but they always had some sort of restraining order in their hand.
There's no way to tell right now. What's up, Captain? Captain, you're actually here all day today. Wow, he says there was snow and his work closed. Oh, wow.
Oh, that's crazy, man. DSP, do you ever get snowed out of your job?
Yakuza or Life is Strange?
DSP should try and do that one. DSP should mess with us more, I think. DSP says on his community post, I can't stream today, it's snowing. Traffic is really bad.
Life is Strange, or you talking about these games?
We're going to find it funny, but, you know, might as well.
This is how characters would be in real life. Like, this person would act like this. It's like, tell these people
Obviously,
have no real life
Casper.
experience if this is what they think people
Why is
act
Game
like,
Grumps playing Sonic Adventure 2? I didn't realize those dudes were still together until fairly recently.
The bass in my
thought
voice
they
is so
broke
real
up
right
or
now.
something.
I don't know why you would think that. I didn't address the bass. The only thing I did, I made the mic slightly more sensitive.
Did you see the
Now it should pick
30-minute
up more
fantasy
sounds,
stuff? Your
but,
Venom can have wizard hat.
it
I
makes
saw
up the
that I
gain now, so
can
it
make
doesn't.
Blood Ninja. I also saw that they had a bonfire. That's pretty sweet. I'd get the bonfire thing.
Okay. We actually have a couple shout outs to do before we even start tonight.
Let's go,
take a
Slut
look. So we start off with a generous, generous contribution to start the night.
Very cool.
It is a, let's see here, a $50 tip. Let's see.
That's funny, Valoran.
It's a giant message.
That face is to disable. That's horrible.
This message is so large it cut off. I'm serious.
Oh, it's too girthy, eh?
Finish. So it's a $50 tip, and I'm going to read
DSP, I'm at my most susceptible to entertainment right now. I'm a little buzzed. I'm excited to see gameplay. Shut up.
So $50.
Liquid Carl, there's a million things he could do. He'll do it in a couple years and say he thought of it.
But let's get that on the leaderboard. What a great start.
Boy. So I'll do a plug here. Tomorrow, we're doing Internet Asylum.
So,
we're discussing Six Arrogant. Cardinals is joining us, and he's going to brief us on this guy.
First off,
He's a pretty funny guy. He's a complete menace to society, but he's still funny.
Stuck watching you, even when most of them don't like you. All right, let's clarify something.
What's that?
No one is stuck watching me. Literally, there's not a single person on Earth who has to watch me. No one's forcing you to do it. It's not against your will. If you're watching me right now,
that's not what stuck means, DSP.
You chose to do it, and no
stuck
one else.
is
stop blaming others.
Okay,
right?
That was weird.
Oh, I don't
That's a
like
weird
it,
response.
I'm watching you. I'm stuck. You're not stuck. You could literally at this moment.
It's not what stuck exactly means, dumbass.
Close this streamer restreaming this.
Yeah, exactly, SD.
Video, you could just close it.
It's
and
true.
Go do something else with your life. I've never heard anything so.
You guys could be streaming on your own and begging for money.
Now let's continue.
You guys could have a real job.
I like to share my perspective on why so many are stuck watching you, even when most of them don't like you. I believe a lot of us have become exhausted by fakeness and entertainment. Even reality shows on major networks are guided and edited now to some extent. They were always, by the way, for the record, they were always staged. You're unique in the sense that you give us a consistent window into your far from perfect life. You have real problems and real shortcomings.
Oh yeah, real problems like getting the mail.
I've been following you since 2017, and since it's been a casual habit.
I'm starting to get sleepy. DSP entertained me immediately.
As background noise while I'm doing something else. I think 3 elements make you interesting. Is your consistency, your flaws, and the fact that you're not a totally depraved or horrible guy. I don't enjoy hearing about people like Cyrax or Christian because they're so, and then it cuts off.
Oh, are you saying they're not sexual deviants? DSP's too much of an...
Well, I think I kind of understand what he was saying.
DSP's a gooner, man. He got all that out of his system in a sort of way.
I appreciate that very generous
No, I'm actually enjoying my anger. Exactly. That's how I feel.
You know that when you see me, it's real emotion. It's not something...
This guy is kind of correct, though. It is true that DSP is a weird respite from TV. Like, I can't go back to watching TV after watching this, dude.
And everything.
What's going to be on TV that's as fascinating as this?
You know, some kind of a character that I'm playing.
Yeah, you're not a character. You're a crazy asshole, though.
And as you know, I ham it up asking for contributions and things now. There's some things that I ham up.
I ham it up. This begging is ham.
What you're watching here is real, right? And even though I make mistakes, you're right. I haven't murdered anyone. I haven't done something insanely depraved. I've committed crimes.
You've committed several crimes, DSP. It's okay, though.
You know, the things that I've
You've also broke TOS like a depraved madman.
People still insanely obsessed.
220, yeah, exactly.
King Michael, good evening. How you doing, man?
Man, depression's kicking my ass. 700 stream games plus console, and I'm like, nothing looks good. I know that feeling, man. Hey, you know what you should do, Dapper Dragon?
Okay, he continued with the
This is legitimate advice. Get drunk and play.
Unhinged or insane. It's not fun to casually listen to. For most of my time following you,
the hell's it called?
Call it hate watching.
Retro Wave World. Get drunk and play that. You'll feel better. I promise you.
Your antics, but Phil, I was starting to like you. I think you handled Truth Seekers really well.
Did you?
I like this based Phil that is unapologetic and rolling with the memes about himself.
He's not rolling. He just mentioned that he doesn't do that. DSP, correct this man.
The whole truth about everything, and it's hard to fully get behind you when I know you're not being honest. If you can become 100% real with us, turn this detractor into a fan to all the best and keep it anonymous. So I don't.
Yeah, that's not true. That's not true.
None
None of that's true.
I actually didn't look at your email address.
That's not true either.
But I didn't look. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing.
That's another new clone.
Again,
that's not true, Phil.
The stuff that people are still obsessing over and bringing up, oh, he's so dishonest about this, is stuff from so far in the past. It's stuff that doesn't affect today at all.
Then why do you talk about the past if it doesn't affect you so much, DSP?
The money, but then he spent it on something else.
Talking about the trolls and how they ruined your life in the past. How is that relevant anymore?
I'm not in bankruptcy anymore. I'm good. I'm not.
Things in the past don't matter. Okay. Another new clone.
Right? So what are we talking about?
It doesn't matter, DSP. Boo, 2 out of 10 LARP. Yeah, that was a pretty lame LARP.
Effing obsessed with these things from the past and act like they're still pertinent to today or that they're still happening today.
It's pertinent that you've never answered for, DSP. There's no statute of limitations in reality. There's a statute of limitations when it comes to prosecution.
Like, how do I change someone from being insanely obsessed?
But you have been an asshole in the past, and you'll always have that brought up.
To reality today, I don't know. I really don't know how to stop that behavior. Because it's not me creating it.
Yeah, well, DSP, I was only negative to you in the past. Because everything is technically in the past. There's really no such thing as the present. There's the past and the future. Like that last sentence I just said. It's in the past, man. You can't judge me for that.
No, I'm not sitting here.
You can't criticize me. I said your wife was fat in the past.
My content. No, I'm not milking people who are on disability. No.
Yes, you are.
I'm not saying, please pay me money or else I will lose my home and I will lose everything. I don't do that. There was a time many years ago. That's in the past. Now it's
exactly.
Very different.
Fourth Rider, it doesn't matter now. I'm cool.
So the thing is, I'm just gonna be honest with everyone.
Yeah, if the past is irrelevant, DSP would have nothing to talk about.
Years ago, you can't get over because you don't think you ever got the truth out of me. Move on. Because it doesn't apply. It's completely worthless. The point you're obsessed with. It's mania. It's actual mental illness.
Yeah, it's mental illness to watch me being an asshole.
Right? I've admitted that I spent tons of money on mobile games. I've admitted that I was bad with my money and I blew it or didn't spend it right.
It's not even so much that you're bad with your money, DSP. We're all to some extent bad with our money. The problem is that you put it on other people's shoulders. The problem is that you lied.
Why are we still talking about
It's not a crime to be human. It's a crime to lie. Well, it's not a crime either. It's a crime to lie about being human.
Right? I'm doing consistent content with other creators. That's good content.
It's not good content.
Different kinds of games. My setup is completely different.
Matter if it was in the past, you still do it.
On my show.
Yeah, and you've never really answered for it. You just say it doesn't matter.
Why are we harping on back when I was some rinky idiot?
Probably Liddy Jen.
Was blowing all his money on nonsense. Didn't even have a dollar.
Can't hear you, Phil. Your mic's messed up.
Because he was so irresponsible. Why are we talking about that when that was over 5 years ago?
Over 5 years ago, DSP.
I don't get
but can I criticize you for the slave trade joke? That wasn't 5 years ago.
Change for the better. If you don't believe that, then you shouldn't stick around the people who don't like. Seriously. All right.
What about the criticism that you're a toxic asshole? Has that been 5 years?
And another stream about the same shit that we've already talked about. It's a waste of my time.
It's a waste of your time.
Your contribution.
But stupid ass LARPing, that's a good waste of my time, man. Hell yeah.
But what's in the past is in the past. Let's stop beating the dead horse. Thank you very much. Okay.
Oh, and the other plug, I stopped because of DSP. He was on his weird ass rant.
That's amazing. So,
Friday, we're doing Going Green. Broside Phil is joining me, and we're watching Last of Us. Last of Us 1, I believe. There's a couple different versions of Last of Us, and he and I will discuss which one we're watching.
And I hope that you guys will contribute tonight if you like the content, or if you just want to chill with me and you like my stuff. That would be great. We're already at 51 bucks.
Lynn lies about being human. Well, I'm a ninja. It's kind of different.
21 goals tonight would be great if we could do that. You know, everything counts. Super chats, super stickers, and memberships on the YouTube side.
Also, what does any of this matter?
Of course, tips.
Can someone tell me, someone who's got the math quickly on hand? I don't want you guys to do research, just if you know off the top of your head.
So,
what was the amount of time between
let's get going.
Pro Jared shitting on Phil, which he really didn't shit on Phil. Not really. I would say he didn't.
Thank you, Captain DCW.
The time between that moment and when DSP returned fire.
You notice
How long was that? Was it 2 years? DSP says that you can't be mad at him for things that were 2 years ago.
They're obsessed. They can't believe that Phil changed for the better. So now they have to bring up the things from 5 years ago.
You didn't change for the better, you moron. You're a horrible asshole now, past, future.
About what I'm doing anymore.
You're an obnoxious, festering shithead all the time, and that's all you're ever going to be. You're going to be 98 years old, and you're going to be a festering shithead. There's no change, idiot. Come on, man. Don't insult my intelligence like this. I'm not smart, but even that was insulting.
Yeah, they said that Rich was fired from...
What did you change? You still beg.
Apparently it happened. So, but the thing is,
again, the changes
I'm not really
are
following that shit. You know, there may be a
phantoms. Nothing's changed, my guy.
Follow it and pay attention to it, but right now I'm riding high on my
own stuff. I thought he'd get in keep up with drama. The detractor Illuminati, they're hurting me.
Someone was talking about him in chat, and I was like, he's so irrelevant. Why would
3 years? Okay,
Someone
3 years.
Said this in my chat. I swear
that's toxified.
What are you talking about? He's relevant again. He's on lolcow live, and he's getting thousands of. I said.
Thank you, Torchlight. All right, I only had the one can, so that's as outrageous I'm going to get tonight.
Okay.
I make sure to prevent alcoholism by only getting one tall boy at a time.
The mic cut there? You're saying the mic cut there?
I'm sorry, Phil, I didn't hear you. The mic cut out.
So that's what I'm trying to figure out, when it's cutting out. Hold on a second. Let's do a live test. Maybe I did this backwards.
The WWE Champions lives were 8 months ago. 8 months ago, not years. DSP's perception of time is bizarre. Things that happened 2 minutes ago happened never, and things that happened 3 years ago happened 20 years ago. I realize that people who knew him years ago are still alive. Point K's job. Yeah, nothing's. He has nothing he can say, man.
I think I might have done.
He's utterly resourceless with this discussion.
I'm not sure. It's cutting out more now.
What has changed, DSP? Break down for me 10 things that have changed for the better. They don't care that I've changed as a person. Then why am I still here, Phil? Why am I still here watching you be a dickhead?
So
why am I still here watching you beg for money? Why am I still here watching you get mad at games and blame the games? What's changed, Phil? If things have changed, why am I still here? Because I'm obsessed? No. Not that obsessed, DSP.
Reverse noise gate the wrong way. But now I think maybe it's better. You'll be able to hear me talking lower better.
What, you don't say slurs anymore, DSP? You don't say Jew jokes anymore? Is that the change?
Sway a bit and talk. It's perfect.
Wait. Excalibur, what number is he? What number is he?
A little better, even if I move. Is it cutting off?
Yeah, exactly, Silent Weapons. He lives on the Dark Souls
world. I made it worse rather than better. So this should be
he has money now. That's changed. There you go. The LEDs. That's the thing. I need to look at DSP's LEDs and say, wow, this guy's changed. I should stop detracting on him now. I should stop restreaming him. He's got a weird little Tesla light there in the background. Did you guys see the mic arm? I can't detract on this guy anymore. He's changed his whole life.
Okay. Keep in mind, I'm so new to all this.
Look at how positive his weird clouds are next to his mouse.
And you know, my neck is much better. I told you guys.
Exactly, Rum. He still does the same shit.
My neck
you could do
so much better.
Well, I was gonna say easy, but it would actually be pretty exhausting. You could do a breakdown of all the things that have not changed.
Like 100% probably within another week.
Excalibur, I'm going with the 220 joke.
Stuff when I'm bending it, but finally it's starting to feel good.
That's so funny as hell that he managed to do that with that placement.
Okay. Fatal Fury is tomorrow. Fatal Fury Beta is tomorrow. We're playing it.
It took him 10 years to change his underwear. Better late than never,
come on,
eh?
let's get some support other than the person who tipped. Let's get some subs over on
Come on, you jerks. Part with your money.
Let's get one.
By the way, DSP has changed. Did I mention that I've changed?
And then we'll begin with A-Vow.
DSP should have a sign behind him that says I'm changed, and he can point to it every once in a while.
Support spread across the board.
I'm a different man, even though I'm a complete shithead still. Even though I'm horrible to everyone all the time, I'm changed, man. I'm changed. I've reformed, all right? My probation has been a wake-up call for me. What's changed, my guy? You hurt my feelings, Phil. Oh, and we're next Monday we're doing the DSP winery. I'm not entirely sure.
No, I'm just moderating because, of course, trolls always speak up when I say something like that because they're morons.
Yeah, when I say something stupid and people call me on my stupidity, trolls show up. Yeah, that's. By the way, DSP's changed.
Well, Dave Triple H says, I'm surprised you're not
It's
playing
the same
Yakuza
old
tomorrow.
fucking
It's coming
shit,
out on Steam
Phil.
tomorrow. Even if it was, I want to play Fatal Fury.
Hit time
Like Pirate
changed.
Yakuza in Hawaii, that's a game that's going to be longer. We're going to be playing it for a long time.
It's the
I would
same
much rather
old
play Fatal
fucking
Fury
shit!
tomorrow, so that's what we're doing. And we got to finish
God damn!
Onimusha. I don't want.
I don't have a
Onimusha
picture
lingering forever. We gotta
on
wrap
me,
up this
paper
stuff.
thin,
We
but
already
I've
beat
seen it.
Misguided 2 Black. Let's beat
I've seen
Onimusha.
his
Then we can
disaster
focus
area
solely
he's
on all
got
this
set
new
up.
stuff.
He inspires me to work on my keyboard management. I really need to. The thing stopping me from doing cable management right now is I need to get some new surge protectors anyway. So that's kind of been the thing, is that as soon as I get those surge protectors, I'll fix all the shit.
Try in Fatal Fury tomorrow.
But mine is not nearly as
on how
bad
much
as
time
DSP. At
we
least
have
you
to play
can't
it, 'cause I'm
trip
gonna have
over
a major
this.
stream
It's just a
tomorrow,
mess
Friday
back
night
there.
fights, and probably I'm going to play it Sunday as well. I'll see how many characters
No
I
one's
can
falling
try,
on the floor
but
from
I mean,
this.
realistically, I probably won't be able to play with all of them. But
Last question here. Do you think Detractors succeed or failed in ruining
and she
Phil?
was in some King of Fighters as well.
Well, the easy answer to that is we didn't ruin Phil. But a more nuanced answer to it is,
Right.
I would say
Well,
that
we got
we did.
absolutely no support.
DSP
Just no
has,
person who was
because he's a
generous. So I guess we'll
reactionary
start with the game.
dickhead,
It sure would be great if
all
you
of the
guys could support my
criticism that
content
we've
tonight
created
in some
about
way.
Phil,
Anything
DSP's
appreciated. Let's get it
reactive
going.
attitude about
would
it
really be a shame if we went
has
to gold tonight when we're
caused
starting
him
at $51.
irreparable
I
damage.
mean, it's ridiculous,
So I
but
guess you
I can't
could
make
make
you
the argument
contribute,
that
right?
we
I
did
can't
it,
make you do anything.
but it's still
Despite the
DSP
fact
is,
that we,
and
you know,
he's in control of his
wrong finger,
response.
wrong button. Sorry
He
about that.
chose to be an
It's playing
asshole.
some music right now. Despite the fact that, you know, my obsessed idiotic detractors think that I have some kind of like major crazy magic powers. I don't.
What magic powers do you think I believe you have, Phil? I don't think you have.
I
Well,
swear I really don't. I don't have the power to make you do anything.
I think you have
But I would
pig
hope that
roach
you like
luck.
the content enough that you'll support it tonight.
I can't
Okay.
make you do anything, but I will ask you like crazy. DSP inspired me to start streaming. If you can do it, you can do
I
it. My
can't
goal is
remember
6
the
regular
volume
viewers,
of
no
Avowed.
subs, no
We'll put it up
donos.
and we'll
Then
see what
there's
it looks
this.
like. I seriously
Then
can't
there's
remember
this
if
dent.
it's any good or not.
Agreed. I've had so
By
much
sharing
fun
shares
streaming.
already. That's stupid.
I've been DSP will you know what,
Did he
DSP,
ask you?
here's your victory lap. I'll give you a victory lap. My life in many ways was unfulfilled before I started doing streaming because I'm not a very social person. I don't like hanging out with people. I don't like coming to your house and hanging out. I don't like going out to get drinks with you. I don't like going out to dinner with you. I don't like doing that. I'm not interested, okay? I'd rather sit on my ass and work on a model kit or hang out with my wife. Who are you? You know? But I mean, I'll do it. And I was always looking for a way to hang out with people without leaving my house, if that makes any sense. And I did it, you know? I found a great way to hang out with some interesting, fascinating people. I love streaming. I look forward to streaming because I get to talk to some of the most interesting people I've known. And it's not even false praise in saying that. I'm surrounded by normies. Everyone is a damn normie. Everyone. Everyone's insightful statement is, I had Chili's on the weekend. That's it. That's the highlight of their life, which I guess is cool, but, you know, I'm not interested in that. I want to hear what you have to say about this or this, you know.
We played about 2.5
and,
hours of it.
yeah, so DSP, when he says, oh, these people have something wrong with their life, and that's why they become detractors. Well, I wouldn't say it's wrong. It's just something that was missing, and so I got that, and I'm happy about it.
Right? I don't think so.
I suppose I'll still give the W to Phil. Yeah, because of you, Phil, I've met some cool people. I will owe you thanks for that. Thank you, dickhead.
But we've been just doing all this stuff. And
yet he says Detractor channels have everyone brainwashed. Yeah, we have the pignosis.
Solve that quest.
No, Irie, you are not a normie. Not at all. No. None of, I would say none of you guys are normies. There's no normies here in the Detractorverse. It's kind of impossible. It's a natural filtering process. What the hell is this game? Who's that blue guy? Take his ass out. He's looking at you funny, DSP. Smash him into that
wall. Every game I've been
wall.
playing is different. Like earlier today, I played a game called Lost Records.
You talk about obsession with money and using it as a victory condition and a huge mental issue that causes a lot of problems for him. Yeah, he has this gamification of life and it's very toxified.
Turn off the light. My lights are off.
No, I mean turn off the camera, DSP.
You're right. I'm sorry. I didn't turn off the lights. You guys can see the purple and blue. My bad. Let me turn that off.
I don't know. Normie is, dude, I work with a power normie. He's the weirdest kind of normie because he thinks he's kind of edgy and cool. But he's the most normie dude ever. For him, what was that show? Office. The Office is edgy comedy. I'm like, The Office? The Office is edgy to you? Man, Aquatine and Hunger Force would make you explode if you think that shit's edgy. That's what I mean. People who would think that Octane Hunger Force is weird. That's normie. Oh, I don't like this show. It's bizarre. I can't watch this. Get out of my face, normie.
Like I said,
same thing with anime. Anime's got a real normie problem.
This is pretty much the typical start for any open world.
Even if I find someone who's interested in anime, they're normies. Let's talk about Naruto or One Piece. I'm like, bro, there's other animes out there, dude. You got tons of different options besides Naruto and One Piece. Yeah, you're right. I've been watching Jujutsu Kaisen. Normie shit, man.
Okay.
Now, I'm not saying you have to be unhinged, but why is it that everyone who says I'm into anime just brings up something that's mainstream? Come on now.
We're heading this way. A bear claw.
I never hear any of these people who are into anime really mention obscure ones or interesting ones. When was the last time you heard one of them bring up Monster? Or hell, you know what, Gundam? No one brings up Gundam. Not really.
Put this away for now.
Anyway,
you can't. That's why you can hold the button.
I'll move on.
Here you go.
If you don't know who Christian is, you're too normie for me.
Enemies or allies?
Give that kind of goober super. Do what now?
This looks like a human camp.
You're not edgy unless you've had security called on you and caused a lockdown on you.
Sure,
I've had security called on me, but I've always walked myself out. I'm not about to get tossed out, though I want to be. I just, at the time, I was like, okay. I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
That's where we were the whole time.
Go watch Gurren Lagann if you haven't. There you go. Because that's also... Gurren Lagann is interesting in that it's just far enough out of the beaten path of norminess that it is unnormy.
Grog. I stole some grog. Have I tried third person?
My anime pet peeve. I love Gundam. Which series? Oh, I just build the models. That's a pet peeve? I don't know. I guess I'm just happy that someone's building the models. But I do think they should watch the show. Because there's no way you have a full appreciation for the models until you play the show. Or watch the show. So I guess I just see that they're halfway to Nirvana. You're halfway there. Work on it. Speak for yourself and your followers. I'm a normal citizen. That's true, Sonic. You've done nothing weird at all.
What the? I don't want to dodge. You can hear
that stuff's kind of good normie though.
Copper and bringing
some anime should have never been made, like Made in the Abyss. That would basically show you watch if you hate yourself. There's a couple of anime like that.
Are those sleeves any good?
I was watching this thing with my wife, and it's kind of become our cringe content consumption. It's these anime dudes, and they do this. They do various game shows, like they do Jeopardy and they do Family Feud. It's the most normie shit I've seen in my life. It kind of hurts to watch, because they'll ask a question, a very good one that happened, and I sent it to my best friend. I'll see if I can find the clip later, because I'm a little too drunk right now. There was a segment, and the question was, it was anime quotes, and the quote was, take this, all of my love, all of my anger, and all of my sorrow, shining finger sword. I know who that is. That's the most manly man who's ever been manly. That's the coolest dude. I know who that is. It's Domon Kashu. And they were saying, oh, was it in Jujutsu Kaisen? Was it in Naruto? I'm like, shut up! Shut the hell up! You should be escorted out of the room for saying that kind of shit. That's on my compound, that gets you escorted out.
Funny. She looks...
The hell's wrong with you?
She looks like the main character of Lost Records, which I played earlier today.
The hell is wrong with you?
They look like the same person, except she has less freckles. What the hell?
Domon Kashu is cooler than any of those dorks, man. Domon Kashu kicked a mech to death. Come on now.
You were here earlier. You know what I'm talking about. Like, what the hell? Why is she... She jumped from game to game.
If someone didn't get hyped for the new episode of Zatch Bell back in the night, I don't want to hear their opinion about it. And that's kind of true as well. I think that normie anime of the past gets a pass because it was the trenches, You served your time on Outlaw Star. And it's not to say that Outlaw Star is bad. It's like, dude, you were there from the beginning. It's cool. You know what good stuff is. But if your introductory anime is One Piece, I'm not really interested in your opinion. I'm just not. It's not even necessarily negative. It's that, dude, you haven't been around enough for me to want to listen to you. Oh yeah, you're already dead? That's such a good one.
Take that, bitch. I hit the wrong button.
Shining figure! Domon Kashu's cool, man.
Look at that. Dude,
oh, it kicked her in the head, too. That's pretty cool. This game's awesome. Did Western Devs make this game? I think so.
The critical hit. She got fucked up.
I think my first ever anime was Sailor Moon, technically speaking. Because I remember Sailor Moon came on when I was a small child. Or maybe it was Speed Racer, probably, technically. Probably.
Okay.
But then Dragon Ball Z was the first anime I started actually watching.
What the hell is an arquebus?
Are you serious, DSP? It's
a hammer. I don't think I want, because I think for melee I want to go.
Isn't an arquebus a firearm, right?
It might be a better spear. I have the starter wand. Maybe I should ask for a better
Monogatari is not normie at all.
What is an arquebus?
No. It's a firearm, man.
Don't know what that is. It's all common items. Well,
oh yeah, Pokemon. Pokemon was big. I loved Pokemon. I liked watching Pokemon with my dad.
Oh, it's a
he made it so funny.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a boomstick, man. Remember when anime was on the Sci-Fi Channel later? Yes! Yes!
By the way,
I remember Ghost in the Shell was on there, I think.
How is the dialogue sounding? Is it alright? Because I can adjust the volume right now, it would make sense to do so. Does her voice sound really
Oh, by the way, on the subject of hentai, Seal, I looked up the title that someone told me, and they said, is that the hentai you're thinking of? That was not the one I was thinking of.
See what people have to say.
That guy said it pretty confidently. I'm not going to call you out, because that's not the point of my statement.
Hopefully that's
the point of my statement is just that was not the correct title. I watched it a long time ago. Like I said, when I first started realizing what hentai was, like, oh shit, it's animated porn, that's badass, let me watch some of this shit.
So
it was a long time ago, so I can't even really tell you that much. I just know that it had mecha, and the mecha looked like Hellgast.
They have very slow rate of fire, and their loud shots will alert enemies. Oh, okay.
Okay, so no stealth is allowed on this. That's awesome, Darksea. The real anime traditions were those in the 2000s anime cons with yaoi paddles and clump. Oh god, no. That's anime war crimes.
Parisian letter, just a bunch of crafting materials. Okay.
Whenever people try to talk about anime because they only really know the mainstream ones, it's why it is that I don't go to conventions anymore. I used to love going to anime conventions when they were a bit niche because you had a table for everything. I went to one with my wife a couple years back with my Japanese friend. It was a fun experience. It was really fun. He's a goofy dude. He's cool though. I wish I could do a stream with him, but he's very hard to get a hold of. But yeah, I went to that, and it was just table after table of Jujutsu Kaisen. Which, it doesn't even matter your feelings on Jujutsu Kaisen unless you really love it, because do you really want to go to a convention where every table is Jujutsu Kaisen? Every single one?
We're playing dice.
Sounds lame to me, man.
Candied nuts.
I think even if I went to a convention where it was nothing but JoJo stuff, I'd be rather bothered by it, because I want to get, I don't know, something else.
Real Vibe says, your DSP tries it is lucky. My local food place doesn't have that. Doesn't have what? The Shamrock Shake? They've added it to all-American.
What do we do? Oh god, I forgot DSP was here. Holy crap. DSP, how long have you been here?
Not following the rules.
Beyblade, I watched a little bit of Beyblade.
Okay. And Flame Nuts says, is the game good or what? I mean, as I said yesterday,
I
saw no reason to dislike it. It's running beautifully on my PC. Okay. The combat is sound and seems fun. So I don't really have a reason to dislike
even mecha has become shown in eyes too much, or it's too mainstream. I have no excitement for this new Gundam series whatsoever. And I do a lot of lurking on the Gundam community because I can't post anything without people getting all kinds of pissed at me. Which is fine. People get pissed at me, but I want you to work for it, frankly. But yeah, I do not like the new Gundam series. It looks stupid.
Yes, this is Game Pass.
It looks like wasted potential to me. And I saw the new Zaku. It looks like AI slop. I'm not interested in that design. It looks terrible.
Big building. We don't know what it is.
I don't know. I'm sure some people love it. I've saw a bunch of people say these are some of the best designs ever. Okay, if you say so. You can buy it. Got nothing to worry about. I'm not buying that model kit.
All right, before we do anything else, let's see what this is. This big purple thing that was been in the middle.
What purple thing are we talking about? Grimace? Did you watch Cross Age Land? I did not. It was always on my watch list, and I never got around to it. I used to have one. What was it? AnimeList.net or something was that website, and you could make your list of animes you've watched and need to watch and whatnot. It was on there.
Party camp. Okay. Let's see.
Cross Age, from what I understand, is pretty dirty.
You can speak with companions. You can do upgrades. You can enchant gear. You can.
It is very Skyrim-like, Irie. That's what I thought when we first loaded up. I thought that we were playing a Skyrim.
Right. That's a ton you can do. So let's see what we can do here.
Yeah, it is similar with you.
I haven't seen this much excitement in a while.
If you're getting mad at your opinions, maybe your opinions are wrong. Dude, at least in the Gundam universe,
there's,
everyone's
okay,
opinions are
materials,
always
you can
made fun
combine
of.
them with upgrade materials of
I
higher
rarely see an
quality.
opinion
Oh,
that's
God, let me just look
considered
at it. Stop
mainstream
this right
amongst
now.
them.
So
You
what
can
am I
say
wearing right
anything
now?
and
I'm wearing
people
a
will get
common
pissed at
dress
you.
clothes.
And it's not
I
even
could
like how
upgrade it if I
DSP
wanted.
describes
It says
people
I can
getting
use 4
pissed. People
pelts
say that
and
you're
2
stupid for
decent
not liking
ladder.
certain
What
things.
would the
Okay,
increase be?
kiss my ass. How about
It
that?
would go from common to common plus
You're
1.
stupid if you didn't like
See
Gundam Seed
that? And it would
Destiny.
give
Okay,
Ace
well,
3
I guess I'm
addition to damage
downright
reduction.
retarded then, because that shit
And it looks
sucked.
like, so take a look. See, it says selected upgrade common
What are we
quality
pointing
plus
at there,
1.
Jotaro? Put
So
your hand
basically,
down.
you need to do 3 levels of upgrade in common, and then it looks like it'll increase
I used
the
to watch so many
rarity of
animes
what
years
you're
ago. Job and a better
leveling
social life ruined my time to do so.
5.
Same.
Like,
I
through 3
whenever I
levels
get
of
the
5,
chance
they
to
can get
watch
it up
something, the
to
kind of the last thing I
exceptional.
want to watch is anime.
Yeah, there's a lot to think about here.
You know how the Outer
What
World
about
was
my
off-brand
weapons before
garbage
I look at
Fallout? This is the
this?
same group of people making an off-brand garbage
Here's,
of Oblivion. Okay, that makes sense.
Here we go. So my common
Okay, now I
sword,
know
probably
that's a
wanna try
pretty
upgrading
negative
my
opinion,
sword.
but was the
Oh, this
first
is
one
worth
good?
it. It goes from 16 to 24 damage. That's a pretty
I
good
only
increase.
enjoy bad shit. That's why I like
So
Seed.
let's try upgrading the sword. Let's try this, okay?
I'm not sure if Gundam fans truly believe it, if it's
Okay, so
just
8
all
damage
shit
increase is good.
posting.
Another 8 damage
But pretty much
increase.
everything that
We're
I
gonna
like,
run
people
out of,
don't like.
crafting
And I just
materials
assume
after
that,
this one, though.
I don't know, I guess I'm very outside of the loop on things. I love
Man, I'm gonna
MS
be
Igloo.
honest,
I
I
think
do
that
not
MS Igloo
like
is one of the best Gundam series
what
that
I'm
exists.
seeing.
But
Do you see
from
that it uses
everything
the
that I
same
hear,
item?
people say that MS
Why
Igloo
for a
suck.
sword and a
Okay,
shield?
if you say so.
Is it using a crazy
MS Igloo is rad,
amount
man.
of the same? It should be different. Sword and shield, like
Cat, I
defense
think
and
so,
offense,
too.
shouldn't be using the same items. Dude, he was
Corey in
using
the
the
house.
same
Get out of
item
here
for
with
the,
that.
for the breastplate too. Because I want to upgrade the shield. Look at that. The block.
I
Was
do
up by
like
4,
some
parry by
garbage every once in a while.
15, and resistance up by 3.
That's why I like
So I'm gonna do that.
G Savior. G Savior is peak garbage.
Okay. And that's it. Like I could do the sword again.
Bill
But I
will
would like to do
disavow
the
this
shield
game with
another
supporters
time,
low.
but
Oh yeah, there's
I
the
don't
play
have
on
enough
words
of
there.
anything, right? Can you break items down in this
I
game?
could, Sonic. I
Someone had
keep
mentioned you
forgetting that he's
can
here.
last time, right? No, Iron Shift Sakai, I'm playing on whatever the
This guy?
default is. I always play on default.
This is when he's
difficulty.
toxic, DSP. And this is when
Like,
it's just kind of general
Very
stuff.
short as armor. What is this?
What is this? It's a stick, man. You use
I
that
don't know. I
to
have no idea
sword
what this
fight
is.
with the. I don't know.
Materials. Oh, maybe this is just showing you how many materials you have.
It's true, Lionel.
What is
There is a
crafting?
Gundam for everyone.
Nothing. I can't do anything.
And that's why I'm saying, if you guys ever think, oh, I want to watch a Gundam series, but I'm not watching
how
the
would
entire
you break
franchise,
down
I
your
completely
extra
understand that.
items?
There's
I
a
have a
lot of
ton.
stuff.
I would like to
If you
break
got
them
something
down, the ones I'm
specifically
not
you're looking
using.
for, I'll hook you
Does
up.
anyone know how to do that?
I want to watch something dog shit. I got you, man.
Like, let's say I wanted to break this down.
All right.
Transmogrify?
You should start breakdancing. I've watched some Chainsaw Man. I thought it was pretty good, and I haven't watched any Dan
That's
to
just
Dan.
appearance,
I did
isn't
read the book that Dan to Dan is based
it's
on
just
by
appearance, that's all that
Trey
is.
Hamburger.
That's not it.
Outer Worlds was
Equip,
mid at best. It had
stashing
one
camp.
cool tech
Hold
idea,
to
but the
break
entire game was
down.
LOL Corpus
So if I
suck.
hold
I'm alright
X,
with
I'll
bad
break this down.
and playing worse characters. Oh, it doesn't sound very
What did I
nuanced.
get? I got some pelts.
I did
Oh,
appreciate
okay.
that the main character of Chainsaw
Pelts break
Man
this
was
junk down.
unabashedly kind
Pelt added inventory.
of gross.
Pelt added
His whole
inventory.
ambition was to
Pelt
feel
added
up
inventory.
women,
Cool.
which
I don't
okay. I
need
mean,
two
if that's your
common
ambition, that's your
breastplates.
ambition.
I got another pelt. Okay, what about weapons? Because I got a ton of duplicate weapons. Let's get rid of this wand. That gave me a
Why does
brand.
DSP character
I
look
only
like
need at
this?
least
Why didn't he
one
edit his
spear.
character? There's a couple cadence.
Man, I got a lot of common shit. I've double common axe. Let's get rid of one of those. They gave me an iron chunk.
When have they gotten to the part in Dan to Dan where they're haunted
I
by
don't
the
think I need
flying
the
hot
bow
pocket
anymore,
yet?
Because I got the
Or the
wand,
teleporting
and I'm
hot
also-
pocket,
I
not
got the
flying.
gun. So
There's a
I don't need the
flying
bow
green
anymore.
head in the original book.
So I'm gonna get rid of the bow.
What other things? They run into a homeless man who
Two
has a
branches,
flipper.
that's good.
That's in the book.
I'm not gonna use the dagger. I don't think. Iron chunk.
They harass some scientists through letters in the book.
See,
That
I
was
could
pretty
use
good.
the spear and the sword because I want to use the shield so I can parry. So I'm probably only going to use the shield. I'm probably not going to use the heavy weapons, honestly. So I'll probably break those down too. All right. 2 iron chunks.
The book is
Cool.
great. It's from the same author who did Real Ultimate
Another
Power.
2 iron chunks. And you know what? I'll get rid of the axe too.
It's not as good as Real Ultimate Power, but it's still
Okay.
worth reading.
So now I got the wand for magic. I got the sword and the spear I can alternate between. I got my upgraded shield. All right.
Bill looked at and walked past a purple chest in Avowed yesterday, but he loots every
Go
green
and
light
break
he
down
sees.
anything here. Yeah, the
It's
core
the incorrect
clothes.
lights, man.
What just happened? They were stashed. Oh, I can't break these down.
Big O,
No, I
big
can't.
O, big O.
I can't break these
Big
down. I
O,
can only
Big O.
stash.
That's a good ass
Watch
song.
the stash and stuff.
I like Big O. I like how Big O's power was punch +2. That's pretty cool. punch you in the chest, and then the pile driver kicks in and he puts a hole in your chest.
Okay.
Big O is pretty high.
So maybe I can cook. Maybe I can make some food. We'll have to go over to the...
All right, Phil, let's cook some stuff.
To the, probably like...
Avowed has the PoE games to build on. I want to try it, but no way in hell I'm paying
so now,
$70 for this?
For this?
Oh, no, that's not happening.
Right? My problem is the paradisant ladder. That's totally my problem.
Paradisant ladder?
Everything needs paradisant ladder to upgrade.
Oh, okay, okay, I haven't been paying attention.
I can upgrade my armor, but it's very minor increase. I would say the sword would be another great one because 8 increases, so it's another, like a third increase to damage. So either the sword or the shield. Oh, no, I can't do the shield. All right, let's do the sword. Let's do the sword again.
I need to catch up on JoJo. A new chapter just came out. I haven't read it yet. Okay. Don't tell me anything. I will be kind of bothered if you tell me spoilers.
All right, so we did our first upgrades. Cool.
I mean, I can't stop you, but just know that you are breaking my heart.
Very nice. So
I'm not going to ban you either. Just know that you... I'm going to post a little picture of a sad kitten and just know that's who you're telling spoilers to.
Unique weapon from the left side of the screen and enchant it. I don't think I have a unique weapon, do I? No, I don't. So I can't do that till we find...
But yeah, Darkseid knows Gundam stuff. It's cool.
Looks like if I talk to him, we get some lore. You can cook
because I'm used to explaining Gundam. I realize that it's kind of mansplaining or condescending in a way.
Well, this is interesting.
Whenever I talk to people and immediately explain Gundam to them. Darkseid didn't need any explanation whatsoever when he was making my emblem. I said, yeah, so this is the Xeon emblem. It's from Gundam. It's just kind of silly, something I like. He's like, dude, I know what that is. Oh, cool, okay.
Loink? What is a bovigrand? I have a bovigrand.
I don't know. It sounds dirty, Phil. I don't think that's acceptable.
What are the better
spoilers? DSP is a ninny. DSP sucks and he's stupid.
Drinks, alcoholic drinks.
Diego comes back. Hell yeah, I love that guy.
And will restore your health based on the amount cured. Good lord.
They kiss.
Can I tell you the best recipes are?
So part 9 does this interesting thing. Maybe it's just me being drunk. I'm gonna say this. Part 9 does this weird thing of mutual assured destruction, where one of the characters is transgender.
Well, you know me, I'm a chocoholic.
Okay. And then the other character, who is that transgender's character's brother, who is the main character, Jodio, refuses to call the person by their preferred gender. So you have the recognition of transgender, but you also have a character just refusing to participate. So you kind of have a mutual assured destruction going on. So it's kind of an interesting way to solve that dilemma, you know?
One might, one constitution. This is great for combat. Yeah.
I'm sure at the end of the series they'll recognize it. But as for now, Jodio he always refers to what's her name, Dragona as his brother.
If I had a beetle jerky or a
and uses strictly masculine terms to describe his transgender brother, who identifies as a woman.
Or spiced beetle sausage, no.
Like I said, it's just mutual assured destruction because no matter who looks at it, they either think it's based or annoying, whichever direction. Yeah, I like Poco. What's his name? Paco, the dude with his stand that he can fuse things into his skin. He's kind of cool.
So I mean, cured ruck snout, roast, or loin. We have the ruck snout, don't we? Here you go. Cured ruck snout, loin. So let's make this.
What are you doing? Ruck snout?
Did it work?
Okay.
No, I gotta do it again.
There's a DSP reference in JoJo. There is DSP references in JoJo in Part 9. In Part 9, they established that money kinesis is a real thing.
Sausage. Look at this.
And they were able to harness it. That's pretty much what the entire central plot of Part 9 is money kinesis.
Instant cook.
I'll give a little bit of spoiler for Part 9. They find this rock, right? They haven't investigated that much. They don't really know what it's about. But they find this rock that has the ability to draw wealth towards it.
No, it is considered cooked.
And so the rock has money kinesis.
Yes, mariner's porridge. All right, I'm getting some good items here.
Oh shit, Capathic, maybe. Apparently that's how you should do it. There's no problem with having trans characters, but having every single character, especially forcing the player to agree, is just... I think my issue lies with, because it's kind of like why Quagmire. I don't like Quagmire because he's too heterosexual. And not to say that I'm bothered by it, it's like he only has one line of dialogue, and that's, I've had sex with a woman. That's it. That's the entire joke line of Quagmire. And I feel like when you pigeon your hole in such a situation like that, where that's your character's identity, you kind of ruin the ability for your character to be more nuanced. That's my opinion. I just have a perspective from someone who does writing.
Okay.
I try not to make my characters limited to one aspect or have one aspect be the defining aspect. I think that's a way to sabotage yourself in the future. And that's my criticism.
All right. I think I made a lot.
Your
of
character should have
there.
more than
One
one statement and more than one joke.
So I guess we could talk to him. I think that's it for now, but we could talk
Iraqi
to
Detractor confirmed.
Hive
It wouldn't shock
about
me if Iraqi knew who DSP was. Iraqi knows a lot of weird shit.
For most people, getting sent to the living lands.
Who the hell is this dude?
But according to Steenrick, you're the personal envoy of the Emperor of Adir himself. Quite a position.
Correct.
Big Mouth is an amazing
distinguish
stand,
myself
easily
with
S tier
the
based
tall
on
grass.
compatibility
I've
against
seen
other
more than my
stands.
share of
Big
battle.
Mouth?
Tall grass, huh? Even in Rowatide.
Hey, which stand are you talking about? I don't know Big Mouth.
I guess I should count myself lucky our paths didn't cross sooner. But
exactly, Heinz. Exactly. You set yourself on a destination to Flanderization, and that's not. Flanderization is a failure, in my opinion. That's a pretty strong stance, but I feel that Flanderization is failure.
Talk about why you're helping me. Why would anyone think it's punishment to be sent here? Let's say that.
Got a DSP spoiler for his next TSP tries it in the cord. What's going on?
This island's always had a way of.
Is it an ass? It better not be an ass.
Feels like a banishment.
An entire civilization disappeared.
Down from the Crapper? Who is this? I've never heard of this guy. It's an awesome name.
Now,
let's see what this is about.
I think the text is a little big on my leaderboard.
Shut up, stupid.
It looks large, doesn't it? Hold on, I'm gonna shrink it.
Delightfully tangy, yet robust.
That's much better.
That is.
Much less.
That's not even parody. That's 100%.
I changed the font during the break, and then when I didn't realize how big that was going to be on the gameplay screen. Okay, so either what, or you got bigger problems than the wilds.
All right, what's going on, Phil?
You've got bigger problems than the wilds.
Shit, I drank too fast. I gotta piss, man.
Refugees are flooding in from.
Yeah, DSP is gonna be the final villain of Part 9.
Access to the city. And people are making offerings to the gods for everything from.
I will say you can't have a single trait characters, but you need to use them very carefully. You either use them very carefully, or they cannot be reoccurring characters. It's kind of like what JoJo does. JoJo has a lot of characters that are fairly one note, but you see them for maybe an episode and they peace out forever. Is that what you want to do to your character? I mean, if you do, you do, and if you can do it well, then cool, but. Because imagine what his name, Alessi from Part 3. Imagine if he kept showing up. It wouldn't be fun. It wouldn't be interesting.
That's why I'm here to find the source and put a stop to it. Let's say that.
Oh, you're talking about Big Mouth Strikes Again. You're talking about the gun one.
Be careful how you express it.
Okay. Or at least I think that's the right one.
The presence of so many adherent.
I haven't quite memorized the stands of Part 9 yet. I still haven't really even memorized the stands from Part 8. Like, what is there? There's Blue Hawaii. There's I Am a Rock.
I think that's
Paper Moon King.
Accompanied your ambassador.
Doobie Wah.
Attention, foreign troops are rarely a welcome sight. I've heard the living.
What was that other one?
Lawless frontier, little order and stability are needed, or why are you looking for the
Fun.
Let's ask that.
I was in rough shape when I came to Paradise a few years back. Claviger Amen.
Oh, the big. I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, and that dude that they fought and he joined them. Yeah, that guy. Okay.
Is help him out of it.
Yeah, Big Mouth is a cool ability. I think that's pretty hype. It's kind of an optic jammer, and that's sweet.
What about you? What's your stake?
I'm a Rog. Yeah, that's Dale's stand.
Of course.
Oh, I want to help. I'm going to stop Dream Scourge. I serve at the Emperor's pleasure.
DSP, we can't hear you, man.
Everyone heard tales of the living lands, and I came for adventure. Something here calls to me. I don't know.
DSP is a rock that repels money. It sure doesn't seem like it.
Let's say I'll stop the Dream Scourge.
Someone once told me.
Oh, Brian sucks, Seal. Brian has. I agree with Quagmire. That's the only time I enjoyed Quagmire segments is when he's shitting on Brian, because Brian is a lame ass.
Thanks for talking.
Brian's one of those dudes where even if you agree with him, because he's so naturally repulsive, you'll just choose to not agree with him. But
questions about him?
yeah, that scene where Quagmire just eviscerates Brian.
What'd you do before you came here?
In that restaurant. That's a good ass scene. That's a beautiful scene. I think about it quite often.
I was part of our campaign to.
It's a rare moment from Family Guy that's well written.
Rowties had a presence in Jedfire for a better part of
What's
century.
even happening, DSP?
You restyled yourselves as the
Phil
Royal
is
Deadfire
crooked mouth.
Company,
Yeah, no
sure.
good.
That long before.
He'll stand would be the
Yeah.
world, but he stops network
Back
connections
then,
instead of
we
time.
were
So he can rage quit
There was a
faster?
purpose there. We were returning to our ancestral homeland, reclaiming fertile soil.
Yeah, and Seth MacFarlane has kind of shit on himself for that, but even still, I feel like it's not enough.
Organization to the pirate-ridden archipelago and civilization to our distant Juana cousins.
Sounds familiar. Yikes. I'm guessing reality was different.
Yeah. The Juana didn't want us there. We spent almost as much time fighting the tribes as we did pirates and Wilder.
Boy, DSP is doing a great job of having me feel connected with the game. What's even happening, idiot?
People back home.
Who's this jerk?
I'd always heard that war was supposed to temper.
Why is he blue?
Strengthen us.
Bill would have more than one stand if he were a judge of villain. His would, well, he would have definitely multiple. He would have to evolve his stand with one of the weird ass methods that they use. One of his stands would be selling yourself short, which is a reference to the song by Less Than Jake, The Science of Selling Yourself Short, which if you open up a separate tab and type in The Science of Selling Yourself Short by Less Than Jake, listen to it. Sure sounds like Darkside Phil, especially the part where he's sleeping on the kitchen floor.
As a mercenary,
Bill's just wandering around like a jackass and talking to this guy without getting the gist of what he's saying. Well, I also don't know what's going on. DSP should tell me.
Will he be like arrested? I wonder.
Another obscure anime is Angelic Lair. That's pretty obscure.
Dialogue, same shit, different uniform.
Yeah.
Bad excuse, Jitter. That's a good one. I like that.
Being part of a squad kept me going.
He evolves his stand when he hits the goal. There you go.
By the time I came
Big ups, Less Than Jake. I like Less Than Jake. It's good. My wife showed me this Russian version of Less Than Jake. They kick ass. I love them.
You had a whole life before coming here.
I'm not sure I can find them right now. But
though, in a lot of ways, it feels like I didn't really start living until I got here. Look, if I can give you some
his chat does not care about this game. No, they're disinterested as hell. I mean, so are all of us. DSP's job is to get us invested in the game. DSP does have a job. He just doesn't do it. Maybe that's based in a way if I think about it, because all right, you get a job and refuse to do it. It's kind of cool. Kind of. DSP's job is to get people invested in the game. Now, of course, he thinks it's the game's job. It's the game's resposibility to be interesting. But that's never been true. It's only a matter if it's easier for you. If the game is inherently interesting, it's easier for you, but it's still on you. Like, I'm not interested in this game at all. I don't know what's going on. I don't care about the characters. I don't care about... Then, while I am drunk and not really paying attention, there have been streamers or video content creators that I've watched where I could be in a similar state and still be invested.
I can't even do that now.
So it's still kind of DSP's fault.
You know what? Let's fast travel back. Wait, there's no fast travel at the camp?
No fast travel? This game's trash. What's going on with Phil in the game? In 2010, Phil was fired from his helicopter job after being unofficial CEO. Oh man, that's bullshit. I sure hope he gets it back.
Sounds pretty stupid.
You're right, I just woke up from a small nap by accident and fell into. Yeah, DSP sometimes when I'm restreaming Phil, I forget that Phil's here and get kind of angry that he keeps interrupting.
My wife is playing this on Xbox Series X. There's no animal glitch. It's only on this version of the game that they glitch. On the Series X, the animals animate fine. Here, they're all messed up.
That's crazy, Phil. You should send in a documentation on this. You should report it. And DSP is so invested in the success of games, but I've never seen this dude write an email or write a review that would actually inspire some sort of change.
They just piss me off. So I just pumped the font size up as big.
He just says the game is shit on his stream that has maybe 2 people who actually give a damn watching. That's it. That's DSP's contribution to the world of gaming. But this stupid butthole wants to say that we ruined his capacity to influence the games industry. Because we made videos saying that DSP had gout and that he begs too much. DSP can't influence the gaming community for the better. But even though we can't stop him from trying to give feedback...
He's saying I'm ugly, basically, is what he's saying. He recognizes
I can't stop you, Phil.
What
I keep up with a cure my first time watching it 2 tabs deep. I keep with Phil's train of thought from...
No intellect. I can lie.
Yeah, lie, Phil. You're good at that.
Fruitive side eye. I like being mysterious.
Oh, that's the flirtatious one, Phil. I see. It's time for men. I shouldn't judge. Yeah, no kidding. Torchlight Toxified, man.
Listen, you haven't been to the wilds east of the city, have you?
No, I've not gone there yet. Nope, I just got here.
Maybe that's for the best.
Don't fall asleep to Phil. That's how the hypnosis infiltrates your mind. Whenever I dream and I hear Phil's voice, I always wake myself up. I'm not about to have DSP in my dream. Because you might think, well, yeah, it'd be great to dream about Phil. What if you beat him up or something? That would be fun. However, not always do you have full mastery over your dream. I'm not willing to risk it.
Oh, great, he's dead. We're probably gonna find his corpse.
Phil's tip tracker text really does look huge. He should suddenly make the tip tracker bigger and bigger every single day until it's colored. I think that I like this idea, Cartoon. I'm gonna workshop it. He should have it incrementally increased during the duration of the stream. So near, I don't know, 10 minutes until it's over, the text is occupying the entire screen.
I'll be glad to pay for it. I may even have more work.
Yeah, that's it. Renamine.
So
DSP has nothing constructive to add.
All right, I'll keep my eye out for him.
When he last wrote, he was mapping the eastern ruins. Take the letter. It might help. If you find
If he actually cared about games getting better, he would report bugs in Street Fighter 6 with all the issues he's found to keep him from winning. Exactly, Soldier. DSP, if he was truly that concerned about Street Fighter, he would have a camera pointed towards his controller, he would have his inputs on screen, he would document everything and provide all this evidence and submit it to Capcom.
But there's nothing there.
At least, or at the very least, submit it to someone who's bigger, and that person can bring it to Capcom.
Let's just go trade in the quest.
But he doesn't actually care about any of this shit, because he's, for one, he knows that he's full of shit. I do believe that on some level DSP does realize that his shit wouldn't hold up at all. Some developer would look at his feedback and tell him that he's stupid.
Please tell me I can go home.
But he probably contextualizes like, I can't convince these
safe.
people
I found a
or
journal in your
whatever.
cabinet. Was interesting. They made themselves at home.
Yeah, why doesn't he?
Wall. Say that.
Tainted? Why would they do
So
that?
what? I have Phil wandering around the back room in the hotel. Nope.
Like
DSP does not show up.
I'm not sure they got your eyes right though.
DSP is like Mysterio from Spider-Man. His snorts will override your mind. That's the key, the ignition switch of the hypnosis.
What would I know about? All right.
Renamon, I don't know if that's worse or not. At least with Freddy Krueger, you just
Have
die.
you ever felt aimless? Like you ought to have a purpose, but you don't.
Yeah, DSP.
Like you do.
You ever think about
anything
this?
to find out why you're meant to be here.
Nope.
Nope. DSP never thinks about that.
Always know what I want
Existential
to do,
crises.
personally,
Nah,
by year.
DSP's immune to that.
Let's say that.
Why the
I said
chat
the
for?
same thing.
Oh, my chat's frozen again. Let me fix that
I
real quick.
realized I was just lost. An
Uh,
animancer told me that I might have half a soul.
let's see if I
I
set
finally
this.
had an
It's probably
answer.
gonna play the notification
The
again. 'Cause it's
question
weird
was,
as hell.
who got the other half? I thought if I
Oh,
could meet
no.
this person
Good,
and
good.
see what
Alright.
they were like,
Fantastic.
I might gain some purpose.
I mean, it just doesn't
or
make sense to
something.
complain about inputs not
And
going
then I
through
came
and then
here
not
and
show your
found a-
inputs.
a
Exactly.
sword.
DSP is Mr. Factual Basis. Mr. If you don't have evidence, whatever. If you don't have a smoking gun of me doing something, you guys can't actually criticize me. Broside Phil had zero evidence, according to
At least you
Phil.
found what
He
you
had
were looking
nothing.
for.
Meanwhile,
What do I do
DSP
about it?
screaming, I
How do
blocked
not think
that,
about what I can never have?
is evidence.
I'm
Not
so-
only is it evidence, it's proof.
I've got to
I love
find
it when he
some
says that.
meaning in all
You
this.
guys have seen the proof
can't go
tonight
back
on
and I
stream
can't
that
go
the game
forward.
doesn't work.
I'm
No,
just
DSP, I
stuck
didn't see the
here.
proof. I heard the
Lost.
proof. And the proof
Again.
came from you, a notorious giga
Oh,
liar.
Andy Young says he's been playing this for a few days.
I blocked that. You guys saw. Actually, I
Likes to pay in
didn't.
advance for it,
If you had the
and he
inputs
says
on
he
screen
absolutely
and you
loves
showed
it,
your
given
controller
the
inputs,
itch he's looking for.
then I might be inclined to
Cool.
agree with
Glad
you.
to hear that. So let's see. Spend time with the Zorb.
Yeah, Jeff Joestar, that's it. DSP
Zorb with hyper
innovated
souls
yellow
Zorb.
paint.
Say that.
Are you serious?
I'm fascinated with that recently. That's been
Never
something
go to
I've been
war unless the
obsessing
diplomacy
over.
has failed first.
Is
I
DSP
don't call
saying that
building my house
Broside Phil, and
diplomatic.
by extension everyone, has no evidence for
He's
their
probably as
claims.
confused as you.
And then I keep
You're
thinking of
positive
different
it doesn't
things that
mean any
DSP
harm.
has tried
Go.
and convicted
Be brave.
and sentenced or
find it.
whatever. Sentenced, tried, convicted,
really
or
hope
however
you're
order.
right.
I don't know.
I forgot.
Charged,
deserve to be
tried,
for your time
convicted,
with us.
sentenced.
I didn't think.
And all these things could happen in a
It's
single
nice to
day
help
with zero
someone with your
evidence.
I'll see how much.
I think I brought it up 50 times. I brought it up on Twitter. But my favorite
accessory,
example
we already
of
have
this
one, but this will
is
be our second one.
the chop shop thing. The chop shop thing, I will always keep going back to it because it's
Vindictive
hilarious to me. It's
Critical
hilarious
hits
to
will
me
deal
that this
poison
guy
damage.
had a
My
Rorschach
first ring,
test.
I didn't even have
He had
it.
an actual Rorschach test. He had an
Cool.
oil stain and some
All right,
license
so
plates
that's
from different
done. I
states.
guess we should head back.
That went from, I wonder what this is. Could this be a chop shop? It's probably a chop shop. It's definitely a chop shop. That's not even evidence of shit. It's evidence that he has a couple of extra license plates and there's oil on the ground. You can actually own license plates, DSP. It's not a crime. It's not indicative of a crime.
I received a $10 tip.
But that was enough for Phil. That was guilty. Guilty of chop shopping. In the first degree. What does Broside have? That's not evidence. You know what, Broside Phil? Get back to me. I should save this for going green so I can yell at him. Yeah. Broside Phil, get back to me when you have some real evidence on Phil. Like a bag full of license plates. That's real evidence. Get your shit together, man. Come back to me when you have an oil stain on the ground, okay? Until then, you're wasting everyone's time.
Let's get it going. Let's get one of each. And get that momentum flowing, shall we? Come on. Let's do it.
DSP's evidence? I didn't do that. That's evidence. Court admissible. I blocked that.
So what did we do? We went to the lighthouse, but then we didn't go over here, right? So let's check this out up here. We didn't do this yet, this area.
Yeah, Game Master. I didn't know for a while either, because then I didn't have the Nintendo.
He has like a training area.
And it was a teenager who was running a chop shop in the house that his parents let him live in. And a gated community that's super easily monitored, apparently, to Phil. Yeah, this street where the police will show up instantaneously and arrest you if you look out of place never called the police on any of these cars that were driving into this gay community and then effectively disappearing.
How am I liking it so far?
No police calls.
Again, there's nothing to really dislike.
What's your opinion on the idea DSP has histrionic personality disorder? I would say that if he does, it would probably be on the lower end. I don't think, now, someone like Methica had histrionic disorder. I don't think DSP fully has that. I think he does have it, at least to a little degree, where he wants to be the center of attention and he blows things out of proportion. But I still feel like it's kind of in the fairly normal range, if that's histrionic disorder. It's just more likely that DSP is a crazy, needy asshole.
See? There's like a little shipwreck here.
So going green with Officer Whitney. I would love to. I'd like to hang out with her. She seems like a cool lady. I played Dizzy on Strive. Gosh, she broken. Is she now? And there's many other things you can think of DSP trying and convicting people. DSP knows someone is a sock based on almost no evidence. Guilty of being a sock? Banned. Well, what about you, DSP? We have you doing this thing. I don't know. That's not really evidence.
The water's nice. There's just nothing in it. But the water is nice. It's nice that you could like see through it. It's beautifully clear.
Oh yeah, high definition water, dude.
The dialogue is useless. It seems like it doesn't affect anything, and you can't steal. There's no stealing in the game? Really? There's no one who you take stuff from and they get alerted and they get pissed at you or anything like that?
No, there's no restreamers, Phil. I do have some interesting guests lined up though. I hope you guys are excited. I'll probably also be taking a break from this summer because I'm planning on going on vacation, but I don't really have a nailed down when.
Under where we had been platforming last time. So now we could
but I'm excited for all my guests. I hope you guys are too.
Okay. So now can we go this way? Because we didn't do this yet. Yeah, maybe we can go this way now and see what's over here.
I'm loving it.
We didn't do this yet. Okay.
You guys have no idea how immensely meaningful that is to me.
Those lizard men.
This is such a weird thing. It's weird to describe it because it always makes me sound so narcissistic and egotistical. I operate a show. I have a show and I have guests come on, and I have a list of guests coming on the future. It sounds so obnoxious when I say it out loud. I'm so special like that, right?
One of your streams live. I've been watching older
but then when I think about it, I think, no, it actually is kind of special. It is kind of cool. I got this thing that I look forward to doing.
And that's pretty nuts.
What the hell are we talking about, Phil? We kissing our ass again?
It doesn't feel like 10 years, man, at all. You know,
doesn't feel like 10 years. It's been one long day of begging.
Loving it. I'm having a great time.
Oh yeah.
You guys are enjoying my stuff.
I'm not, Phil. It's actually pretty boring.
Ah, look, there's a little bridge. Okay.
All right, bridge. That brings in the donations. It has been years, but I confirm she is a sweetheart. Oh, who? He says he knows exactly who the sock count is, and then he folds to unban them under pressure. What was their name? Yeah.
He's gonna go to a new area we haven't done yet.
I already convicted him, but I forget who I convicted.
The area we're skipping here?
What's your show about? We watch a retard play. Yeah, don't ask too many questions about the show. Because if I describe the show, it's gonna sound lame.
So, wait a minute. basically in a big circle. There's no way to access this big blob of area here? Seriously?
Yeah, Runemoint. He's one of the dudes I want to watch on Internet Asylums. I want to watch Billy Mitchell. Billy Mitchell's a funny guy. Billy Mitchell's in this weird territory where I'm not even fully mad at him. He's not even fully toxified to me, even though he's a complete piece of shit. And the thing that saves him is that his defense is so silly.
So wait,
I kind of can't be mad at him. I mean, the dude's caught with his hand in the cookie jar a million times over, and his response is, dude, I don't know what you're talking about. I think I was framed.
The fractured shores.
Yeah, dude. Someone ran in and threw your hand in the cookie jar.
Oh, that was close. I got saved. Forgot about that shit. Save. Holy
and he's
fuck,
been
man.
bodied every single direction he's gone in. He tried to sue, what was it, Regular Show.
Now we're heading back the way we came, so shit.
Excited for this year's playthrough awards winning wage quits every.
Well, this sucks.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for 2025.
Well, there's there. I wanted to. I guess it doesn't matter, huh? I guess we gotta try to see if we can get over there, but I don't know. It doesn't look like you can get up there directly from here.
No, Officer Whitney. I figured that's who you were referring to. I was kind of didn't have confidence. I think I'll play Star Fox 64, see if I can get through a campaign before DSP stream is done. Which route do you want me to take? Go Sector Y. Sector Y.
See, how do you get up there? From here?
I love that Billy Mitchell tried to sue Cartoon Network for his appearance on a regular show. The judge said, "The dude, are you a massive head on a tiny body?" Yeah, basically, the judge had to explain parody to him. I guess that's what would happen to DSP, too. DSP would have to be lectured on what fair use is by the judge. Never mind, I need that to happen.
Instant kill.
Yeah, Zokros, that's him. He's a notorious cheater. And some of the most heartbreaking cheating scandals are people who cheated who kind of didn't really need to. The biggest place where that's a problem that I've seen is Magic the Gathering. Magic the Gathering has a serious problem with people who cheat often being pretty high skill level already.
Upgrades, way better.
They actually have a pig snout in the ear. I do not. I should.
Easy peasy right there. No, nothing here. No. An invisible wall, so we can't go there. Copper.
Ooh, a police officer outside?
Yeah, certainly this has got a great amount of...
DSP would pre-stream the judge and explain how he knows what fair use is. I don't know if you know, Your Honor, but this is actually not true.
£2 super chat says, are you going to play the same game today on tomorrow's stream? No, tomorrow is completely different. Tomorrow we've got the new Fatal Fury City of the Wolves beta that I'm going to try during the first stream for new fighting.
That's cool, Tino.
And then on the late stream, we're finishing up my Onimusha.
Man, the world is a small place. It gets smaller every day.
No more like lingering playthroughs moving into.
Is that Jasper over there? Why is he all multicolored?
So, it should be a good day of variety tomorrow. Thank you, Hitman. You're the first super chatter of the night. I appreciate that.
I'm gonna be real with you guys. The new Final Fantasy cards, Magic the Gathering, they all look powerful, but
it's of the 73 rupees
I've never really felt anything for Final Fantasy.
Who else will contribute?
It always looks silly to me, and I was hoping that the cards themselves would be so good that I could overlook that. I wish I could overlook my prejudice. I do. But as soon as I started looking at them and their art and whatnot, I thought, this is so corny. I feel like what Dale feels about everything but for Final Fantasy. Except for Tifa, of course. Tifa kicks ass.
The Skyrim remaster, it's kind of like some tie-ins across the channel.
I'm basically married to her already.
You're a treasure.
But the what's his name? Silver-haired dude, Edgelord Extreme. What's his name? Sephiroth. His card looks pretty good. I might run that. But like the big old cactus that does 1,000 damage. What?
The sound of a treasure.
Get that shit out of here, man.
There it is.
I will say some of the card mechanics look pretty interesting. The enchantment creature, saga creatures. That's kind of cool. I like that. That's dope.
Will I play Terry Bogard? Possibly. I don't know who I'm going to use.
I don't know. Maybe you guys pay up. I think my thing is maybe it's just my aesthetics, but I want a Final Fantasy dude to be kind of jacked sometimes. I want a Jonathan Joestar Final Fantasy character. Is that so much to ask? Everyone's always very anime-like, and I don't know, there's other anime. 10,000 needles, right. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm sorry, I've been watching Queso instead of you streaming, Dave, please. Dude, it's fun.
What's going on?
What do you mean? What's happening? Nothing's happening, Phil.
I got a grimoire, and I got his key. So he killed himself?
He couldn't take being a restreamer, man.
Shame. I vowed that I would perfect.
But also, again, I got to remind myself that not everything is for me. They had a Magic the Gathering set that was Fallout, and there were people who said I didn't like Fallout. I don't like this game. I'm not as cool as Lynn the Deranged. I don't like Fallout. And so that's fine. That's fine. You don't like Fallout, that's fine. So now Final Fantasy gets its turn, and I'm just not a fan.
Was it over here?
It's cool.
It was nearby to where we are in one of these areas for sure.
And I'm a huge fan of Assassin's Creed, and the Assassin's Creed sucked shit. It was terrible. Terrible set. Awful.
So look at this. The grimoire.
The series is about assassins versus Templars, and there's 2 Templars in the entire set. No, trash. Throw it in the garbage. I want to do an internet asylum on Mark Rosewater, because Mark Rosewater reminds me a lot of DSP sometimes.
Well, actually,
but I can't do it.
It has less spells.
I should have
but the
gotten
cost
screenshots of all of his
using
DSP moments.
Is less. Do you see? It only has Fan of Flames and Arcade Veil, but its ability cost down.
It's a vow to donate.
So
if you can choose one of 3 types of Pokemon to start an adventure with, team, a cactus attacking with quills shouldn't bother you at all.
Okay.
It shouldn't.
Iron Shift Sakai says, I had a great idea for a day off. Why don't you compile a playlist of your most popular playthrough, shuffle the playlist?
Magic the Gathering, but it's Gundams. They kind of had that. The one of the Gundam games, the card games, it was color faction based.
Well, I don't know.
Mark Rosewater has serious DSP energy. One of the things that he does all the time is he tells people that no one wants to go back to the block model. No one wants to go back to 2 sets per block. No one wants that. But then every other person in his every other person in his blog is asking to go back to blocks. No one even wants that. Okay, so all these people asked for it. They're just nobodies? Alright, that's nice.
Because they were the one who actually moderated for me during my
it was a good video. I like it.
Many months ago and allowed me to do all that streaming.
Wait, what are we doing, Phil? What are we talking about? I'm sorry, I got distracted.
Program. If it weren't for them, I never would have been able to monetize my content.
Oh.
So, huge shout out to them.
Big ups, man.
But
they can all burn in hell.
I don't think that it would matter, to be frank. I don't think anyone would watch it, or the few that were there aren't going to contribute just because I'm running my content. You know what I mean? Like, again, people are contributing because they like, oh God, survived that, wow. People are contributing because they like my content and they're interacting with me as I create it, not because they're just watching it. You can already watch it right now.
But what if some people would? And it's also not really asking a whole lot of you, is it, Phil? I don't know. Whatever. DSP knows what his viewers want, but I have no idea what anybody wants. Now, I will say I don't think we should do 3 set blocks. I thought that was a bad idea. But I do think 2 set blocks are the way to go. And the reason why I think that is a lot of times with these Magic Gathering sets that are one set is I can't even really be that invested in the world anymore. I don't care. It's so short and so brief, and the factions are so poorly fleshed out. It doesn't give me time to attach to it.
Embers,
like the Duskmoor, whatever it was called, the Haunted House one. I was kind of digging it. I liked it, and then it was, oh yeah, it's 1 set. This is all we're gonna get for a while. I think 2 sets of Duskmoor would have been cool. 2 sets of the one where they were the little mouse dudes. I thought that would have been cool. Nope, you get 1.
Fire and Meteor Shower. I don't know how you do Grimoire Mastery. I don't understand what that means. I wish I did, actually. I just don't know what it means.
I guess we gotta Google it, dude. Exactly, I agree, Zuckerus. Because a lot of times I want to like the Magic the Gathering set, but they...
Cody Carl's raw and uncut with a $5 super
chat.
How's this game so far? It's my first time seeing it. Again, I keep saying, everyone's asking the same exact question. I reiterate. Essentially, it feels like
Whoa.
Another Elder Scrolls. It's definitely a different universe, so there's a different vibe to it. The plot is okay, but not amazing yet.
Okay, so it's
The
pretty much
combat
mixed
is
bag.
sound,
Got
and
it.
I like the exploration. There's a lot of
I
exploration.
take it the sound is your
optional
disappointment,
stuff
not
to
the
find
sound
if you
film
look
made
around
on May
and
1st. I
explore.
hope not.
So that's what I'm liking right now about.
Look, it's DSV. Blam, blam, blam. Stop shooting,
Wow,
Phil.
I received a generous $20 tip.
Have
Only Iced Infinite. This
Chip
is for your
pointed his
playthrough.
nose?
I
Okay.
binged the whole playthrough and I listened while I play games as an audio story. I love the voice acting story and twists. Thank you.
That's really
Actually,
sad,
I've been
sir.
getting some requests to play indie games again soon. Right now, I am juggling quite a lot of new releases this week and finishing up the playthroughs I've been doing, but I would not be opposed
To you guys paying me money.
bringing back more indie-style games soon, if people would like that. But I would like some suggestions.
I would like some money, Phil. Don't get it twisted.
That was a fun one to do.
All right, I got you, man.
Thank you to the Only Iced Infinite. Thank you for that.
That was a pretty powerful lean. It confused the computer.
And by the way, so Cody Carls is now our
Exactly,
top
dude,
super
Messiah.
chat.
There's too
Get
much
on
whiplash, man.
with 5
And
rupees.
it often turns into a situation where if a set does suck, well, I'm done with that universe because we're not going
Now,
to see it for a while.
All we need is a membership and a sub. We have
I'm not
no
liking this race set. I think it looks goofy.
Let's get one, let's
And that's it. It's failed for me. And it's not fair. It's not fair. I
Let's
feel
round
like
it
these
out,
sets should
right?
get
Let's do
more
it.
chances to succeed, but they give it one chance now. That's it.
Harvester on Steam. I'd have to look
I would
into
have
what
loved to
is
see
Harvester.
more of Streets of New Capena if it was 2 sets. I thought it was a pretty cool idea. I like this
Message.
idea of
What is the message? Or what are
Art
these games you guys are
Deco
selling?
of a world filled with demons. I thought it was pretty hype. That's cool. You had gangster demons, mafia demons. That was cool. It's a cool
finally
premise.
new fast travel. Only the third one we found. so
Hardly
that's-
fleshed
that's
out.
good. That's
One
good
set,
news.
done.
Here, before we go this, let's turn around and go south first. Oh, there's enemies.
What's your favorite colors in MT2? Blue and black. In that order. These guys kind of just stand there, huh? Boy, these enemies are, they're quite a threat.
Giant
The way
beetle
they
is
sit
dead.
there and do nothing. Oh, fascinating. Ikoria was good. I loved Ikoria.
Your treasure.
That's one of those ideal games. If you had like a game genie, not the
Arquebus,
device,
but I have 2.
but the concept. You have a
Now I
genie.
have
He
2
says, "I can
arquebuses.
grant you video
See,
game
an
related
arquebus.
wishes," and that's kind of it. All right.
What's
Well,
the
I want a
plural
Dark Souls
arquebus?
game
Arquebusi?
set in Ravnica. Be badass, man. I would take off work to play that game.
Arquebusi.
Look at some of the monsters from Ravnica. You're telling me you wouldn't want to have them as
Shit,
boss
more enemies?
battles?
Yes.
Liar.
I thought I could hit 2 at once. It did not work out though.
You hit one into the other? I mean, maybe not, but all right.
You keep killing these big beetles. Spider leg, but it's not a spider.
Yeah,
Why did
exactly.
the not
But
a
only
spider
video
drop
games.
a spider leg?
Ravnica is loved because of how much time has been put in the setting on that
The
planet, along
messenger
with
is
the
like
power of the cards.
Metroidvania, but like old
Yes,
guy.
and
Oh, yeah.
the commitment to fleshing out the factions is a big reason why it was successful. The factions in the new Magic sets, I will give this: the world building in Magic is still top notch.
Let's do it. Let's
for
get
the
some
most part.
subs and some memberships, guys. We got none so far today. We gotta get a few. Come on.
I gotta get interrupted with a beg.
Spread it out.
Spread.
Even it out.
I'm sorry.
The outhouse. Beautiful. Let her to home. Every day I'm on the front
you think
line.
it's time for men?
Blah, 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 blah. Shut up.
Spread it out, huh?
Blah, 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 blah.
That's pretty much any stream, DSP.
Look, Paradise and Ladder. When heated, the resin forms a hard coat that strengthens weapons. Incoming Zaros.
I was saying something intensely entertaining and meaningful there. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, the world building in Magic the Gathering has always been really top notch. Every time they have the Planeswalker's Guide to whatever setting, I'm always hooked in reading it. I like reading about the universes they make up. The stories often are hit or miss for me, but the universe, I always think, oh, this would be a fun video game to play.
Oh, it's up there. How do I get
But
up there?
yeah, it's just not. And then when the cards are actually done, it feels like I don't feel any of the things that they talked about in the Planeswalker Guide. An example could be something like,
he's telling you how to
this
do it.
red and black faction cares about this, this, and this. They're very interested in this, this, and this. Their goals are to do this, this, and this. And I think, okay, that's a pretty fleshed out faction. Let's see what the cards do. The cards reference none of that. They don't have any sort of lean towards that at all. And that's a waste to me. It's a failure, because that's how it worked with Ravnica so well. Is the Izzet is a faction that's very interested in mad science, but from a more mechanical standpoint. This is lame, Phil.
Ooh, here we go.
Platforming song. This is what brings in the donos. This is what makes Phil better than everyone. He sings when he plays games.
Crafting and money. Crafting and money, nothing too special. All right.
Money isn't special, Phil? I feel like that's blasphemy from you. I guess it kind of isn't, really. It's just expected. It's not special.
Let's just make sure there's nothing here.
And then with Ravnica, you had this mad scientist faction, and their whole thing was that they were big and explosive and whatnot. So all their spells, all their abilities kind of focused around spell casting. And more often than not, it was something explosive and kind of chaotic and weird. So you fleshed it out a little bit. It's not done anymore. Like the rat dudes in the animal plane. They have no identity. They're nothing. Even though in the guide it says that they're something. In practice, they're nothing.
So, literally...
Anyway. It's like just one of those VR games where you just OP and slap people around. Right? The Hell Yeah simulator?
Now, yeah. It's like this small area here I didn't walk in.
I like DSP's running style with his hands moving like that. You'll notice it feels like Green is favorite child for each set recently. Green has been pretty favored recently. And it's because they've been, you know, MTG fans complained for years that Green was underpowered, so they finally got around to making it kind of overpowered. That guy is getting something shoved up his ass, Phil. Hold on, I gotta ban someone. Someone dared to interrupt me while I was looking at some dude get something wedged up his ass. And looking away.
So is this supposed to be the king? They're making fun of the king? And they're saying that if someone sees this, they're gonna get murdered if someone finds out that they did it.
Oh no, I kind of like it. It brightens up the camp.
He's the king rules with an iron fist around
here. Removes any sense of accomplishment from games.
Right
Ruins the whole game.
Look at
yeah,
this
usually.
What the hell? Ew, is this like a tar pit? Another lock.
Favorite color combos
like
in either American or German. Do what?
Wow, so you like throw? You like burn this? Should I try it? Should I try it with my
exactly, Fear Monarch. It was a depiction of a Saturn sticking.
I guess not. It looked like it was like tar or something, right?
I'm trying to light tar on fire.
We basically explored as much as we can. I think what we should do is start heading north and do more.
I think we should give up DSP. We should turn this shit off.
Perfect place to split the part with another hour left tonight of
giving me money.
Exploration here in.
Yeah, taxes his ore shop, exactly.
The next part.
Remember, that king is just like me. I didn't tell you guys this, but I actually had this happen to me.
That stuff helps the playthrough and the channel, so please do, and I'll see you next one.
Your begging is drifting in and out with the audio, DSP.
My legs, everybody. Thanks for hanging out and thanks for your support so far tonight.
What are you pledging for, Phil? Put your hand down.
Around for a minute.
You know what, DSP? I'm gonna race you. I'm gonna go use the restroom too at the exact same time you leave.
Again, let's get some support. We have no super chat. Excuse me. No.
We just go beg, potty break, beg.
To hit the goal. Let's definitely hit the goal tonight. We're so close at this point. Let's not let it go to waste. But also,
Brahman, it is kind of what I'm suggesting. As crazy as it sounds.
Let's get some subs tonight over on Kick. A nice juicy $5 roonies for each sub. All right.
Oh, great! Just telling me how much money you gain from it. All right. These guys
with the mic tonight. I did make the
DSP leave. We're gonna race.
Because people have been saying my voice has been dropping off.
Go away.
So I tried to fix that. Hopefully it's sounding better for you guys. All right. You're walking around in Avowed, it sounds like a baby.
Oh,
is
damn.
crying.
Look
I
how
don't
fast
know. We
DSP
haven't
can
heard
go
that
when
yet,
he's
have
not
we?
doing a
Iron Chef
whale
Sakai
call.
tonight- Well, everyone watching, we didn't hear that tonight, right? Iron Chef Sakai is saying that that's happening to him. Nithris just gifted a sub over on Kick. It's our first sub of the night.
He has been doing
Thank
this
you,
for
Nithris.
16
Let's get that up
years.
on the leaderboard.
Then with the fast start, yeah,
Becoming the
I
hero
didn't
of the
do
night
so
here
hot, Liquid Carl.
on Kick. That gets us up to. Wait a minute.
He did DSP1. He has 16 years of experience, and he didn't do a whale
I'll
call.
tell you in a second. I gotta wait for it to pop up to see what I'm doing here.
I like Aquas. Aquas was cool. Cool one. Let's go, Phil.
Right,
Entertain me right
now.
now.
We're at $103.
DSP, turn this shit off. Let's go play Magic.
Rupees of support. Thank you for the rupees
DSP, if you
tonight.
play
I
Magic, I will
appreciate
help
that.
you
We're doing
play.
RPG,
I want to
so
see
it's
it.
Rupees. Okay? Thank you so much for that. All right, ready to continue? Let's hit that goal tonight. Let's
do it.
folks. Let's do it to it. Let's crush
Let's
it.
give Phil some money.
Where am I?
DSP, I'm going to exercise my poor capacity to
Where am I on the map
control
right
the
now?
people that I've groomed into being haters. I am hereby
can't I find
ordering
myself
my
on the map?
entire
Oh, there I am.
chat
Okay.
to donate money to Phil immediately. See, Phil?
Alrighty,
I
folks,
told them
let's
to.
continue with our
It's entirely up to them if
exploration.
they follow my orders.
Open areas. Let's go.
I guess this is a
further
test of how
north
well
now,
I've
shall
groomed
we?
them, because if they obey me, they're going to,
Have a good
right,
night.
Phil?
Do it to it. Thanks for stopping by tonight.
That's
Hope you
it.
enjoyed the little bit that
That's
you were
it.
here.
Don't worry, dude. They'll be there in a second. They're typing in their debit card right now.
Really nothing here, nah.
These mouth-drooling, mentally ill social rejects, as you describe them, will obviously follow
Okay.
my
Said north.
belligerent, drunken commands, right, Phil?
I'm just exploring this area west of the river first.
Ah, man.
This used to be a good fishing spot until something started dragging people away.
You play Gar, I might beat it just to beat him up.
Lockbox.
I think it depends on how he does with the beta, but he might.
Oh, bugs.
Oh,
come
Slow
out the
Napkin,
water.
he would be excruciating with deck building, because he would get frustrated and basically put his controller down and fold his arms until you built him a deck.
Damn, he jumped.
Reminder that this guy, with the destroying entire creature is bullshit, MTG would destroy him. Oh yeah, he would hate MTG.
Cool.
And in some ways he could kind of be
See you later,
justified,
style,
but
man.
he would
Good
still be
night.
shit at it. See?
We haven't saved
See,
that shit.
DSP, look at that. You got
Yeah.
so many people wanting to donate. Look at that. Check it out, DSP. You're going to reach that goal tonight. Promise you. Well, he's just being sarcastic, we said that. No, I'm not. I'm being as real as PPPPP. I think PPP should start adding more Ps. Maybe if triple P is... Well, what does the P even stand for?
Springberry.
Name should mean something, right? What's PPP mean?
What the heck? What are those?
Uh...
What are these giant dead bugs? Who killed them? Oh, it's shells.
Yeah, it's chitin.
Huh.
Or kitten. Is it chitin? The shell of an
This is
insect?
all new.
Or is it
This is the
chitin?
fast travel point we had unlocked. Okay. We
I
haven't
never
gone
knew
yet
how it's
yet.
pronounced, and I was always embarrassed to ask.
See what's over here. Have a good night, Vietnamese comrade.
Quintuple B, there you go. I keep putting my number in, but nothing happens. I did nothing wrong.
Nothing of
Yeah, sometimes inputs do
Nothing
drop.
of import detected. Who the hell would know what line that's from? What game is that line from?
Oh, I don't know.
Nothing of import detected.
Armored Core.
Well, we got some
Ski
stuff.
free.
Some miscellaneous.
Leisure Suit
No, you
Larry.
cannot jump high. You can jump. Okay,
Titan?
this
Okay.
game, not great. Maybe you get like spring boots or something.
Kite.
Shit,
Okay.
look.
That's alright.
You take lead.
In response to Magic, I feel like the
I want to take
rules
the guy who's high
rules
up. I
priority
wanna
would
knock
just
him off
break
the
it.
cliff.
Oh yeah, he would get pissed at that shit. The stack would
Shooter, how are
confound
you?
him
How's
to
it
no
going,
end.
Shooter?
I mean, it confounds some people who've been playing for a
But it's not
while
Mass
with
Effect.
some of the weird intricacies you can do with certain combos. DSP, if you countered his move and then he tried to do something
On enemies here.
in response, he would be frustrated that the thing didn't work. It's not how that goes. Pungent, perturbed person. That's beautiful. That's a good one. I like it.
Ready for this?
I'm ready, Phil. Let's see some good ass content.
Ah!
Guy's still standing. There you go. Stomp his ass. He might do okay at, like, LGS Magic Match, but only because he has to stand and argue about the rules until his opponent just gives up. I would love to have seen a universe where DSP was an MTG competitor, and that'd be part of it. He would call the judge over for nothing. Just to argue that maybe something could have been against the rules. This dude would be bringing tournaments to a grinding halt because he would monopolize all the judges. Jumble of people, absolutely.
There was a lot of enemies over here.
Yeah, DSP's definitely a white-blue. We can attribute all these different ideas of what DSP would play as, but DSP would play as white-blue, the most degenerate color combination you can play. And that's not even true. It's not necessarily degenerate, but it's boring to watch. It's great to play. Playing a good, solid white-blue deck is... It's basically trolling. But watching a white-blue deck is... It's watching paint dry, man.
I'm sorry. Spiderling, chop it up, make it swing.
Yeah, very good.
Watch
Wait,
the legs.
What are we swinging at?
Go real far.
Who's swinging? But yeah, and Brosiris, DSP would be more at home playing role, like but he would try and play as Aureus.
I sound like a fool.
He would play stacks in Commander and get effectively banned from every play group.
Is Jafar? There you go.
Very good, DSP. You think on your feet.
To rhyme with far. Oh, here we go. You burn
more P's for the amount of chins. Maybe that's what each P represents.
Aye, aye.
Where is my mana zone? You still haven't told me. He would get mad over things like infinite creature amount. He would say that it's bullshit that you can summon infinite tokens theoretically under certain situations. That's bullshit. I have 2 guys out and he can summon 90 tokens? Well, he's got a lot of enchantments that make that happen, and you let that happen.
Nothing comes out of them.
To do art streams. He was an artist back in 2003. I remember seeing his comic strips that he made. The weird thing about those comic strips is that they're not terrible. They're not the worst thing I've seen attributed to Darkside Phil. But because those 2 comics didn't lead to instantaneous success, gone forever. Wait, Faces of Death?
I don't know what we're doing this for.
DSP, you should stream that.
Quest to come here and kill spider eggs, and we have already
pounds
done
and pounds and pounds.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe there's a quest later, and we already accomplished it.
That's a good combo, Zacharias. That's the LTG super combo.
Well, there's a way to platform across, but again, I don't really want to go across yet. I'm trying to stick to this region that I'm in.
What was that card? Meddling Magician.
Showed real
that blue-white creature that you summon it and you can name a card and your opponent can't play that card.
These VHS tapes that show real-life deaths.
Oh.
You know, documented. It's incredibly creepy to watch.
Have you watched it, Phil?
The game is not that bad so far. I mean, that also doesn't mean it's good. It just means that...
DSP watched Faces of Death. Okay, that's an interesting little bit of information.
What they're really complaining about. Like, if you like Elder Scrolls, I think you're gonna like this game. I honestly don't know what you would not like about it.
DSP, can you try and get me on board with something without comparing it to something else? Now that might seem toxic, but a good reviewer can do that. Spare a diamond, I'll change your paradigm. A false sublime, what a waste of time. Man, this guy's... he's like a duelist with the word.
Well, that had 0 chance. I mean...
You could just keep making and sacrificing creatures to deal me damage, but I have propaganda out. Dude, you can't sacrifice to do damage. That's technically an attack. It's technically not. But he, of course, would call over the judge to confirm this, and then call over another judge, and then say the judges were stupid and didn't know what they were talking about.
So I can see my real-life room, but then there's things happening in the room that aren't real. Like, I remember having a dream like a ghost is coming into my room while I'm stuck in bed, and the ghost is coming to get me, and I can't move and shit like that, right?
Ooh, the ghost was coming into booty bust.
I guess this is a whole enemy camp we just stumbled upon.
DSP is haunted by ghosts. That's awesome. That's pretty hype, DSP. DSP has paranormal activity, and it's ghosts screwing with him. I mean, I guess it makes sense. If I was some ghost wandering around and I stumbled across Darkside Phil, you better believe I was going to haunt this dude, even if I didn't know who he was. Yeah, he has sleep paralysis. He gets attacked by the quarter demons while he's sleeping. Why do I have poison counters? Why am I toxic? There you go. I keep hoping for DSP references where they're completely unreasonable to hope for them. And that's one of them, is I always hope that one of those toxic cards would reference DSP in some way. That's ridiculous to even think that could happen. I'm shocked when people do reference DSP. I'm shocked when people reference Christian, and he's far more well known. He hears noises in the house, and that's why he can't sleep. He hears a horse in his house and doesn't know why. Can't wake up, we're being haunted by a horse. Haunted by the ghost of T. Aw, man. Man, I kind of want to play Magic now. Chip, you're still here. Go away. Chip's being interactive, man. He's chilling. He's watching his favorite streamer, Darksfidel.
You think this kind of combat is outdated and bland? If you do, you
but he would have that card. No, he would have that played against him, Meddling Mage, and they would name one of the cards that DSP has, and he would say that's cheating to know what cards he has.
And you tell me how much you really think that they're capable of innovating anymore over at Bethesda. So, quite frankly, I think this is going to be just as good as anything Bethesda's going to pump out at this point.
That's interesting that you say that, Phil. I'm going to go ahead and count that as a new clone. Because for all the times DSP failed, you can't presume he's going to fail. Just because everything that I've ever done hasn't worked, you can't assume I'm bad at things. Furthermore, you can't even call me a failure.
Only certain scenes in Gremlins scared me when I was a kid. Only certain ones, not most of them.
Okay.
I actually thought Gremlins was a fun movie, a good movie.
Oh, now we're back and we're backtracking. It wasn't that scary. I loved it.
A lot.
You would see it having to pay the one till he tries to play Restream and gets counterspell. Yeah.
I walked through.
Man, DSP playing Magic would be fun. Maybe that should be my next DSP roleplay. Is DSP as playing Magic Gathering. I forgot the other game that I mentioned that I needed. I told it all so authoritatively. I said, I will keep this one in mind for the next DSP roleplay. I will definitely play. I forgot what game that was. Scared of Gremlins? Well,
stuff here. And by the way, I should probably do some food and drink.
Little Phil was terrified of those guys. They were toxic. They were negative. They multiplied like crazy. Is that what he thinks we are? We're just gremlins? We're running around and antagonizing him? I got torn between Azorius and Grohl. One hand he loves taxes installing, the other hand he's a freaking caveman. Call him Grug for pricing. I think that he would try and use Azorius because he would be told that it's broken, and he would have some success with it. But then people would power through and he would lose interest. But I think the color combination that would be most suitable for him would be Grohl. Red-green. I really don't see DSP playing blue and black or really much of any black or blue aside of Azorius. Because oftentimes they require not really a lot of strategy, but enough strategy for DSP to get too confused. You're hitting your teammate there, man. Can't turn on Fraggle Rock. Man, he's had some interesting thoughts on the Fraggle Rock. Good job, man. It'd be the same clone, but it also isn't giving fair criticism. Why haven't had a chance? That haven't had a chance to explain. Sure.
The mother like viciously. Remember they claw her face, and she has to fight it with a knife and stuff. That's like the scariest part of the movie. I think for everyone, right? Like.
Oh yeah, dude. I shit my pants when I saw that.
Like, dude, at any time, the freaking I have steel garrote boots. Did you tell me at any time the gremlins could break
Red
into
was
my
the
house
most direct damage. He'd assume it was the best one.
That's scary shit to think about when you're a kid, right?
But he would also look at Green's humongous creatures and say it's the best. So yeah, I would think that Grohl would be.
Yeah, I mean, 1 Constitution is good, but the 10% increased move speed is.
Grohl would be his element. I will say that. That is where his brain would have the most amount of successes with Grohl. So I wouldn't even necessarily laugh at him for using Grohl. Does seem kind of
Took out the
catered to him.
camp. Did Beetlejuice scare me as a kid? Not at all. Zero things in Beetlejuice scared me. I thought it was a comedy.
Oh yeah, DSP was edgy like that, man. Both Wolverine and Blanco were Grohl. There you go. He can finally have his Wolverine deck.
There we go. What we got? We got Maxims of the Paru.
Weird things made me scared. Fear Monarch. Weird things.
A lockbox inside.
I think I told you guys that dude in the grocery store in the first Dead Rising. That guy kind of scared me.
Really?
I found
So
that unsettling.
Pistol handgun now.
Oh, so we got a
You think
piece.
that'd be better than using magic? Let me take a look here.
If you're going to roleplay as DSP, you got to figure out what commander deck would be able to fit the most DSP references into it. Yeah. Well, realistically, it would be Orzhov then, because Orzhov has a card that's probably the closest to DSP.
On-hand and offhand. That's what I can't figure out. Like the Argos we know is two-handed, right? But how would I, if I have the pistol, okay?
Maybe if you hovered over it for a second, could you stop moving,
Can I be
Phil?
attacking with one hand and shooting with the pistol with the other?
Hey guys, how do I do this thing? Now watch as I fly through the
Yes, I remember the
inventory.
commercial with the crying Native American guy because someone littered. Yes, I remember that.
I don't believe that guy was Native American. I feel like I read later on that dude wasn't. You see that creepy faced
I can't
Aerith
figure out
cosplay?
how
That
to
image
button
haunted me for
offhand.
I've never seen that.
Stash and camp, hold breakdown. Oh, wield in your offhand, left trigger. There it is.
There it is. See, if you stop for a second and actually
Do a
read.
spear and a gun. Look at this.
Hell yeah. And a fist
Why
and a
is my
shield.
sword unequipped? Who did that?
Who unequipped my sword? Who shit my pants?
We could do sword and shield, or we could do spear and gun, and fire with the gun. That's interesting.
Very hyped, Phil.
All
I'm
right.
excited.
They ragged on a kid for crying during ET. What the? Okay. That's bizarre. There's an axe right there.
Try to find this card that I always bring up with DSP.
We're gonna find a way to go down without breaking our. Oh no!
No.
God damn it! Oh look, he's asleep.
DSP, you crazy butthole. I think it's in Gate Crash. Yeah, and I think I believe it's a common.
I leveled up, by the way.
Should
I
find
can
it this
actually,
way. Let's see, where is it?
What, a new skill and everything? I messed
Yeah, here
this
it
up.
is.
I obviously didn't mean to fall. Where are we going now? Going down to the water, I think.
This is
yeah.
probably the most
We're going down to the
direct
area we didn't
reference
go
to
to
Dark
yet.
Side Phil in all of Magic. Entrance is
Oh, this is what I
free,
wanted to
donations
upgrade.
are required.
So, character, I get 1
DSP
point.
probably wrote
Let's put
this.
it into damage again.
That dude who used to always post Magic the Whatever happened to that guy? The guy who would post
Oh, we have
Magic the
companion
Gathering
abilities. Okay.
flavor text in DSP's chat? Yeah, whatever happened to that guy?
Wait a minute.
Shielding
I already
gun,
beat
pretend you.
this
Yeah!
Not
RX-78 son.
save.
He was Italian, not native. Yeah, I think I remember something like that. I don't know.
No, I have it. I see. I
Took
have
the
it.
image and
I have
distorted
this
her
right,
face. What the hell?
So that I can upgrade it.
I'm on my way to
People face
zones.
the
What should I
mighty
go
pride
after
dash
zones?
down upon the enemy swinging
Macbeth
and
or
taunting
Sector
all the right
Z?
enemies. Sure, do
Sector
that.
Z was pretty hype. Let's go with Macbeth, though. Holy crap,
Stamina
Bob.
health
That's
from medium armor power by
terrifying.
15.
I've
I'm
never
not even wearing
slept
that, am I? I
walk.
don't think so.
Sleep walked.
Shield bash. Attack while
How do you
holding
conjugate
damage your
that?
shield forward to
Slept
stun,
walk?
Push back and interrupt the enemy.
Sounds weird.
Hmm.
I've never sleepwalked.
I like the idea of constant recovery.
You know, the Black Lotus is the one that was worse
I
for
do
me.
like
had
the idea of
3 them.
constant
That's
recovery, so
awesome,
let's do
Seal. What
this.
happened to them?
Stole someone's roast. I guess I should.
You
I
do
should
steal
heal because I
people's
can't do
roast,
constant
DSP.
recovery now because I didn't have it before.
You steal stuff from Ashton and what have you. I lost all my magic cards still to this day. You cry? Damn, that sucks, man.
Got a lot of stuff to break down or sell. Keep grabbing these items.
Avalanche, don't worry about it, man.
No.
You should watch it.
Well, if I go this way, we're going further north. I want to be sure I don't miss anything, so let's just go back quickly here.
I lost all my Pokemon cards. I have maybe 4 locations where they could be, and once it reaches that point, they might as well be lost. They're either at my dad's storage unit,
Scouting log.
Actually, I don't know. It's either my dad's storage unit, my dad's basement. My dad has a huge basement. He's a pack rat, so there's no chance of finding it there.
Potion hidden. Okay. And this takes you
actually,
back
I think
to where
that's
we've
about
been.
it, but yeah, those aren't going to get found. I was illegally evicted without notice. All my belongings were trashed. That's bullshit, man. That's beyond evil.
Sure, yeah.
I hate that kind of crap, man.
So basically, we looped completely. All right. Excuse me. You have money, you scam people. You gonna spend it on burgers?
I'm here to support Thai RPG Len.
What are you doing here donating for that? The DSP is the guy who needs that money. He's the one dealing with a crippling case of RPG overload.
You know, half hour, 45 minutes of the
But
stream.
I'll send him the money, Amick. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You're supporting this RPG, are you?
Almost to our goal.
You guys know that it's like Oblivion?
Alright. Let's get some subs and
I think that's gross how DSP does it. I think it's gross that he complains that he's always compared to other people. You guys compare me to Asmund Gold and all that. Well, how come you compare other games to each other and then hate them for it? This game's trying so hard to be this, and it's not. It's like, what makes you think it's trying to be that? Maybe it's doing its own interpretation. DSP doesn't want to hear that shit. Thank you very much, Amick. I appreciate it.
Oh, look at this cave.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I don't think I've ever had my cards stolen. I had a dude rip me off in a trade though.
Where's my teammate? Where did he go?
It was really scummy. After that, that was a harsh lesson. I was a small lad, and this kid had a Machamp.
Not with me.
And I wanted that Machamp. And I traded a bunch of cards to him. I was like, all right, man, I'm going to get that Machamp off you. He said, yeah, dude, I'll bring it tomorrow. Comes tomorrow, and I said, dude, where's that Machamp at? And he says, what are you talking about, man? A trade is a trade. I said, yeah, that's correct. I didn't get my side of the trade, so what's that about? He's like, dude, I don't know how to help you, man. Trade's a trade. I go, all right. And, you know, you can't talk to the teacher about that kind of... You couldn't even tattle even if you wanted to, because the teachers had no understanding of how any of that worked. They didn't know what was worth what, and trades were this and that. They weren't equipped for the conversation. And so I just had to eat it. And with a spoon.
Oh, now he's showing up?
I got ripped off, and I get my Machamp. It's cool. It's fine.
You said that, but do you see him?
I mean, I'm pissed off that I lost my cards for it, but I don't know.
It's glitched. Look. He was glitched in the wall.
Yes, Phil. It was very fascinating. I was on the edge of my seat. I didn't know how that was going to resolve. A glitch? In a game? Oh, it's like winning the lottery, man. It hardly ever happens. Dude, that sucks. Getting the whole deck swipe like that, Liquid Carl, it's bullshit.
Hit me with your best shot.
Did anyone ever use the anti-rules? They had a couple kids try to use them, but most people never fell for it. No one was willing to ante up the cards that they had.
Trade lightning. Oh wow, that's great. You killed 3.
This dude when I was learning to play Yu-Gi-Oh kept on asking people, hey, you want to do like the Battle City rules where we give our best card if we lose? He never had a taker. No one was stupid enough to fall for that. Said that works in the TV shows, man.
Oh shit, a big boy.
Everything is a glitch, including DSP support in a weird way.
Another big one appeared behind me.
Just shooting the spider right in the ass. I should have gotten another drink. It's already starting to wear off.
It's interesting. You can use a gun and a grimoire. You don't need a wand.
And also, I shouldn't be that mad because I did rip off a kid one time with an electrode. It was in a case or whatever, so you couldn't see the back. And I traded it to him, and he didn't open up the case to check if it had damage on the backside. So, I mean, I ripped off a kid, so I can't be that mad.
Oh, I thought this was a unique plant, but it's not. Darn.
I suppose I got my I got my karma. It's cool.
But thank God the spiders have a lockbox. I mean...
Well, I don't think the spiders lived here the entire time, jackass. And also, you just robbed those spiders. You walked into their house. There's a home invasion. DSP home invaded these poor little spiders. Gunned them down, stole their shit. You're a monster, Phil.
New area.
How it worked in the TV show,
Detractors
just
are
like
sounding
normal
$2
summoning
super chat.
flame
Asking, am I
swordsman.
enjoying
Kid
the game?
me
I've
was
seen ads
pissed.
everywhere for it. I am enjoying the game. It is fun.
Rick and multiply.
Keep in mind we did
Like
zero story.
Yeah, Karibo didn't work like in the show at all.
Of this first map area, and I'm having fun with the combat.
I was talking to my best friend about this with Yu-Gi-Oh! That Battle City is the Stardust Crusaders of Yu-Gi-Oh! That's when it started getting good. Getting really good. This is not to say that the first part of Yu-Gi-Oh! Wasn't good, but it was kind of so disorganized and silly that it was hard to get hyped. Because you didn't even know what the cards did. You didn't know what anything was. You know, you could fling a what was it, Dragon Swordsman or whatever his name is. You could fling it at that ring and it would destroy the ring and it would fall on that guy's zombies and all his zombies die. It was like, it's nonsense. It's nonsense gameplay.
Damn,
Rias is saying DSP quotes there in chat with his donation. But then when Battle City happened, that's when the author kind of locked in and said, alright, I need to make these cards make sense.
I love that I can
and it got good.
Insta-kill them by running into them with my ram ability. That's a great
Karibo is borderline garbage.
Rias Gremory with a $5 super chat says, I'm gay, I'm gay, I'm gay, and then retracted the message. Well, too bad, because we already saw it. It's okay if you're out of the closet, or maybe you're just really happy. Whatever it is.
You think it's time for men?
The $5 super chat that gets us to 110 rupees out of our 150 rupee goal for the night for the RPG gameplay.
Oh, I thought he said groupie for a second. DSP, what's going on over there? I've got hundreds of groupies. Oh yeah? That would be weird.
It like popped up.
Well, at least DSP is Mr. Acceptance. DSP's all about gay people, but he took the slide out.
What's in here? Surprise! Oh shit, I missed completely.
Phil's Kingdom had no real rules or logic. It was all over the place. By Battle City, they had real rules in a card game, and the weirdness was kept to the god cards. Exactly. By Battle City, I had enough understanding of the interaction of card abilities that I could be excited for the game. And yeah, the god cards are where the rules were clearly violated.
Seems like it.
What's his name? The yellow one. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Winged Dragon and Raw. Winged Dragon and Raw was bullshit. He had 30 abilities. On Tuesdays, Winged Dragon and Raw had a gun. On Wednesday, he could call down orbital strikes. On Thursday, he didn't even really exist.
What's in it?
And on Friday, there were 2 of them.
A ridiculous amount of crafting items, basically, and some money. So that was worth it.
Hell yeah, man.
Cool.
We got some money. That's always good. Yeah, we only get socks on this one. It's a sock supporter stream.
Cheese wheel.
Yeah, Obelisk was a little bit more fair.
All right, I get all my food.
Ultra Mega Chicken. He is legend, though.
Corpses. It's the best way to do it.
Damn, I want to turn DSP off and watch Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged Series. Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged Series kicks ass.
Do you remember back in the day, YouTube viewers were saying that you were gay with John Rambo?
Yeah.
You were going to make love to each other.
Yeah.
Of course. How do I get through this?
Come on, elaborate on that, DSP. That's funny.
Explosive? This isn't explosive.
You butthole.
No, maybe I need to throw a grenade? How would I do that?
Come on, elaborate more on the nature of these horrifying rumors that you were gay for John Rambo. That's also a rare DSP quote that was kind of funny on its own, was when he said, yes, he said that you're a gay boy. What made it funny was how uncomfortable John Rambo looked. We're going to make love to each other tonight. John Rambo wasn't sure if that was real or not. Oh, yeah?
It sucks that one didn't really get us anything.
Oh, yeah?
Okay, now we know that they exist.
It's true. DSP and John Rambo were all over each other. I like the part where Yu-Gi-Oh! Used Slifer's ability to force opponent into an infinite loop that made him draw cards and so on. That was cool. That was a sick-ass moment, because that's when I first saw the idea that you could do an infinite loop in a card game.
Would we be open?
What?
To having Shia on Smart Guy sometimes because he discusses wrestling on his own streams. Well, here's the thing.
No.
It would depend on how much he would contribute to earn the spot. I mean, Maybe for a couple hundo.
Oh, that's gross, Phil.
A guest call in for maybe like 5 minutes.
$100 for 5 minutes. What?
What the hell is this? Meat, lashwing meat.
DSP laughs. He laughs. He's just being silly. I'm just joking around. You don't have to send me money, but maybe if you were thinking about sending me money and you thought it was funny, see, it's funny. Give me $100.
Of course.
Give me money.
Depends on the level of contribution.
That's what I'm talking about, man. We gotta make these jokers pay up, dude. There's no free rides on DSP Gaming. Yeah, pay the fare, idiot. That gross little laugh he does, it's insulting. It's not enough that he's begging for money. He has to laugh at the audacity of begging for money. What a butthole. Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Years Collection looks pretty good.
We got a lot of crafting items. I think we're going to be able to level stuff up a ton when we go back to
I kind of want to play it.
With upgrade and crafting.
But what I really want to play is I want to play a remake of the Nintendo DS games. Those games kicked ass.
These are the guys I froze.
I would do a stream of those.
This is where I came out of? It is.
If I knew how to stream my DS.
Shoot.
I kind of don't want to set all that shit up. Oh.
Let's keep going north, I guess, right? I mean, guys, we've been playing almost an hour and a half, and there's just so much to explore in this game. There's a ton to do. You
guys should explore your wallets and then give me what you find. I mean, in that one video, DSP and Rambo the Hotel, DSP did focus on Rambo's feet for some weird reason. He was into it, man. He was thinking about it. There was some math going on there.
Steve paid top dollar for my appearance on his show. Top dollar.
Oh, yeah?
$3
whole
after the fact.
Oh, there we go.
He's probably made up about 1/10 so far of what he paid me, so hopefully he thinks it was worth it.
That's not really funny. That sounds bitter. You sound bitter and whiny.
Is true. Everyone knows
It's
this.
you joke about that now, DSP. You know what? I'm gonna count that one. You can't joke about it and then 2 days later complain that no one takes you seriously.
The collapsed gatehouse.
Yeah, everything that I say is not true, and I'm just playing around. No one believes me. It takes me seriously. DSP inspired that episode of South Park. No one takes DSP cereal.
We're gonna break down a lot of these duplicates, and we're gonna do some crafting.
Yeah, I'm not sleazy. I'm just laughing at you, possibly giving me money. Look at that.
Uh-oh. This one's mine. It's a trap. Look at these things.
Or I want to stream Capsule Monsters Coliseum. That game was pretty cool.
Damn, I triple killed the Phantom. Spirit residue. Getting warmed up.
I do have the. Hold on, let me check. Be right back. I have to check my
that was really cool.
My room of doom here.
I kind of like the gun magic combination now. I'm kind of digging it.
All over the floor.
Of course, Steve is doing another stream about me tomorrow. He'll be milking those streams for weeks. Seriously, but he'll do it until it dries up. Because my detractors are dumb and keep giving him money, so he's going to do it until it dries up. That's exactly what side scrollers did. Remember, side scrollers did like weeks of content about me.
Hell yeah, here we go. I've got a Yu-Gi-Oh! GX for PlayStation 2, the beginning of Destiny. I never actually finished it. I think I played maybe 20 minutes of it and then I dropped it. That'd be fun to stream. I could stream that. That'd be pretty hard. I like Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Is it Steam getting a collection of all previous Yu-Gi-Oh! video games? Not all of them. Mostly Game Boy and Game Boy Color games.
So this is actually one of the missions. What mission is this? Find the Strangle Root. This is one of the missions we have to do.
The DS games were the best.
Okay.
We have to stop Bam Bear Pig. I'm super serial.
Yeah, so what the funny part is...
What?
I'll just say this briefly. I had no idea what's going on with all that detractor shit because, I don't pay attention. So I guess whoever... Oh.
Hold on. We got to get interrupted by lore. DSP's pretending he's interested.
Ability. Did you see that?
Pretends that he cares. Anyway, back to detractors.
Not sure. No, but what I was gonna say was.
What?
I don't follow the detractor stuff. So apparently that bro side filled in another stream.
That's
and in the stream he claimed he talked to the policewoman who supposedly I talked to, but I guess she's not a policewoman anymore. And then she says, "Oh, I remember the conversation. If it was a weirdo," and I guess he said she came to my house and I had a bunch of cameras No one ever came to my house. It was a phone conversation.
Then you didn't pay
have
attention to
any
the video.
cameras in my house at all, and I never said that I did.
You didn't
I
pay
don't know
attention to the
where
video.
all that information is coming from.
She stated that she
False.
drove by of
Like, I
her
don't
own
have it.
accord.
My neighbors
DSP.
actually have a Ring doorbell, and
That's
along
exactly
our
what it is.
main road, because we live in a private community, the main road has a couple cameras off of the side of people's homes, and it has. We do have a camera pointed at our mailbox because a few years ago, it was like four years ago.
Okay,
5
so
years
we're
ago,
retconning the
someone came in,
cameras.
we have a common mailbox where all of our mail is kept. It's all locked up. Someone came by and wrecked it. Like they came by with like.
I don't see how that's possible, DSP. It's illegal to be on that road.
Stole everyone's mail. I don't know to what end. It's not like there was like valuable items in there or anything, so I don't know what they were thinking, but they did. They stole all our shit. So after that, we installed a better lockbox that's like super high quality, and now we have a camera.
Yeah, it's got
on
a
that.
gun
So
turret
someone
on it,
does steal the mail,
automated.
We can get it back. You know, we try to get them arrested and get our mail back. But outside of that, I don't have any cameras on my house.
How's it going, movie side?
Personal cameras on my home. I don't have any.
Yeah, Broside
don't
Phil
know
is going to be
where
persona
that
non grata
came
for a
from.
while. If you don't follow it, yet he
yesterday,
exposed
PPP
you
asked me
more and
about
found the
it
woman you spoke to.
on Smart Guys as part of the Grill Phil segment, and I was like, what?
What?
No, I don't even know what you're talking about.
That's not what you said, DSP.
I never said I had cameras. I don't have any cameras on my house.
Of course you don't.
Like I
DSP.
said, I think a couple people do have the Ring doorbells around here.
I think
And,
that a police officer would
we
know
have to
the
have that
difference
very
between a
general
Ring
one
doorbell
along.
and
I
a
think there's two
security
homes.
camera.
There's a camera pointed at the main road.
I would
coming in.
think they would know.
And there's the one on the mailbox, I think. But that's all I know about. So I don't know where they get their crazy stories and information from at all. It's just bizarre, the shit they make up. So
Yeah, this
proves that
it's
it's false. Like
There you go.
whoever
It's
he
proof.
has who's impersonating this officer who I talked to is
By the way,
lying. It's
what
not
proof does he
real.
have? None.
Because they were never here. No one ever came out here for the police report. And there's no cameras that they're talking about. They made it up. So it's just complete nonsense. Just like everything that these idiots say, it's all fucking nonsense. They make it up. But people are so dumb they believe it.
So this woman made this up for what reason, DSP? So that she could become favorably viewed by Broside Phil? This person who she didn't know existed maybe even 3 days ago?
You know?
Well, you know what I'm saying. 3 days before that call.
Or it wouldn't matter if I had cameras anyway. We're well within our rights to have cameras. But he made up some weird story that the cop said that I'm paranoid.
He didn't make up anything.
Around the house, and
It was her.
Job. Like, they never came to my house.
She explains it in the video.
no idea what
Maybe
he's
you
talking
should
about.
watch the video before you make these claims.
It's completely fabricated nonsense. There would be records of this stuff. Like, this never happened.
She said she went on her own accord. She drove by. And how secure is that gated community if you can destroy the mailbox and not get caught? Not get caught at all.
Just more nonsense that I pay no attention to at all. But they make up the most lavish, crazy stories with zero justification for it. The thing is, I don't follow them. Like, I don't pay
Yeah, you don't
attention to
follow them.
Detractors.
That's why you got a lot of
I
that
don't know what
wrong.
they're saying.
So you kind
They
of
say
straw
shit
manned
like
by
that, and they're
accident.
Like, oh, you see? Well, must be true. Phil didn't respond. Phil doesn't listen to your nonsense.
Phil doesn't
at
respond
all.
because
I
he
only
can't
knew about it
respond.
'cause PPP brought it up yesterday, and I was like, what?
What?
Like, what the fuck are you
Huh?
talking about?
Who are you? So hold on a second. I want you guys to think about what DSP did to disprove the whole statement about cameras.
Is there no way
Police
in
officer, by the way. Police officer lied about DSP having cameras.
I want the treasure, but
Just
how do I get the
slandered
house?
Phil for no reason. So DSP's evidence to counter this slander from the police officer is no, we don't. That he could easily take a picture of his own apartment or condo or whatever and show that there's no
Iron
cameras.
Chef's the guys, if you listen to the
Or
podcast,
anything
it
like
sounds
that,
a
but
paid
doesn't do it.
actor, just like PPP said. He says crazy stuff in front of the woman. She seems to brush it off. No, here's the thing what you guys don't understand. It's no paid actor. These people don't pay anyone to do anything. They're poor.
Oh, yeah.
They're a bunch of poors. What it is they're fucking, the people that are in their fucking Discord servers, their communities. These aren't like two people. You have to understand these are a network of hundreds to thousands of weirdos.
Thousands of
Who
weirdos.
sit on fucking Discord all day talking about dumb shit like this and orchestrating it. They're all crazy. They didn't pay anyone. This is some nut job woman who's part of their.
Uh-oh. I wonder what happened, Phil. That'd be a great final sentence as he got banned.
You know, like there's not much else to it but that. It's
Oh.
very simple.
Okay. I get it, Phil. You got exposed, and it's fine. Let's just say that none of this is true. This has worked so perfectly before, DSP. DSP's great debunk. No, that's not true. I don't know why you guys keep bringing this up. I've already debunked it. How did you debunk it? Well, I said it wasn't true. That's all I need to do, right?
It says the door is barred. There's got to be a way to unbar that door.
Thousands of poor people trying to take down Dave. We're all jealous.
Rooftop here.
If we only begged on the
Gotta be a way
internet.
to unbar the door. Maybe from the right angle I can shoot it. Oh wait.
He doesn't know
Never
the. He
mind.
doesn't listen, but
Can't
knows the
break the
new
ceiling.
memes right away.
All right.
Exactly.
It's got natural light, right on the river.
And also DSP admitting that he doesn't know
Alright.
what the video says and then debunks what he thought the video said.
Rumbling gardener's
How is anyone
log.
supposed to
I don't
take
really
this
care
guy
about
seriously?
Your gardening logs. The door.
They're all crazy, says to 220. Yeah. The police officer said you may be a little bit crazy, DSP. It sure seems like it. Exactly, Bob Hoskins. The only person who's telling the truth is the guy who never has before. Expert testimony from the boy who cried wolf.
Well, there's the main story.
Exactly, Sniper
isn't it?
Lays, man.
No,
Just trust
wait.
me.
Upgrade your armor at the workbench, so they're saying there's a second camp over there.
Cadence, I didn't see that.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Maybe we should just head towards the second camp, and that's where we'll end the stream tonight. Maybe.
It's very disrespectful, Jay.
Yeah.
Extremely disrespectful. Because you know if any one of these people actually presented their credentials... Well, actually, no, never mind. I was going to say DSP would back away and whimper. But no, he would just deny it.
Not good. What do you mean?
You
no photo
photoshopped
reps?
that.
What's wrong with the audio?
You photoshopped that ID. You photoshopped that picture of you shaking hands with the police commissioner. That's not really true. That could be anybody. That's just another detractor dressed up as the police
We
commissioner.
need to own the meme. Can we make $220 the new goal? We don't need to make $220 the new goal. I make more than $220 every day.
That's
I make way more than that.
that's not true. It's not every day, DSP.
If we made that the goal, I'd lose money.
Not if the goal is 150 and then it's... Do you not know how numbers work, DSP? Get that on there as well.
Anyway.
If 150 is the goal
Let's climb this and see what
and
we're doing
220
here.
is the
I don't
new
know how to
goal,
climb this. Can I climb it?
DSP loses money that way. You went to business school, right? And we're all a bunch of poors, by
I
the
don't think
way.
you're supposed to do it like this. I'm falling in the river.
We're all a bunch of poors.
Audio's good? Okay.
But I think this whole sequence has demonstrated why it is that it's pointless to have this idea that you could debunk Phil. Because it happens to all of us, I think, at some point. We all get this notion that,
We did find another
what
camp.
if I presented this evidence and
Nice.
DSP wouldn't be able to say anything?
We basically
Well, that
cheated.
just happened.
We're
We
supposed
saw
to do
it.
it that way, but
Broside
we didn't.
Phil and his police officers that he spoke to has shut
probably
down
do a bunch
Phil's
more
arguments
upgrades now.
100%.
I wonder if can you upgrade the
He is
gun? That'd be
done.
cool.
His
Upgrade the
discussion
gun
is
and make it more
complete.
powerful.
He is incriminated 100%.
Here we go.
Essentially.
So guys,
At
we're
least
in
in
the
the court of
final,
public opinion.
20 minutes of the stream
DSP's
tonight,
response?
guys. What's the
Nuh-uh.
goal? I mean, we kind of
Nuh-uh.
out here.
Nuh-uh, I'm not guilty. Nuh-uh. I know the cameras. Nuh-uh.
Guys, we're so
Like, you
close
can't
to
do
the goal.
anything to
Let's
that.
not hit it.
You can't do
All right,
anything
so
to a
let's get it.
child who
Last
views
second,
things
let's
that
get
way.
some super chats, some memberships, a tip.
By the way, we're
something. Let's
poor,
get it,
but this
right?
guy's
Let's
begging.
do it. Okay. So let's do a
It'll
few
be
things.
fun
First of
talking to
all,
Broside Phil
break
this
stuff
Friday. We
down
can
that
talk
I
about this
don't
whole
think it
event.
can.
I've never had
Okay.
anything like this happen where it aligned so
So,
much.
I certainly don't
Because
need three
Broside and
common
I arranged for him to come on, I want to say more
want
than
the
a month and a
regular
half
sword.
ago. It was
I
quite
don't
some
need
time
two
ago.
shields, right?
Because people in chat, you know, I pay attention to what people say. People are saying, "Oh, it'd be cool if
Please tell me
Broside
I did
came
not-
on."
Okay, I
said,
didn't. I thought I
maybe
accidentally
he's
hit the
already
wrong
been talked
shield. That
to, you know.
would've pissed me off. Okay. We don't need a
Likewise
second
with other
archivist,
people.
right? I'm not going to use the hand axe. I
But
don't like that.
yeah, and then this thing popped off
And I don't want
right
the bow.
before
And
it's
the-
going
and the dagger.
green.
We
That's
did a
some
lot of stuff
interesting
there, right?
timing. On second
Other
thought,
Curious is
DSP's
terrible.
right.
Look at that.
You know what? Broside Phil did all of this just to hype up his appearance on Going Green. Oh no!
I feel like I should actually.
I'm in on it.
These, because these give me parry efficacy. I want more parry ability.
I spoke to
There
a
you go.
woman police officer, and she doesn't
Alright.
sound like a woman. She sounds like an AI.
Oh, Iron Chef Sakai.
Oh, nice.
Just gifted 10 subs to the community on Kick. Thank
Not
you,
like one
I
of these
missed it.
brokies
And now I
who
activated
can't
the
even
camera.
buy a 220 shirt from
Thank you, Iron
Darkside
Chef
Phil's
Sakai.
shop.
10 subs.
He
I
doesn't
didn't
have.
see it because I was messing
Complaining
around there.
because you were complaining. You were
Thank you,
whining.
Iron Chef Sakai. Let's get you a nice animation.
Yeah, also, Bob Hoskins, good point. He wants a
leaderboard.
police crackdown, but thinks all cops are crazy liars. Just the ones that talk or to him. Talk about or to him.
Let's add that to our total. We're now at 160.
All right, Chef Sakai's a
160
loser.
rupees out of 300.
Feels good, right?
It is official.
Belted.
We have hit
Drop the
goal
coins.
for tonight, which means it is time
Unleash
again
the pogs.
to make it rain here on DSP Gaming.
Against those
The
brokies.
coffers are filled, the taxes are paid, the trolls are crying. Oh, the fake officer story didn't do anything. Thank you so much, everyone, for your awesome and generous support as always. I hope that you're enjoying everything I'm doing right now with the new games this week. I'm having a great time with all of you. Thank you all so very, very much. I appreciate it. The only regret, well, not really regret, the only unfortunate thing is that sadly, 0 memberships tonight.
Oh,
Not
damn.
even one.
So you celebrate
Yeah,
your
basically
your
every
goal
kind of
hit
contribution,
to
no
beg
memberships, right?
during your celebration.
But it is what it is. All right. let's
Yeah,
go
she's a
ahead
fake officer.
and,
Just say everything's fake, man. Just,
So the
you know
first
what?
thing
I don't even know if
upgrade my
Broside Phil is
breastplate
real.
as part
He
of
might
the
not be real.
plot, which is fucking bizarre.
Honestly,
I
Ashton
guess
might
I'll
not
do
be
it.
real. DSP might not be real. It's all fake. Everything's fake.
There.
It's Shutter Island over here. What really is real anymore, DSP? All that we know is real is that obviously DSP is correct. That's our grounding principle. Everything else from there is open to interpretation, but that interpretation better be that it's all a lie.
And it'll be 40 damage. The gun
Fake
is really
police
good.
officer.
Oh wow!
Screw it.
12 damage
Everything's
to the
fake.
gun.
Me, the guy who
12
lies about
damage,
everything.
that's insane.
That's going to be my angle here. Why is he calling her fake when he said her name? He didn't say her name, I don't believe. He refused to say the name because that's part of the strategy. Just don't give people information. Because then, if you don't give people information and they come to you with the information, you can just say it's fake. Good strategy, right?
Actually true, so I can't really
Hello,
dispute it.
police. I need help, but don't come to my
Right.
house. What do you mean
Okay,
you have to come to my house? I make
Should
your
I
money.
max the sword
I make
so
more
we can
money
take the
than
sword to the
you.
next level? I'm gonna
Did
do
you
it.
hear about my
Yeah.
resurgence?
So next level.
Yeah, DSP is being
needs
trolled by the
iron chunks
Patriots.
and- yeah, I need stuff I don't have. And then it gets
He
into the
confirmed. Yes, he
fine
confirmed the case
sword.
number.
See that? The fine
And
sword. Whoa,
that was
it's gone
fun
by
as hell
30.
because
It's
he
a huge increase
he
when
was
you
so
get
sure
it
that he was still
okay.
going to debunk Broside Phil with all that. That's how. Man, I really wish they would have. I really wish they would have noticed that when he hopped up on his feet and went and got that evidence. Because when DSP does think he's got a win in, he'll go for it.
Bunch more food.
But as soon as he's unsure that he's going to succeed, he digs his heels in and just says everything is a lie.
So again, if I do ruck snout, roast, or loin,
He was
I could
hoping
make
that was his out.
I could maybe make a beetle jerky now. No, I can't. I don't have the beetle parts. Damn.
Yeah, Excalibur. And in her
Amazing
brief,
GT
her
just
brief
became a member. Amazing GT became
interactions
a member on
with
YouTube,
Phil,
so now we have a membership as well.
she managed to
Now
assess him
every
completely.
single category has someone. Thank you, Amazing GT, for the membership. Awesome. Thank you guys so very much. Some great support all around tonight for our chill stream of Avowed. As you guys can see, if you come by to hang out for Avowed, we can just chill and talk. You realize that, right? Like that's just what I.
That's
don't
why
get
you
about
guys
people
should
who say,
show up,
"I don't like the
chill, and donate."
RPGs because they're boring, right? It's like, but you could come by even if you don't really like.
The conversation is always lame, DSP. I've never seen you
right?
have a
If you don't
conversation
like
that
it,
I was interested in,
then just hang
unironically.
out, right? So that's awesome, right?
I could see that superfluous
Very
moniker,
nice.
definitely. Do you know who pays your salary? Well, not me, because I don't pay my taxes.
What are you talking?
But someone out there
troll
does.
is so dumb. They're saying this is hilarious. Crime because he gave a police officer he himself gained the name of, called him a mental case. I didn't ever give the name of any officer to anyone ever. I don't know what you're talking about. You see how crazy these people are? I've never given the name of any officer to anyone. I didn't give it to fucking Steve. I didn't give it to Broside Phil. No one has the name of the officer.
Yep.
I never gave it away.
Yep. It's my method. It's my technique. Now I'm forever innocent because I
said these people are
withheld
nuts.
evidence.
ICS. He's done it again. Iron Chef Sakai just did a 10-member bomb. on the YouTube side.
It is sad, Bob
Everyone on the YouTube
Hoskins.
side, enjoy those
And
memberships.
his notion that,
Thank
you know, the
Iron
detractors are
Sky.
crying because the fake officer thing didn't work. DSP doesn't understand the
Another
game.
30 bucks of
He
support.
doesn't
We're up to
understand what's
two,
happening.
195.
He treats everything like a game, but
we have
he
a
doesn't
15
have the
minutes
rule
left on the
book.
stream. I doubt we're gonna hit 300 tonight and get
Instead,
another
he
goal.
makes it up
would
as he
be great if we
goes.
did.
And of course,
I
that
don't
rule
think it's
book
gonna
favors
happen,
him.
just being realistic,
It
okay?
worked completely,
So
DSP.
any code
What
to me,
worked is that
pro
your
use, do this,
credibility
make us
was
stew.
again destroyed.
Do a
And it's
salted
not like
trout.
we even need to destroy
Let's
your
do
credibility, DSP. Your credibility has been nuked
cheese
from
wedges.
orbit 20 times over.
Make cheese wedges.
We just added 21.
Yeah.
Going
Very
back
low
to the
health
money thing, he
regeneration,
probably
but I think-
genuinely looks down on everyone as they poor. Even had to brag to the police officer about how much he makes. Him bragging about his money did everything to confirm that was Darkside Phil.
Make wine. We can do all kinds of stuff. Look at this.
He has no logic to
That's
the
how
No,
you get
he
your
doesn't
grenades
understand how it
right
works.
there.
Let's get
Look at
Officer
this, 30
Sanders. Oh
health
God,
regeneration
no.
makes 8 of these. Damn, I'm gonna have so many healing items. This is gonna be out of control. how
He
many
did
healing
give
items
her
I'm gonna
name by
have.
verifying the FO, but he did not verbally
A trout
state the name,
pie.
therefore debunked.
That's the intellect and resolve. So you know what? I'll do it just in case.
Right,
I
Fear
lose
Monarch,
resolve
exactly.
For some reason during the playthrough, 20% bonus health.
Now, the argument
Right, you gotta
DSP
confuse
could
yourself, make all
make
of these.
is
Why
that
not,
all of
right?
this was pointless because I
Make
will
them all.
never have credibility.
Stew.
There you go. That
Awesome.
would make more sense. Okay, yeah, you're right. There is no point in continuing
More
to
than
further
porridge.
your lack of integrity. That's a horse that's been beaten to death plenty. Fake
Wine. I have
officers,
so much food.
fake broside Phil,
I wonder if there's like
fake
a,
codes, fake
If there's
everything.
like a big achievement or a reward for crafting a certain amount, because man, I'm crafting
Actually, wait, I
a
need to
ton now.
counter. I need to put a new clone in here because DSP demands
I
that
think
you
that's
watch
it.
all of
We
his
talked a
streams to
little
have
more,
any sort of
maybe.
criticism about him. Meanwhile, he didn't
wants
even
to
listen
chat.
to the phone call, at least according to him,
Nothing
and
like a
he
campfire and a good sea
made a
breeze, is
debunk
there?
about something that didn't happen
So-
or something that he didn't understand. So that's not really fair.
Why do they call this the Dream Scourge? Is there a reason?
I don't know.
say
Scourge is my damn
people
dream.
afflicted with it have strange, vivid dreams and start confusing them with reality. What starts as a light daze becomes severe disorientation.
Yeah, you would think,
Tension
Bob Hoskins.
bent towards
The
chaotic
innocent will
violence.
always seek verification. The guilty will encourage you to stop your investigation.
So Dream Scourge.
Fungal growths like mine.
No. Dream Scourge is different.
ICS, I will never trust this dude ever.
If you see
He has no credibility and no integrity. And if he is a police officer, well,
Until then,
I guess it shows that statistically speaking, you can in fact have complete dickless losers as police officers.
Funny part about this
But I feel like
is,
I've known that before. I've
someone
met a
told
couple
me
that were pretty
that
dickless.
in the lore of Pillars of Eternity, which is what the world this game is based in,
But that's
there are
statistics
other
in general.
godlikes. But they're not the
Any
kind that we are,
employment
that we're
field you're going to find
supposedly, like,
shitheads in.
plant or
Is that what it is?
like
DSP should
Earth
say it that way.
godlikes,
He
and
should
the
say that
Beast
these are
godlikes, the
corrupt
ones that
police
have
officers.
the,
Yeah, DSP, there'll be no
evil
harm that comes
or
from that. You should just
fungus
say they're
growing on
corrupt.
them. But there's others, for example, that fire just erupts out of their eyes and their ears and their mouths. They're eternally
Took the
on
boys'
fire.
satellite
I
run to
guess
Venom
each,
because I like doing this
element, like,
bad
is
ending
earth,
before
but I
doing
guess
the
that would
playthrough
be
with the good
fire.
ending
There's
and just
ice,
beat
like, each
Andros.
of these
Annoyed
different
because Slippy got
elements
out
have
before Venom. Damn it!
these effects.
Slippy pisses me off.
So odd that they chose the fungus godlikes for this game and not one of the other ones. Right? It's kind of bizarre.
We should be safe enough.
All right, I think we're done here.
Cool.
Where are we
In the
right
stream?
now?
We done? Let's get out of here, Phil.
We leave by going to the crystal, right? What's up, Mark? How you doing, man?
You feel like donating, Mark?
Great streaming day today, Mark. Great stuff.
Yeah, I got money. And I felt it the trolls. Feels good, huh?
So where
220.
are we? How are we doing here?
220 is a good number. I feel like we haven't even scratched the surface of the different memes we can make with 220.
Find the cartographer. We didn't do that.
I
yet.
would when I was a
There
kid,
he
I
is,
used
right?
to shoot at Slippy. I did not like Slippy. Peppy was all right. Falco was okay. Falco was kind of a pain in my ass.
No, we didn't
Cat
have-
or whatever her
She's in
name
the
was.
east,
Cat.
somewhere on this side.
She
but
was
we
all
don't know
right.
where.
What's his
So, yeah, I don't
name?
know where
The
to
kind of
find him
chill
yet.
surfer dude. He was cool.
I guess we should just
But
head
Slippy was
southwest
getting
and
it.
try to do some of this stuff, or just maybe just hit due west.
Falco is probably my favorite,
Do you
even
have
though
any
I
other quests
spoke
to
of
do
him
here?
rather disparagingly a couple seconds ago because he was fun. Hey
Go to
Einstein,
Rebel,
I'm
find
on
clues
your
about the
side.
locations of fragments.
Oh
And
gee,
it's
I
not-
got
not
saved
too
by
special.
Fox. Yeah,
Well, let's head
Falco,
west,
you
let's
did.
say,
I could
right?
gun your ass down right now, Falco. Don't test me. Say, look, you saw what happened to Slippy. Slippy got annihilated. because I wanted to.
Would I ever join
Yeah,
the
Bill,
casino
that's
for
him.
chats like I did months ago because Rich is getting felted hard and I'm missing out? I don't know. I don't know.
Did he
like,
get
here's the
felted
thing,
by a police officer?
Okay? If those guys feel like I can add to a show,
You cannot.
in any way, they think that there's something that would work and it would fit into their content and their audience, I'm sure they'll let me know. To be honest,
I like the Star
as you
Wolf dudes.
guys
Those
know,
dudes crack me up.
I don't do drama, right? Or at least I just don't do it often. And I think it
That's a
worked
new
at
clone. In
first
fact, that's
because
2
it was
clones. You
Rich,
do
Rich
drama
had
and you
been
do it often.
messing with me for so dang long.
You just did
right?
drama
So
earlier.
it made sense, but now it's kind of like
Yeah, drama's
kinda been there,
not in
done that. Like,
anymore.
what am I gonna do? Just sit there crap on him constantly
Yeah,
all day? Like,
ICS is a super loser. ICS did that single stream,
there's a cave
and
there,
in
but I
that
can't get
time
up to it.
convinced me that he
I
is a
don't know. I mean, maybe
loser
there's something there, maybe there isn't.
beyond
It's up to them.
hope. How are you gonna say,
I'll
yeah,
just
I
say
knew
this, it's
DSP
not
was
like we
scamming
don't
me
talk
all
about
along,
stuff, and it's
but
not
I
like we
gave
don't
him
plan,
money
for
because,
example, I
well,
believe
why wouldn't I, essentially?
in the future, not immediately, but maybe in the near future, there may be something new that we do together. We've been dabbling with a couple ideas of things to do.
Dabbling with
work. And
ideas?
It's not smart, guys.
How
I'm talking
uncommitted.
like the casino stuff, right? Like I'd be involved with other stuff that the casinos.
I agree, Ed.
And stuff like that.
220 is it's cool
but
how it works like
I-
that
you know,
because it
the
works
thing
as you
with
say.
me,
It's
as
kind
you
of
guys know, I don't talk
ironclad
about stuff
condemnation,
that's
but it's
said
also
at all.
insulting, and
So
that's
I don't
fun.
waste time, you know, building up hype that then people are gonna get their hopes up and shit.
Oh,
It
yeah.
looks like something may come
You never
together.
disappoint me, Phil.
I don't know exactly when. And we are
Phil
working
is
on it and talking
band
about it
Ross.
actively, but I don't, you know, I don't want to say anything else past that, okay?
I like Pigman because, like when he says, "I'll do you fast, Peppy Bell."
These freaks.
Yeah, my beautiful reward. I like Leon. I'm the great Leon. I didn't like Andrew. Andrew was kind of lame.
Well, that was a great
Except when he said,
shot.
Andross's enemy is my enemy. Kind of reminded me of that time in Ninja Turtles where Shredder says, I don't want to conquer Dimension X, I want to conquer Earth. Krang's having none of it. Yeah, I wanted to play as Star Wolf. Star Wolf is hype.
Burn the wizard, he's dead.
Yep, you can let up on that now.
That took a lot of damage, though. What's this?
I suppose that's gonna be our narrative for a while. Is that it's all fake,
Probably not.
and then DSP is gonna
Probably
change
wanna
his narrative in a couple
backtrack and do it this
years,
way.
and then he's gonna have to
I wanna
say,
do the
"Well,
rest of
what I
this
meant
first
was
before
is that
we-
the whole drama is fake. I didn't mean that the police officer's
Before we
fake."
headed this way, so maybe we should fast travel. But this is how we'll get across, right? We'll do this path. This bridge will get us to the eastern way.
In Rowatite.
But
ready to do
what has happened here?
I wonder what happened here.
Can't let you do that, Star Fox.
Die. What do you think? They got murdered on the bridge, dude.
Star Wolf, come on, man. We do this song and dance every time. I'm
It's a
gonna
silly
shoot
thing to
your ass
say.
down, and you're gonna cry. But what DSP
Alright,
essentially did with
so,
this whole
last chance,
ordeal.
my friends.
I'm not your friend,
If you would
DSP.
like to contribute to the
I
show
don't
anyway
get talked to
tonight,
like
I'm
this
not
by my
asking for that,
friends.
but I'm just saying if you'd like to, because I only got about less than 10 minutes left on this stream. And, you know, we're about 100 away.
DSP put down the controller. That's what happened. He put down the controller and refused to let you win.
But I'm not asking for that.
But
Thank
he
you to
still
all those who have
lost.
contributed
We still
so
got
far.
the win.
Appreciate you.
It's just Street Fighter, man. That whole
You do not need a
this
book
whole
to shoot
saga
a
is
gun.
just Street
This is
Fighter.
my dual wielding. I'm dual wielding a gun
Right.
and the grimoire. So I can do magic.
When he
and
said
a
to
gun at the
Steve,
same
you
time.
tried, that's him stating that basically he rage quit. Therefore, you can't count this as a W. I didn't really authentically play. I played 2%. When, going back to what I said earlier, the DSP doesn't understand the nature of the game. We got the W, DSP. You were exposed for a liar, a person who was outside of the equation, outside of DSP sphere or detractor sphere, more or less, came to the conclusion that DSP is a lying, manipulative,
Triple P is
shitheaded
gassing me up
grifter.
right now and saying that
That's a
Rich has
win.
to eat
That's a
bugs
win
make
to see
ends
that.
meet. Yeah. How many bugs do you think I ate today? I can tell you how many goals I hit,
Oh, there you go.
and it's a lot more than the number of bugs that I ate today. That's for sure.
Hell yeah.
Didn't used to be.
Listen, can I see your legs? I hear that you have robot legs. That kind of freaked me out when someone pointed it out to me when I was a kid, that the Starvox
Oh,
characters
look at the
don't have
photographer?
legs.
Oh,
Or peg legs, I guess.
burn the brambles blocking Strangleroot. Is this the major quest? I guess this is the major quest. We must have stumbled upon it.
I guess DSP really is a Civil War general. Dude got bodied and doesn't even really realize it.
Dirt speckled amulet I got. Can I equip it?
Like, how can you not see it as a W?
No.
DSP has to twist himself in all these pretzel loops to feel like he came out of this the winner. I'm the winner. Dude, you're knocked unconscious for 30 minutes. How are you the winner? Well,
Trapper's log and another bow.
I know, DSP, help me out here. How would you defend yourself
so many
here?
Bows.
I guess so, Demons. Maybe that's why I didn't like him, huh?
Right behind.
That was me saying he gave her name, which he did by verifying the docket number on the police report was true. That's fun, Seal.
Done. Wiped.
And PPP touched on it. PPP, I call him Aston. Aston mentioned earlier, he says, well, why do you care so much if it's not true? And he says, well, it gets to you after a while, I suppose. And here's the thing, Seal. It could very well... He was right about what he said, and that he didn't specifically give out her name. So you saying that he gave out her name, yeah, that's
like
technically not true. But here's the thing, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because this dude reacts the same if you lie or if you tell the truth. It's all the same to this dude. So of course people are going to do this. No one has any obligation to be truthful with DSP. No one has a responsibility to be truthful with DSP. Whereas DSP's responsibility to be truthful is us.
I'm happy you don't need ammo in this.
DSP slanders people like it's going out of style. And then he gets frustrated that you get tiny little details incorrect.
Shit everywhere.
He can straight up create entire narratives out of whole cloth. But you better not get one I not dotted correctly, or you're a liar. Me? I'm not a liar. I just lied like crazy. That's not lying. Well, you'd have to be stupid to think I'm a liar just because I lie. You're an idiot. You don't know how life works. You lie when you miss some tiny detail. And even then, if I did that, I'm not a liar. And what Aston said is like, well, if it's not true, it shouldn't bother you. You going in there and saying that shouldn't have bothered him. It shouldn't. Now, he proved the FOI was true. Yes, that's correct. That's correct. And the long and the short of it is that you're still correct in that DSP did identify her in a roundabout way. But,
How'd I miss that?
yeah, all this shit, though, man.
What's my favorite magic
And that's
spell?
always been, and DSP said earlier, we're bringing it back home. We're bringing it back home to the beginning of the stream. I've changed. No, you haven't, Phil. You still fall for the same shit every time. You still react the same way every time someone presses you. You have a real problem with damage control. You feel like you constantly need to set the record straight, and in doing so, you just lie again.
Not blocking with this build, but I do have.
That's not setting the record straight. You're just hoping a new foundation of lies will help better. You're buffering and re-inputting a new lie. That's not setting the record straight.
Now use your fire starter.
And a person in chat saying this thing or that thing,
Very nice.
man, it still triggers the hell out of him. It triggered him back in the day. He would get one comment on a video that was negative, and this dude would lose his shit. Where every other comment was saying, hey, Phil, I love your content, I'm mentally retarded. He got mad about the one person who said, you snort too much. Well, what do you care, man? If you got 30 people saying, oh, this is good, and one person saying you snort too much, I'm like, okay, well.
Damn.
Okay, oh well.
Crush the enemy. Literally crush
Lynn
the
is
enemy.
Dr. Deranged. Dave almost dies in a car accident one night. Dr. D saves him by giving him Gundarium inner frame. He becomes Dentalo, a man with a gout crystal arm. Man, that sounds pretty hype. It banned me too, so you know I got him good. Yeah, he ID'd her as a woman. Like, he's his own detractor. Yeah.
Okay.
And DSP, well, I can't blame him for this next part. This takes a level of foresight that maybe average people wouldn't have. DSP trying to do his little debunk strategy only made it worse because then we knew there was another person to talk to. If DSP was committed to non-responses,
I was going to hold
That
the button, but
woman
it
may
didn't
not have
work.
ever been
Tried.
interviewed. The 220 thing may have not happened if DSP
Bear,
had
over here?
restraint in
All
that
right,
critical
hold on,
time.
save.
But he
All
had
right,
to
how
have
about
that
this? Let's go
win.
back to this.
He had
See
to
if I can parry.
invalidate it by saying, "That's
Whoa,
not who I
that's a
talked to.
rare
I talked to a woman."
Dream,
Oh, did you know?
Thrall, Elder Brown Bear.
It's a bear. Leave him
Come on, big
alone.
boy.
Oh God. Never mind. Take this dude out. He's kind of terrifying. Ooh, nice parry. Dr. Deranged's defense, though, he didn't know who Dave was at the time. Yeah, I was I was a mouth drooler. He didn't know that DSP was an innovator.
It's slow.
Did you like the Star Fox Adventures on GameCube? I know that game gets a lot of flack for not being a real Star Fox game, but I personally loved it. I never got a chance to play it. One of my very good friends played it and said that it's fantastic, and I trust his judgment. Bill didn't even have to verify the cop's name even because he volunteered the case number.
Still too slow.
He still confirmed it. DSP
There,
doesn't
carry.
even commit to a
Right
strategy
there.
of keeping his mouth closed. He tries all this obfuscation after giving away convincing details.
Or convicting detail.
He's a guy who says, you know, I
So
wasn't
it's,
there at that
great
time.
stuff
I
I
was
have.
busy at the crime scene. Oh, you were at the crime scene. I'm refusing to speak any further. Well, you kind of don't need to. That's it. We
Whoa,
got you.
stunned it.
Just got here now? How slow is he playing this? He was busy exploring, sir. Yeah, he proves that DB is a correct case. That should be. She would never interview him though. Nope. He's his own worst enemy, man. He can't help himself.
Oh, look at this! Oh! Executed it with the pistol.
Dude, he busted a nut when he fired that gun. That's alright. It happens to all of us, DSP. The first time you fire a gun, it is kind of orgasmic. Holy crap, that's cool. Remember the first time I fired off one? I think it was maybe 7.
Or something.
Oh, it was hype as hell.
What the heck?
Bam! Oh, that's cool. Imagine if someone was on the business end of that.
No, I guess not. I thought I had picked up a ring, but I guess not. Yeah,
Well, I think you'll enjoy it as well when you eventually get to it. Have you also played Star Fox Assault? Star Fox 64 is the only Star Fox game I ever played.
The execution was awesome at the end there. You get to shoot the bear, execute it with the pistol.
Go to DSP
Alright, so
credit.
this guy
He gave
just
him
ran
extra
out here.
information. We further exposed a lie. He said that would happen. Yeah. It's the gift that keeps on giving with DSP. It's similar to
well, let's
Christian.
talk
It's
to
the
the guy
Christian
now.
effect, where a thing that
was
would
fun.
have been mundane is made more interesting because
the
he lets
bear
little
just
things
happened to
slip.
die on top of that guy. He's
Not
not
to
a
say that this
shapeshifter.
was
Oh.
mundane.
We landed
No,
on
it
him,
wasn't.
so
But
it
he
looks
could
like
have
it
made
was.
it mundane.
My savior.
Instead, he made it interesting.
Your arrival couldn't have been more
Powered by
timely.
Jin, but then he finds the ultimate power source, Gout Crystal Radiation.
Must
That
be the
does sound
ambassador.
powerful, but dangerous.
Ambassador Falchion, Hilgard, at your service. And you
Does
must be
prolonged
our
exposure
imperial envoy.
give you
Better
gout?
late than never, I say.
Should. Little baby Lynn, the gunslinger.
Yes,
Right.
Darkside Dabbing. I saw the entire original Dexter series. I didn't see any of this stuff that came after the original series. I was held up at the fort, but I came as
So it
quickly
wouldn't
as
be
I
the
could.
entire original series. Or is he talking about spin-offs? Because that was a weird sentence.
Damn good fellow.
Dintalo. Dintalo.
Aren't you going to introduce me to
Dentalo.
your capable companion? Can he be trusted?
This
Absolutely
guy's
not.
beard
Let's
texture
execute it
looks
right
weird.
now.
That guy just looks horrible, Phil.
All right.
What is this guy, a mushroom man?
What do you say, Kai? Can we trust you?
I've worn a lot of uniforms in my day.
Yes, Heel, that's a
I'm
very
just
bad
a
idea.
humble scramble route trying to get by, and others do the same. I hope that's enough for anyone, Ambassador.
I'm charmed. I take it you have
DSP has
business
gotten this
with
far by
clever
being
Jin.
an unrepentant shithead. Don't imagine much of it's going to change with that.
Bear that
How much
killed
is
him, of
that
course.
Yu-Gi-Oh game? Let me see.
This wilderness has been a little too wild of late.
Because if it's full
All right, I got the
price or
mic.
even half
Appreciate it.
price,
We're gonna
that's
run
not
you killed and
happening.
pay up. I'll see it doesn't happen.
But if it's maybe $15, $20, I might buy
From
it.
the Emperor's envoy.
Ah, nice. I extorted him.
And let us not
Where the hell is it? DSP knows everything about extortion. He's kind of a huge fan of it.
And a strange corruption moving
There it
toward
is.
the city.
We still don't have a price on it.
Changes in the
What?
ecosystem are expected.
Which games do we
This one
have?
was progressing
We
too
have
rapidly to
14
ignore.
games. That's a lot
We
of
tracked the
games.
corruption all the way here, But all we found was
Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters, Duel Monsters 2, Dark Duel Stories, Monster Capsule, Dark Duel Stories, again, I guess. Duel Monster 4, Battle of the Great Duels. Where's Duel Monster 3? Dungeon Dice Monsters, Eternal Duelist Soul, Duel Monster 6, Expert 2, The Sacred Cards, Ross Chef of Destruction, Worldwide Edition, Stairway to the Destined Duel, World Championship Tournament 2004, Destiny Board Traveler, 7 Trouse to Glory, World Championship 2005,
what are these
Day of the
voices
Duelist
in
World
your
Championship Edition. Oh.
We have waited for you.
What's the matter? Can you hear me?
That's a lot of games. That's pretty hard.
Constitution, I'm fine. How are you?
Very well. If you say so. The Emperor trusts your judgment.
Well, play Adventures, and then after that, Assault, and you're done. Star Fox Command on the DS is awful. Star Fox Zero on the Wii U would be the decent game if it wasn't for the controls. Those are for the GameCube, right?
What would you have us do?
I could see about adding them to my list of
I'm
games
going to try
for
something with the
GameCube.
Adra. Kai, be prepared to catch me if I pass out.
Right behind you.
Oh man, I'm sleepy as hell,
Just
DSP.
be
Go to
careful.
bed.
The Emperor would never forgive me if anything happened to you.
I want to go work on my model, DSP.
This is going to be a
Can you
super
wrap
long
this up?
story segment. This sucks. I'm done with the stream. Let me just save. Yeah, see, they want me to examine the pillar, and that's going to do the next part of the story. Okay, let's save up here. All right, and when I continue next time, we'll continue with the major story advancement. So tonight, did I have fun? Yes, I did. We explored for 2 hours, right? We basically unlocked a tremendous part of the western map.
A tremendous part. I like DSP's adjective use.
Got my first upgrades. So far, so good.
Oh, my Japanese friend, speak of the devil. He wants to hang out.
Not really. Not yet.
I can't ambush him with
I think
that.
the major complaint is that people don't like the story. So let's keep going. But
I think the major complaint I have, DSP, is this was boring as shit, man.
It's going to be next week, though. So for the next 2 days, we got nonstop new release stuff. All right, but
how hard is it to make things interesting, man? How hard is it to make things?
All right. So, thank you. And
kind
guys,
of
thank you so much for your
stimulating.
support. Appreciate everyone who came out, hung out, supported, talked.
I don't
It was
necessarily
great.
think
See you
I'm the
next
most
time for
interesting
more,
guy in the world, but I think I've put
Avowed.
in a
And
bit more
remember, if
effort
you're
than
watching
this
on
guy.
demand, please like the video and leave comments if you're enjoying it. That engagement is key.
It's
for
sad
these
that the
early
actual
parts,
physical
and
dungeon
consider
dice
super
monsters
thanks.
didn't really take
You can
off.
help
My
out that
friend
way
had it and
too.
looked fun to play.
Peace out,
Apparently
guys.
it's really
See you next
expensive
time.
online now. My brother had it and he lost most of the stuff for it.
Okay. So good stuff. Let's exit the desktop and we'll do our little adjournment here for the night. Good stuff here tonight.
That looked
everybody.
boring as dirt for
There
the
we go.
10 minutes
Okay.
I've seen so far. It doesn't look fun,
so-
though. The continent of Cat? Oh, no. That would be funny as hell. If anyone's writing some sort of fantasy
Great streaming
story,
day, right? Like,
rename one
overall,
of the continents to Cat.
Definitely Lost Records is a don't nod game, if you know what I mean. Like, it's definitely that style of game
Don't
that
Nod?
Nod makes. But we had a good
Oh,
time
the
chilling and
company itself,
enjoying and
okay.
laughing at some of the cringe dialogue, right? Today, Avowed went well. Everything was good. I have no complaints.
No
Great day
complaints. You
today.
guys gave me money, and
Before,
Broside
obviously,
Phil's
DSP
still a
tries to
liar.
do
All
it,
right, cool.
I know people are going to like that one because
And
McDonald's.
Steven's a
People always
liar.
love when I eat McDonald's for some bizarre reason.
McDonald's, hell yeah.
So, all right.
Let's turn our stupid shit on. You know, you could all have that wired to one switch, DSP. Never mind.
All right, guys. So here's the deal. Tomorrow's going to be another great day.
Is
All
it?
right, here's why. We're gonna have a
Another
chill
great day?
podcast in the morning
We didn't even have a
discussing
first
games
great
that played
day.
today. If any game news happens to happen,
Back,
we'll
I'm
talk
counting
about
that. It's petty. I'm
And
counting
I
it.
think
This
we
was
should
not a
lock
great day,
in.
sir. I was
We're
there.
going to do Panda Express or Wendy's is the next DSP.
Panda
try.
Express or
We're gonna
Wendy's?
discuss that,
Man,
try
this
to
is
figure that part
pathetic,
out,
dude.
Right? And then tomorrow,
Imagine hyping up
stream,
Panda
Fatal
Express.
Fury, City of the Wolves, City of the Wolves. I said
City
that too
of
fast.
Wolves.
Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves. Beta.
City.
It should be great. I hope it works well on PC. And
Making
I'm looking
stuff
forward to
not
trying out
interesting
various
without any
characters.
effort.
We'll probably
usually.
try out maybe 2 characters, maybe 3. Depends. We'll see how much time we have.
Oh,
But I
sorry.
hope that you guys will
You're
enjoy
absolutely
this
right,
down
Demon
the
Centipede.
first stream. Let's see
Interesting
fighting
equals
game. Let's see
money.
how it runs and looks.
Always.
Late stream will be the conclusion of Onimusha Warlords. That way we're wrapping up these older playthroughs and moving firmly into the new games in the coming week, okay? So it should be a great streaming day.
Cat is a
I hope you'll
laser
join me
board
and,
game
as
involving
usual, chill and have
lasers
a
and
good time if
mirrors.
you can
It
make
didn't
it,
cost
okay?
money.
Remember,
If it didn't cost
Friday
money, it would be
is gonna
fun
the
to mail
premiere
it to him.
of
Yeah.
Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza.
It'd be money.
Hawaii
It'd be
on the
funny to
first.
mail it to
That'll
him
be great
and
to see
then
how that
break his
runs on
mailbox and
PC.
steal it.
And Friday Night Fights will be more of the Fatal Fury beta. All right? All right, everyone. I'm out of here. Thank you so much. I will see
From
you
the
guys
future,
tomorrow.
Phil hated
Thank
it.
you.
Of course.
Have a good night, everyone. Great day. Peace out. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
We done? Goodbye. Get the hell out, Phil. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for swinging by and hanging out with me. And I got sleepy really hard there. I'm not going to keep you here too long. I just want to run through the plugs again. Tomorrow, Internet Asylum, Cardinals is coming on. We're talking about Six Erican's. Six Erican's a fun individual. He's an off-brand he's an off-brand LTG, and he was my pick for lolcow Rookie of the Year for 2024. And he got passed up by all the weird new ones we've had in the last couple of years. And DSP was my vote for 2024's Freak Out of the Year with the whole spoon rants. But he lost to Daniel Larson screaming about terroristic threats. You can't really compete with that. It's the ultimate freak out, at least in terms of that kind of measurement. But I still feel like the spoon rant deserved to be nominated anyway. Anyway, tomorrow, Internet Asylum, going over Six Erican. Friday, doing Going Green. We're having Broside Phil on. We could talk about all the recent events. And we're watching Last of Us. So that's hype. I hope you all swing by. And then that following Monday, we're going to be going back to the DSP winery. And for the first part of the 2-part experience, we're going to be watching Night Trap, DSP's playthrough of Night Trap. So that ought to be fun. And then I'm not gonna say the other half just yet. That's to get you there. That's my trick. You watching. What's the second half gonna be? What could it be? I assure you, it's DSP being stupid. That helps narrow it down. But yeah, that's it for me. Thank you a lot, everyone. This was a good night, despite DSP being boring. And it showcased why it is that I like doing streaming. I like talking about Magic the Gathering, anime, all kinds of goofy shit. It's fun as hell. All the conversations that DSP says he has, he just did that segment with the RPGs, RPGs are cool because you guys can come by and we can have fun conversations and stuff. Yeah, whose conversation was more fun, really? DSP's conversations or talking about anime normies? Maybe I'm biased. But, and we also learned that Broside Phil is a liar and that there actually was no police officer. I don't even think Renton has a police department. So, debunked, idiot. And, DSP is going to, I guess, hitch his wagon to the narrative that, it's all a lie. It's all not true. Fun. All right, well, take care, everyone. Have a fantastic night. I love you all. I'll see you next time.
Y'all have a great, safe, blessed day. You know what? I'm going to end this video on a really good, highly vibrational note.
Why should I allow you to talk when you don't support me? You don't give me any money to pay my bills, so therefore you're worthless to me. You don't have anything nice to say, therefore you're worthless to me. All you want to do is say snide comments, snide remarks, therefore you're worthless to me. You guys don't support me financially. You don't support me in a positive way. You don't encourage me to do great things. You don't fucking support me. So why should I support you and give you motherfucking assholes the right to say whatever the fuck you want? You don't get that fucking privilege. I won't let you have that fucking privilege. You want an opinion on this channel? Then donate some money. Put up or shut up. You want the right to talk on this channel? You want privileges? Then start paying my bills, motherfucker. Until you start paying my fucking bills, then you don't have the right, you don't have the privilege or the authority to say whatever the fuck you want on my fucking channel. Because I won't give you the privilege. Because if you're not supporting me monetarily, then you're fucking worthless to me.
Take care and be blessed, all of you. And may you find great light, power, and goodness within yourselves and redeem yourselves and just get out of the toxic minority. Period. Be with the majority and be good.
Get a 60-day supply of the planet.
No? I'm gonna say somebody in Russia just died, and no one just died with that second gunshot. Somebody really toxic. Maybe Putin died by his own sword. Anyway, we have cleared the air. Everything is good. All of you take care and have a blessed, safe day and night.